And that's how it begins today. Ramstein and Duhas. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our little radio show. What's up, Jimmy?
Hello.
And Mark Norman, how are you, buddy?
Hey. First time here out of the gate.
Oh, really?
I've never seen it start before.
Really?
Yeah. It's a little lackluster.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Honestly, I forgot that song kind of just kind of peters out.
Yeah.
I thought it had a big, like, ending, and then I would jump on, and
Yeah.
I was thrown off a little bit when it was just a little and then, we're live. My God, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the gun goes off, but everybody doesn't just run. It's like somebody's in the bathroom pissing, like, oh, the race started? Right, we just try to run and go.
Yeah, his pants around his ankles.
No, and then we were in the middle of just quickly discussing the basketball game last night. So, and then that song kind of just petered out on us. So, God, I'm frustrated. The Cavs aren't looking good, man.
No.
I know Golden State was supposed to win. You're supposed to win your home games more or less.
At least one of them.
And Golden State is up 2-0, but they weren't even in that game last night, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Steph Curry had foul trouble. He was sitting out a big chunk of the game, and they still kicked their ass.
Still way up.
They got so many good players on that Golden State Warriors team.
Yeah.
So, did you watch, Jimmy?
No, I didn't know when it was on. I looked in the afternoon. I was like, I wonder if the game's on. But it wasn't.
That would be smart to put it on in the afternoon on a Sunday.
It'd be nice. It was on pretty late. It was like, 11:30?
8 o'clock.
I caught the replay. We watched at the cellar. It was like,
Was there some kind of replay, like a West Coast feed or something?
we were watching it, and my spot was at 11:40.
That's strange. I wonder who put the game on after the game was over.
Might be a TiVo situation.
Oh, all right. Maybe.
I watched Game of Thrones.
Did you?
I never watched that live, but I just felt like watching it live.
I think this summer I'm going to finally dip in and watch some Game of Thrones. Or Game
of Thrones. It's been a little lackluster this year, but it's okay.
Has it really?
Yeah, it's all right. They're entitled to have a season that I don't love as much.
What season are they up to?
6.
Wow, that's a lot of episodes.
Yeah, so you're going to have, it's like I can't get mad at the show. Like, it's been such a good show that it's like, all right, a season of a lot of set-up episodes. Like,
but then
all right.
It starts getting away from you, though, when you want to watch a show, and then you're like, oh, they're in season 4, 5. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like Breaking Bad is the same thing. What?
That's why people have binge weekends.
No, I understand, but binge 4 or 5 seasons, though?
It's not unheard of.
No, it's fun.
Sure you can.
It's unheard of if you have a couple small kids, E-Rock.
They got to learn it somewhere.
Huh?
Exactly.
Let
Yes.
With all that fucking and sucking. And,
How to keep your dragon from shitting all over the place.
A lot of tits, too. People love those tits.
Oh, they're lovely.
Nothing wrong with tits.
No.
And they're nice ones.
Yeah, but it's weird. You see tits all day on the internet, but it's something fun on TV still.
Because they're actresses you watch do other things.
Yes.
And it's a little...
That's interesting. That's what porn should do. You should learn to watch the porn stars like walk their dogs and then get fucked.
Absolutely.
Something like that. Get to know them.
Get to know them a little bit before they show their tits. Yeah, I think it's because it's a little unexpected, too, just a little bit on TV. Although Game of Thrones, I guess you expect it at this point.
Yeah.
Wow, wait, look at those.
Yeah, she looks very good naked. I heard she wasn't doing any more nude scenes.
That's what was weird, because when that scene came up, I remember how...
someone's awake when we talk about tits.
or television or stuff people watch, that where you're...
Or not go with the joke, asshole.
Oh, boy.
Where she comes out naked in this scene, and everyone thought that it was CGI because she said she wasn't doing nudity anymore, and then it turns out that she actually did do the scene.
Yeah, she would have looked silly not doing this scene. It would have been ridiculous. They must have said to her, look, it's needed for the show. It's not gratuitous.
Yeah.
I mean, she's walking out of a fire. She has to be naked.
Yeah, she just burnt down a whole temple with all their leaders.
It was a great scene, right?
Just stand naked at the end.
They're probably writing, knowing they got to get her naked.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really important to this scene. You got to do it again.
This
will be the last time, though.
A couple seasons, I think, since she's had her top off. Yeah, she was doing them a lot, and then she said she wouldn't do any more. But if it's her fucking rump.
Wow.
Same with, but go back. It's even hotter. Look what the guy just threw on the floor in front of it. There's 2 severed heads on the floor.
Oh, Jesus.
Her fucking shiny ass.
Oh,
I forgot about that guy.
Something for everybody.
It's like your cat bringing a squirrel to your feet.
Yeah, I think you got to bring the fuck her. 2 severed heads.
Yeah.
But that oiling up of the body makes even a body that's just okay look amazing, right?
Yeah.
When you add a little oil into the mix.
She just withdrew from the bath.
Yeah, she was just bathing. The queen.
Ooh, Nelly.
Yeah, the fire stuff is pretty. That was a great scene.
Did you watch Trump on Kimmel? Oh God,
no.
Oh, God, why? When was that? Was that over the weekend too? I'm done with Trump. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
I'm exhausted by the whole fucking thing.
Didn't even know he was on Kimmel.
No,
Might have been a rerun.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Kimmel's...
A lot of shows were off last week.
No, not Kimmel, though, with the NBA Finals. They're taking advantage of the fact that it's on ABC, so they're having Kimmel do special shows. Birdman, what's going on?
What's happening, brother?
What's up with the Trump on the Kimmel?
They fucking cut half of it off because Muhammad Ali died. So in the middle of talking to him, they fucking just cut the whole thing off and they went right to the Muhammad Ali.
Oh, well, you have to go right to Muhammad Ali. That was a biggie.
Gonna wait fucking 10 more minutes. You only got 10 minutes left.
You can't wait another 10 minutes.
No, they're all worried about being scooped by someone else.
Right.
They're all worried about someone else.
24-hour news.
Pretty good. Fucking Jimmy Kimmel was getting on his ass. I'm a big Trump supporter.
Oh, Jimmy Kimmel was getting on his ass?
Yeah, he was getting on his ass. Yeah, he was a little bit. A little bit. Hey, Mark, I love you, buddy. You make me laugh every time you're on there, buddy.
Oh, hey, thanks, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
We haven't had Mark on in a while. All right, Birdman, thank you, brother.
Listen, I miss you guys. Talk to you later.
Wait, were you a Muhammad Ali guy, though?
Me? Yeah, no, of course I was.
Everybody was.
Who wasn't? You know what I mean?
I was surprised how many people weren't. Like, I put a tweet up, and it's amazing how many people get it wrong. They're like, "He's a draft dodger." Like, ugh. And by I said something like, "If he wasn't one of your heroes, you're probably an asshole." Like, all right, you know the spirit I'm saying that in.
Sure.
But I guess all the soldiers that went over there were assholes, huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dope. Yeah, no, that's exactly it. That's good. Exactly my point. I'm shitting on all soldiers. Glad you got that right. There are some dumb fucking people out there, man.
It gets a bit exhausting.
It's just how stupid. Yeah, I bought tickets to your show, buddy. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to have an opinion other than yours.
Right.
I was attacking all soldiers killed in Vietnam. God, that's good that you saw right through that tweet about Ali.
Yeah, I got some abuse from my tweet because I said, he was the greatest because he didn't take the easy path. Muhammad Ali never took the easy path. And then he's like, what about the draft dodging? That wasn't the easy path at the time.
And it wasn't draft dodging, it was draft refusing. There's a big difference. Draft dodging, I think a lot went to Canada, where they left the country. Ali stood up and said, I'm not doing it, and I'll take the penalty. And on appeal, he stayed out of jail.
Right.
But he lost 3 years in his prime of fighting, and he lost a shitload of money.
That wasn't the easy path. The easy path was to just suck it up and go. They were going to give him an easy gig like they did with Elvis, like we were talking before the show.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to be in the jungles actually fighting, and everything would have been just fine in the end. But he lost his entire career. He lost most of his money. He lost the support of the country. Everyone fucking hated him. How is that the easy path?
Yeah. Wow, what a pussy.
He had a very nice life before that. Real nice life.
Hey, listen, I was reading something this morning that the kids are already fighting over. He got $80 million. And the kids are already fighting. The guy ain't even in the fucking ground yet. They're already fighting over his money.
Jesus.
How much did he have, Ali?
He had to have way more than $80 million.
No, that's what he had. Yeah, $80 million. They said $80 million.
Wow.
I think he had more than that. I would guess he had a couple $100 million easily.
Who knows? He didn't make money in a long time, don't forget, dude. Ali hasn't been an active money maker since 1980.
Yeah, he couldn't endorse any products anymore or any of that shit. Right. He spent most of his life shaking. I mean, that shaking started way back in 90 when exactly?
In the 80s. Parkinson's hit him in the
late 80s.
Yeah.
And then he did the torch thing in 90, what was that, 96? Somebody help me with the...
96.
96,
Wait,
right?
Torch?
At the Olympics.
They gave that guy a torch?
Yeah.
With the shaking?
Yeah.
Seems a little dangerous.
Dude, you don't remember that? It was
No.
People had not seen how bad he was until that moment.
Oh, wow.
He just appeared. It was pretty much a surprise for most, and he appeared. It was an unbelievable sports moment.
Oh, man.
And there's Ali with the torch, and people like just losing their shit.
Jesus.
Because he wasn't. The thing was, he let people see him like that, which would, people were like, usually you'd kind of not be public.
Yeah.
And you can't be more public than lighting the torch.
Exactly.
Olympics.
And And I wouldn't give Michael J. Fox the Zippo, let alone Ali with a torch.
Oh, and that left hand and arm were shaking pretty good already.
Yeah, I bet.
But I think at that point, I think Jimmy's right. He was sort of in the shadows. He wasn't out in public that much. Mm-hmm. And then, man, he stepped forward with that torch, and people were just fucking losing their minds.
Yeah.
Tearing up and shit.
It was deafening, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he was shaking badly. And, when I had my chat with him, or just kind of sat with him, he didn't really talk, he was on such heavy Parkinson's meds, I think, that he really couldn't communicate. He kind of stopped talking as years went on.
Yeah, Jimmy got to sit with him for a few minutes and get a picture. That's pretty fucking cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we didn't get to, it's like he just kind of was there. He was there and he was, aware, but he wasn't really participating in the conversation.
Yeah.
Right. That must have been weird. The whole time someone else is talking in the room, and I'm sure you're just looking at Ali out of the corner of your eye, like, I'm here just to look at the champ.
Yeah, his wife's a great... She understands what's happening though, and she's a great conversationalist, and she kind of she knows.
Right.
Yeah, it's like LaMotta's a little off.
Yeah,
right.
Well, LaMotta can still communicate.
Oh, okay.
All right, listen, I gotta go.
All right, Birdman. E-Rock was telling me that was a rerun on the Trump.
Yeah, it was from May 25th. They reran it. If it was Friday night. And then Kimmel also does these 30-minute live shows after sporting events or the Oscars or some kind of award show.
And before, too.
Yeah, so they're not full-time shows.
Right. He does just quick little hits before at this point, the NBA Finals.
Yeah, but the Trump stuff was a rerun, or they replayed it.
All right. Thank you, brother.
All right, take it easy.
All right, let's go to Richard in Florida. Richard.
Hey, how's it going, fellas?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Jim, I'm the one that put that thing on your Facebook about all the dead soldiers in Vietnam, and I bought tickets to your show 3 times. That was me. I didn't mean to be a jerk or pissed off about it. It was in good humor, bro.
Oh, okay. I thought you were serious. It wasn't that it pissed you off. It was more like, who could think that I'm not being respectful of the soldiers because I agreed with a guy standing up for his principles and just kind of taking the whatever came with it.
Yeah, I did 24 years in the service myself, man, and it's just that, it kind of hits a sore spot, and he wasn't really my hero. He was a great athlete and American icon, but did you see the part where I wrote about all the professional athletes over the years that put their careers on hold and that served, though?
Oh, absolutely. And I respect those guys too.
Yeah, of course.
I don't. It wasn't like Ali went to Canada and boxed under a different boxing commission in Canada to avoid fighting. He stood up and said, "I don't believe in this because of my religion," and he made his statements about race. Which, it's hard to argue. He said no Vietnamese or whatever. We all know the quote, didn't call them a nigger, so why should I go kill them? It's not a smash on, it was an attack on the government, dude, not the soldiers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When he did that.
No, you gotta support the soldiers, even if it's an unpopular war. But Ali had, he believed in something else, and I think that's what made him pretty damn brave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. I didn't mean to get you all stirred up, but
it's okay. Here's what I was deep down. Here's what I was really upset about. I was still hoping he'd still buy tickets to other shows.
No, what I'm really more upset about is I went and saw you at Side Splitters in Tampa, dude, and they shoved that 2-drink minimum down your throat, so I had to double my ticket price. I don't even drink.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's clubs do that, dude. That's not a comedian's call. That's literally just the club. We have nothing to do with that.
I never liked that 2-drink minimum thing myself.
Yeah, you guys, they don't even have a little room for you. You have to come out through the crowd. That place is a dump, and you and Florentine saying how great it was.
No, I love that club though because I love performing there. The crowds are good, and it's a good place to work the material through and see how it. Yeah. No, Side Splitters Tampa is actually a really good room to work.
Yeah,
this guy has a lot of opinions.
Certainly
does, right?
He doesn't like Ali or Side Splitters.
Yeah. All right. Guys.
All right. Yeah, that 2-drink minimum.
Thanks for calling.
I mean, you got plenty of people in the room that are going to, take care of the drinking.
Yeah.
The drinking part of a show.
All I have is 100. My drink bill's like $40-some, and the chick's like, "You need change?" I'm like, "Do I look like Donald Trump here? I'm dressed in, like a shitty outfit, man. I could barely scrape together gas money. I kind of need to change back." Lady, I gave her a 20, but she kind of made me feel guilty about it, dude, for Christ's sake.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Richard in Florida. You hang in there, buddy.
All right, thanks.
And you keep posting on Facebook with your opinions. The world needs that shit.
Who is this woman, by the way, who's lighting the torch with Ali?
I was going to ask that, because and now it's someone I just don't... Oh, Janet Evans, jeez.
Who's Janet Evans?
She was a swimmer.
Oh, okay, swimmer.
She did very well in the swimming. That's Janet Evans. That's a name I haven't heard in
You think she has that picture framed in her house?
Oh, boy.
Wow. Her and Ali. And how did you get to be the one that gave Ali the torch to light? He's wearing sneakers. He could have probably dressed better.
Well, if you go back in time, she was a pretty big deal as far as Olympic sports goes.
Really? I've never heard of her.
But now she has kind of faded away a bit. But she certainly came up all weekend long as everyone, replayed this moment.
Yeah.
Janet Evans passing the flame to Ali's torch.
But he was still mobile then.
Yeah,
see his left hand.
Oh, wow, look at that.
And people are just losing it.
Damn. Like he's holding an invisible shake weight.
Yeah.
Oh, it sucks.
Oh, my God. He's just trying to fight it.
Now trapped inside that mask.
That's a hell of a moment.
By Parkinson's syndrome, so in one sense a poignant figure, but look at him. Still a great, great presence. Still exuding nobility and stature. And the response he evokes is part affection, part excitement.
Come on, Light.
But especially respect.
Light.
What a moment.
There we go.
Wait, is that always the way they do it? Raise it like that or no?
Oh, no. Every Olympics, they try to come up with some creative way to do it.
Oh, okay.
They'll shoot an arrow with a flame or...
That's a big risk.
Yeah.
Lawsuits, good thing.
Right.
Flamethrower.
Oh, so he lit it and they're pulling it up. Okay.
This is like the rabbit at a dog track.
This kind of sucks.
Yeah, this wasn't the...
1960.
The game was supposed to shoot up real
Bob
fast.
Costas is a good chatter, isn't he?
Oh, he just babbles. Bob Costas.
Trapped behind the mask of Parkinson's syndrome.
Yeah, and that was 96. And he was already fighting that for many years. Let's go to Jason in Thousand Islands. What's going on, Jason?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man.
Ali wasn't, like you said, Ali was not going to have to fight. He was just going to go over and just be like a spokesman or whatever for the Army. And he actually saved lives because by him making a big stink and going through all the stuff he did, he brought more attention to the war, and maybe it ended the war sooner, I don't know, in some way.
I don't know if it did or not. I just know that he lost a tremendous amount of money. And that's why a lot of people overseas liked him, because he gave up this tremendous career and all this money.
Yeah.
He gave up a lot to do it. And he was sentenced to, I think, 5 years in prison.
I believe
but on
so.
appeal, he stayed out.
Right.
But he was sentenced to go to prison.
And he lost how many years of his career?
At least three, yeah.
At least 3.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So did DiMaggio when he went over and went to the war. Like those guys back then would fight too.
Right.
Yeah. I think Ted Williams. They would you get some cushy gigs, but in World War II, you were more likely to have to do something dangerous.
Who was the first celebrity where they finally went, oh my God, all right, just go over there and, fool around a little bit. Stay out of trouble.
I don't know.
Because Jimmy's right. There's a lot of these guys that, real famous people that were actually in bombers and all sorts of stuff.
Probably Elvis.
Jimmy.
You think maybe Elvis?
World
Maybe
War
Elvis.
II, though. I mean, that's the difference. Like Jimmy Stewart, he fought in the war.
That's what I was going to say.
A lot of guys fought in Korea, like Lee Marvin and those guys. But
Were they famous then, though?
No, but that was before they were famous.
That's before.
Yeah.
Even Mel Brooks.
I'm talking about the ones that were famous and they still had to
Probably
get
Elvis.
into some action.
Yeah.
And then they...
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Okay, buddy. Thank you.
And then you kind of were just sort of a spokesperson, I guess, for the service, and went over there and just kind of fooled around a little bit.
USO stuff.
Right. I watched a lot of Ali stuff this weekend. It was everywhere, man.
It made me sad. I read a lot. I actually read more than I watched.
Yeah, it made me very sad too. We grew up watching all those great fights.
Yeah.
You missed that time, Mark Norman.
I know, but I'm a fan, and I watch a lot of it too, and I never realized how many great quotes he had.
Yeah.
They went through like a scroll of all his quotes, and he's
Which one?
Brilliant guy.
Which one did you like?
Ah, jeez. Pull up some of these quotes.
The butterfly one?
No, like the more profound stuff. He was pretty deep.
What?
Yeah.
Turning off the light and being in bed before the light went out? That one?
I didn't see that one.
Yeah. That's how fast he was.
He was that fast?
Didn't he say something like, I'm going to punch you so hard I'm going to knock you to Timbuktu or something?
Oh, that's a good one.
Which one?
Don't count the days, make the days count. They're like little tweets almost.
Well, that one makes a lot of sense considering what happened in L.A.
And if he said that, even, who knows? You never know which one.
That's true.
Because everything is like George Carlin gets all these things attributed to him that he never said.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, these like weird quotes on the internet. They sound Carlin-esque, but then I think Kelly Carlin's like, he never said that.
No, that's a bummer.
Well, the Flow Like Butterfly might be his most famous one.
Yeah,
don't you think?
not even his best one.
There was rumors he didn't even write that one.
Maybe not.
So there's a trainer or a friend or somebody that came up with that, and he went with it, and it became very, very popular, very successful.
Yeah,
it's hard to be humble when you're as great as I am.
I'm the great. What was it?
Yeah, he knew how to brag.
He certainly did.
From Kentucky.
I kind of miss this in sports.
Trash talking?
Yes.
But he wasn't. He was the trash talking, but there was something more to him than that, and I think that's where people liked him. He wasn't like a Kanye shit talker,
right?
You felt like there was some real substance to it, whether you liked him or not.
And he did it sort of with a wink and a smile too. Like, don't take this too seriously. I just know this is all fun and games in the end, and I'm just enjoying myself.
And you can trash talk when you're beating the shit out of people,
right?
But
nowadays in sports, everyone is just so nice to each other and like, they're gotta, give it to blah, blah, or give it to this team and that team, even though they didn't win. Mm-hmm. Such boring, who gives a fuck shit.
Yeah, and don't you lose points now for like showboating and all that?
Yes, all that shit.
And yet we love it. With him, he's considered the greatest.
Right.
Which one is it?
I love all the showboating. Bring it all back. Especially the ones that look like assholes doing it.
Yes.
Where they look like fools. Mm-hmm. Let them look like fools at times, too.
Yeah, the football player who, does pull-ups on the touchdown,
right.
Yeah. I love that shit.
And then you point and go, what an asshole.
Yeah. His team's losing by 18 points.
Yeah. What the fuck are you doing? Right. He's wanted for rape charges. He's spinning a ball in the touchdown end zone.
But then other times they showboat and you're like, that's badass right there what he's doing. Mm-hmm. I love all that.
Oh, yeah.
All that.
Babe Ruth pointing with the bat.
Right. If that ever happened.
Yeah, he literally might have just been, if you talk to Babe, he might have went, no, I was just telling the pitcher to hold on and not throw yet.
Right.
Sometimes they'll do that, they'll put their arm out like I'm still getting here in the box.
Well, that's how he lets a fart out, maybe.
Drop the gasser.
He was dropping a gasser.
It was a Heil.
He saw a Jewish fan, he didn't like him. Wanted to show him who's boss.
I mean, Golden State had a hell of a game last night. I would have loved to seen those guys that shit talking after that. Like, you guys don't have this.
I have mixed feelings on it. Like, it depends on how I feel about the athlete. Like, if there's times where I love it, and there's times where I'm like, ugh, it just looks small and petty. But then there's times where I'm like, fuck, I'm so happy you said that.
But to Mark's point, they're getting rid of all of it.
Yeah.
They just want this sportsmanship garbage.
What's a fun moment is when you're watching sports and you can't hear the players, but you can see them cursing.
Yeah.
I love when they mouth a big, like, motherfucker.
Yeah, because that's what they're thinking when something goes wrong.
It's like a nice real moment.
Like, of course. So, what else about Ali that hasn't been said? I mean, we all watched the coverage all weekend long. My God.
Did you hear the story behind that famous photo of him standing above the guy? Like his most famous photo? The guy's laying
over Sonny Liston?
Yeah. You heard the story of the photo of that?
Tell us.
This is 18th hand I'm going through.
They were in a boxing fight or something?
Yeah. But there was this famous photographer and he was late to the fight. He was couldn't get there. He was stuck in traffic. So they had some kid who was a young, wide-eyed photographer and they're like, you got to take pics. And he's like, I'm nervous. And they're like, what's his face is in traffic. You got to do it. He's like, all right. And he took that photo and then the professional famous guy showed up and he's like, get out of the way, kid. And the kid's like, all right, sorry, I just took a few, but he got that one. So that kid, blew up and he became, whatever the hell.
That kid did get the credit for it?
Yeah, he got the credit. But the other guy was furious.
But isn't it too late to say, get out of the way, kid?
Well, it wasn't developed yet.
Sonny Liston was...
They didn't know what they had.
Yeah.
Yeah, where was Sonny when that was taken? What was he, taking a picture of people going to the dressing room?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess.
Wow.
Is that the truth to that? Why? I don't think I ever heard that one.
I heard that at a bar,
That might be true.
I think
there it is. That's the one.
Neil Leifer.
That is a great shot.
He was a Sports Illustrated photographer. I don't think that's a true story.
Fuck.
No?
Heard at a bar. Thanks, Dad.
He was right where he was supposed to be.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell of a story. You can see the whole thing in your mind. The guy in traffic, like, fuck.
Maybe
Mark's story is much better.
Hold on. Maybe there's another story. Maybe you're just getting the photos mixed up.
Maybe it's a different photo.
Or maybe he became a famous photographer after this shot.
Well, it was a black and white photo, the one the guy showed me at the bar, but this guy was pretty
this
hammered.
The picture? That's Sonny Liston.
That is the pic, yeah.
That's the famous Sonny Liston
no good.
photo.
Wait. I thought it was outside the ropes, the one I saw.
Well, that's not it.
Oh,
then.
boy, you might be thinking of another fight.
Maybe I am.
Yeah. If you want to lose your money, bet on Sonny.
So here's the story.
Oh, wait.
Oh, all right, let's go.
So he worked for Sports Illustrated, and another photographer worked for Sports Illustrated. They sent two photographers to the event.
Yeah.
And one was stationed on one side of the ring, the other was stationed on the other side of the ring. So he got lucky with this shot because the other guy was just getting, the backside of Ali.
Right.
And he was just in the right place at the right time.
Travis ruins everything fun.
Well,
there's facts.
When people say, "Can we see if that's true?" I say, "All right, let me see if that's true." And
I know. I don't like fucking Snopes Teft in there.
Can we see the other guy's photograph?
Yeah, Ali's great ass. Bottom of Sonny Liston's feet.
The guy must have went, all right, well, here's what I got for
Yeah.
I'm surprised that never made it out there. I don't see it as we do the Google image on the whole thing.
Yeah, see, there's no other side of the ring shots.
Right, that would be hilarious just to see Ali's ass standing over the guy from behind.
The guy who took that photo, though, he must have made some dough.
No, you probably commissioned by Sports Illustrated. It's like the guy who created the McNugget. You work for them and it's theirs.
Yeah.
Is that the greatest sports photo ever?
I don't know why I took that one. That comparison.
Nugget, yeah, it felt weird.
Is that the best photo? It might
Is that
be.
the greatest sports image ever?
I think so.
I can't think of a better one or a more famous one.
Give me a quick list if you can find
Jesse
one.
Owens at the Olympics.
Yeah, that's a good one. There is one of Chuck Knobloch fixing his glove. I like that one.
Did anyone else hear the Chuck Webner interview?
No.
Oh, wait. Great sports photo. It might be Lou. That was video, though. Lou Gehrig giving that final talk at Yankee Stadium.
Oh, just standing there?
That's a pretty big one, too.
Yeah.
That's a film. That's not a photo. Though.
What do you think of film? It's a bunch of photos.
Moving images.
Find a list if you can. The greatest sports images of all time, or photographs or whatever. Chuck Webner, they had him on the phone. Ali.
Yes.
But he hung in there, though, Webner.
Yes, he did.
In his fight.
It was tough.
He was pretty much a journeyman, but he gave Ali a good fight. I think he was the only one that ever knocked Ali down.
No, it was Henry Cooper.
When Ali was champion, I think Webner was the only guy that actually knocked him down.
I think you're right.
I think. I'd have to look that back.
No, I think you're right. Because I was watching footage of that fight where they were like, the footage was marked wrong. It said Ali gets knocked out and then gets angry, but it was really Ali gets knocked down and then gets angry. You're right.
Right. I think Webner was the only guy that was able to do that when he was the champion.
That's amazing.
But he didn't knock him down enough to win the title, obviously. The Willie Mays catch.
That's a big one, too. Ali is a bigger one, but that's a big one, too.
Is that number 2?
No, that's...
Yeah, it is. Look at the number going. Yeah, go
So
to...
the number 1 was Muhammad Ali and...
Go to 1.
Other dude?
No.
That's
a great shot,
That's a cool pick.
Which one was that?
Yeah. We're looking at a shot from the ceiling of Ali with his arms raised. Some man looks like he's cheering, but he's on his back.
That was Big Cat Williams.
Oh,
Ali knocks out
comedy.
Cleveland Big Cat Williams in 3 rounds at the Houston Astrodome.
Huh.
That can't be the greatest photo. You're right. I'm not going to go with that.
And here's why he was so light compared to guys like Mayweather, because he fought everyone.
Right.
He fought guys that hit like a sledgehammer, and he had to go through Frazier twice.
Foreman.
Ken Norton broke his jaw.
Oh, gosh.
Wow. Fucking Sonny Liston twice. Like, Ali fought fucking guys with cement bag hands.
Absolutely. Yeah. Then you got the Willie Mays catch over his shoulder.
These are just good. These are all the 100 greatest sports photos of all time. Maybe these are not in any particular order.
Well, you got the catch.
Oh, I remember that game. Dwight Clark.
Of
Hope
course.
he's dead.
Well, that's right. That's right. It's over your team. I forget. Michael Phelps in 2008.
That's not even close.
An underwater shot. The Catch, of course.
Maybe what you guys want is iconic.
Yes, iconic.
Yeah.
These are great photos.
Yeah,
but
these are really good photos.
I want...
There it is.
And then in 8th place is the Muhammad Ali one.
Just the order they
standing over Sonny Liston.
Did you guys hear the story on this photo?
He had big feet, Sonny Liston. Holy shit, look at this. Tyson getting ready to bite.
Oh, my God.
I look at Chairman Mao on Tyson's arm looking out like, look, this has nothing to do with me.
Right.
That's what he's like,
what the hell?
Maybe you've tried to find another list, Eric. Out of curiosity, I want to see this.
Get a lean on that pitch.
Weird.
Well, as you find that, let's get into other stuff if we're talking sports. Big UFC
Hold on,
card over the weekend.
There's Louis Tiant with his pants around his ankles looking for the toilet paper. That's a big sports photo.
Let's say hi to Greg in Florida. Greg.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's going on?
Hello, Greg.
Greg.
Hey, I was wondering if Jim caught the UFC this past weekend and the presser afterwards, Bisping calling Rockhold a faggot.
Oh, I heard about that. I did not see it. The fights I watched, I was so fucking happy for Bisping because Rockhold looked very overconfident. And I liked Rockhold because he admitted he was overconfident. My favorite fight of the night, though, it was
Henderson?
Dan Henderson over fucking
46 years old?
Over Hector Lombard. Holy
with that
fuck.
fucking right elbow?
And also Max Holloway against Ricardo Lamas was amazing. The fights were so fucking good, man. But yeah, I didn't hear him call him a faggot. I didn't see. But these guys they're just,
this is what we like.
Michael
this is what I'm talking about. I love this shit.
These guys do that. They're usually really respectful to each other unless they genuinely don't like each other.
Right.
And Bisping, he does a or a show here on Sirius with Luis Gomez. So I've done his show. Okay. And he's a sweet guy. He's a lovely man.
Yeah.
But I didn't think he had a shot, to be honest, because he took the fight on short notice.
Right.
He was supposed to be Chris Weidman, who got hurt. What, did Rockhold not want to shake his hand? Is that what it was?
Yeah, let's see this.
All right.
Give your respect. Don't be a fucking smug dick. And I came back to you. No. Because you're a fucking ass. It was your moment in the fucking. You had it and you lost again, motherfucker. I'm gonna get you. Get knocked out again. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Back in the line, you fucking cocksucker. Hey. Shake a fucking hand, you pussy. Fucking knocked you out twice now. Twice. Faggot. Oh, shit.
You watch? Go back a little bit.
I saw that.
Of all the things, he called him a cunt, and he said faggot, and then he went, You can see Bisping realize he shouldn't have said, there's Reed.
Because that's the one word that people will fucking focus on.
Yeah, he's just angry.
They're okay with everything else he said. In his own mind, he's like, oh, man, I just said faggot. Yeah, but
I
shouldn't have said that. But what?
I should have said that. At least,
that's hilarious.
He's trying to cover his ass a little bit because he knows that's a hot word.
Yeah, you're allowed to punch people in the face.
Luke wouldn't shake his hand. Is that what it was? Luke Rockhold wouldn't shake his hand.
Yeah, he didn't want to shake his hand.
Here, we'll start it again.
What a dick.
He didn't want to shake his hand.
For some reason.
Give your respect. Don't be a fucking smug dick. And I came back to you. No. Because you're a fucking ass. It was your moment in the fucking. You had it and you lost again, motherfucker. I'm gonna get you. Get knocked out again. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Back in the line, you fucking cocksucker. Hey. Shake a fucking hand, you pussy. Fucking knocked you out twice now.
Call him a smug dick.
He knocked him out once, I think.
He was okay with saying cocksucker, pussy, and then he said faggot, and went, no, I shouldn't have said that.
And Uriah lost a 5-round decision. He should have. I mean, the Dominic Cruz was fucking...
Yeah.
Man, is he weird to watch fight. He is an odd guy, the way he fights. He's impossible.
Really?
Yeah, he's really, really interesting, weird, tough guy to figure out. It was such a good night, man.
Yeah, it was a pretty damn good card.
Were the fights a little longer? Because they're so quick, usually.
No, the Bisping fucking knocked Rockhold out. Did you see the knockout? Oh,
yes, I did.
Wow. Oh, and that was the first round. Uriah Faber with the distance, Holloway, and
Henderson's knockout was ridiculous. Yeah. I realized he was that old. I knew he was old, but I didn't know he was 46 years old.
I stink so bad. I thought that Lombard was going to kill him. I like Dan Henderson a lot.
Right.
You can't now. And, Fedor's fighting again. He's fighting coming up Thursday the 17th, but he's fighting from Russia on, Fight Pass or something.
Really?
Yeah. I guess he needs money or he wants
Fedor. What man, he was huge for a while there. And then Brock Lesnar announced he's going to fight
That was announced.
UFC 200. He's doing one fight and then going back to WWE.
Brock didn't announce that. The reporter
Ariel Helwani announced it. Yeah,
announced it.
Yeah, I don't know. They said the UFC has scored him out, and they're saying that what he's saying is not the entire story. So I haven't heard anything except for that, and he hasn't really. He just said they kind of walked him out, but I don't know how he got the information.
And then Dana White gave him a lifetime ban or something.
I don't know if it was Dana or somebody else at Zuba.
They said the parent company of the UFC is the one that escorted him out and gave him the lifetime ban, but not all. Like Jim said earlier, not all the details are fully known.
Right.
Other than he tweeted halfway through the fight saying there's not going to be no coverage of the last fight and the post-show fights because we got escorted out. Sorry, guys, this is the best we can do, and then it blew up from there.
Well, there was some kind of trust that was broken there, obviously.
Yeah. I just don't know.
I don't think Dana White or the UFC would just ban this guy for life.
Well, it was two.
We don't know the whole story. I don't
Brock
think.
Lesnar and then the Conor McGregor thing for UFC 200.
What I don't understand.
What was the Conor McGregor? I didn't.
That he was going to fight again.
Confirmed fighting in 202, UFC 202.
Oh, 202, okay. And Brock Lesnar for 200.
They don't even have a, maybe they weren't ready for the Lesnar announcement because they had it. I've never seen them do this, where they said, Rogan even seemed surprised by the announcement.
Yeah.
Mike Goldberg made it, and he was like, there was a TBD opponent. Like, they didn't know who he's fighting or any of that.
That's pretty crazy,
so he's doing,
though.
Yeah, Brock's doing that, and then the next month he's one of the, the headliner for SummerSlam, which is at the Barclays Center.
And they don't even need him for 200 is such an amazing card. It's great that they have him. It's like one more, and it's just when somebody gets hurt, they have that.
Right.
But who are they going to put him up against? I don't know.
But that was.
Hope it's Demetrius Johnson. That's what I want to say. Fucking 180-pound weight difference.
That's why I'm laughing. I got the humor.
They say that Shane Carwin's trying to get a shot with Brock.
Nah, you know what? Shane Carwin has said on Twitter that he would definitely fight him. And Shane hasn't fought in a while. I think he's out. He had injuries, I think. And no, I don't think that it's going to be Shane Carwin. Who would it be? Oh, no, he's light heavyweight. I really don't know.
Yeah.
Because Kane is fighting on that card already. He's fighting Travis Brown. I don't think Mark Hunt's a big enough name. I think Roy Nelson is fighting right before that. I don't know.
All right. There you have it.
There it is.
All right. Thanks, guys. You have a great one.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Yeah, I was... have you seen the video of Sonny Liston pulling a gun on Ali?
There is no video of that, but there's a story. I don't think there's video.
Casino, right?
Yeah. Is there a video of it? Is there a video of them clearing out?
I don't know. What about Jordan winning the title photo? We're still trying to find those.
Oh, yeah, the Jordan dunking.
What video, Kenny? The
video's on my Facebook page.
Oh, isn't that what that's the bus one I saw you tweeted this weekend?
Well, it starts with the bus.
Okay.
Harassing him.
Right. Get on mic for a second. Yeah.
Kenny, just lurking in the corner. Come on.
Club Soda Kenny on Twitter.
I have nothing formative to add.
No, I saw that you tweeted that, so you do in a way because it's Sonny Liston is taunting Ali, or Ali's taunting Liston, and then Ali gets off his bus.
Yeah, I guess he was harassing him because he wanted to fight him.
Right.
He was going to his training camp and stuff. He was giving him a real hard time. He was a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Sonny had enough. He wasn't used to that. He was a fucking dock worker from Philly. He was like an enforcer on the docks. He was a bad guy.
Yeah.
Tough dude.
It's on my Club Soda Kenny Facebook
page. A lot of the Philly guys had a problem with Ali, huh?
Well,
Frazier was from Philly. Sonny Liston. I think there's a third one.
Because all they do is fight out of Philly. Bernard Hopkins. Hopkins. Oh, it wasn't Pernell Whitaker. It was Meldrick Taylor. There was a lot of fighters coming out of Philly, man.
I'm just thinking another fighter out of Philly that fought Ali. I feel like there's a third one in there.
There probably is.
I also have a Twitter page.
What would that be?
I said that.
All right. Well, I need more followers.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I want 30,000.
No, you don't. That just brings more hate. Keep your numbers down, and the hate stays down.
Kenny's beloved on Twitter.
Beloved.
Kenny's beloved.
Yeah.
Good for you, Kenny.
On Twitter as in life, Kenny is a beloved man.
Thank you.
It's Club Soda Kenny on Twitter. That's a good follow, because I never saw this Sonny Liston video before until you tweeted it over the weekend.
He had started a harassment campaign against Liston, trying to force a fight, even going so far as to rent a bus and drive it to Sonny's house while calling him a coward and a bum through a bullhorn. The whole situation finally came to a head when Clay approached Liston at the Desert Inn in Las Vegas, where the champ was shooting craps and losing.
Damn.
Liston was in no mood to be harangued by the mouth from the south.
Shit!
Frightening his young tormentor into a hasty retreat.
I never saw this before.
That's
blanks.
a fake.
They're blanks.
Oh, wow. That was insane.
Wow, but Ali
70s.
doesn't know they're blanks.
No,
at
he did not know
at that point.
Look at that face. He's terrified.
Holy shit! I never saw that video before.
But let the man play craps. You know, he's like taking a shit. He's shit talking to him. He's brushing his teeth. Like,
but he got the fight though. He did get the fight.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that happening now? Back then, it was just it's a great part of history.
He was his he was his own publicist. He knew how to get attention for himself.
Sure did.
Right.
And this goes back to our point and your point, Mark. And then we have none of this anymore.
No,
nothing.
This is a beautiful thing.
But then he did it. But then he would
back it up
in the round that he usually called.
Right.
He would call the round. I'll knock you out in 4. I'll knock you out whatever. So he did a few of those.
He had a little rhyme, and then he would tell you what round it would be.
Yeah, you never want your name rhymed, especially if there was like the word done or through.
Yeah,
that was gonna be a 1 or 2 at the end. You're like, oh no.
But he rented a bus and went right to Sonny Liston's house. Had Cassius Clay on the side of the bus, obviously before he changed his name.
That's a wrestling move.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He understood the whole wrestling thing.
Yeah.
But
he hyped shit up.
He was the heel, but he was likable.
He wasn't likable for a while, and then people kind of changed their tune.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people did not like Ali.
Yeah, people loved him or hated him.
Ali wasn't a fan of Whitey for a while there.
I think he became less a fan of Whitey as time went on.
Yeah.
And, it's hard to blame a black guy in the 60s for not being thrilled with white America.
It's true. And then showbiz is no picnic for the black folk.
There were a lot of people that were rooting for Ali to get knocked out. And then something changed, and everyone was just on his side by the end of his career. Right, Jimmy? It all kind of changed.
When he won the title 3 times, I think that was one when he would come back and he would take again against Foreman. No one thought he was going to win. Mm-hmm. Everyone had Foreman picked,
right?
And he beat. He did some pretty impressive things.
Did you ever see When We Were Kings?
Yes, I was just going to ask you about that. Amazing doc.
Absolutely. I gotta watch it again. I was gonna watch it over the weekend.
Yeah, maybe I'll watch it too.
It's phenomenal.
Is that Netflix?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that one's on Netflix.
Don't know.
I'm on Netflix a lot. I've never seen it just pop up. When they're suggesting all sorts of shit. Great photo. Pete Rose sliding into 3rd. Yes. Did you ever find a list of the greatest sports photos of all time?
Yes, but nothing's in order. Everything's all just kind
That's
of
weird. You would think someone would have made that by now. What did you spill over there?
Nothing. It was just
cum. We were talking about wrestling.
Just lemon.
A little cum snuck out.
Did Nate Diaz really smack Dana White? Someone is calling about that.
I don't know.
Let's go to Chris and find out. Chris.
Hey, Nate Diaz posted on his Twitter and Instagram that him slapping Dana White. A couple websites said completely real.
FoxSports.com we're on. So this is how Nate Diaz negotiates with UFC President Dana White.
The Stockton slap.
We're sitting through a commercial.
I don't know what I don't know this story.
I like when you guys turn us on to shit we haven't seen or know about.
Feels like we would have heard this.
Big Boy did something good.
This is Nate Diaz living the dream and laying a Stockton slap across Dana White's face. Here it is in slow-mo.
He really hits him, but...
So why did he do this? We have no idea, but it looks like it was all done in fun.
Of course it was done in fun.
Getting deals done today. We hope that means something about a possible rematch with Conor McGregor, but for now...
That was obviously set up. Eric? Were you just mumbling over there?
Yeah, I just stopped it. I said, yeah, whatever.
It's set up. Dana's all about it because Dana's waiting for it to happen. Chris? You're bailing on us now? All right. Yeah. Let's say hi to Patrick in New Jersey. Patrick.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey.
When you see that, it's a film, but video clip of Ali when he's standing over him, it's literally a split second. I mean, the guy had to click with those old cameras, and he had to click on that just at the right time, or that photo never would have happened. I always thought he was just standing over him. From seeing that shot, I always thought he was just standing over taunting him. But it was.
I don't know if he was sitting there going click. I think they had a few clicks back in the day.
But it was still. It had to be perfect. I mean, watch the video. You'll see how fast he did it. It wasn't like he was even just like standing over him, for more than a second, not even.
But I think the cameras were capable of just like clicking multiple times in a second, right?
Well, what year was it? Was it those flash bulbs?
1960. Was it 62?
Is it that
old?
I don't know. I'm asking.
No.
That
was the Olympics.
No, it wasn't 62. I don't know what year, though. I mean, I would guess.
What year did Ali win the title?
I would guess.
Or was that the second fight? That might have been the second fight.
65.
65?
Wow.
That was the first time, right?
That was when that photo was taken.
Was that the first or second Liston fight?
No, I believe that's the first time.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so iconic.
Oh, you know what? The second fight is what they called the Phantom Punch. That was what the big thing from the second fight was. When him and Liston fought the second time, there was that punch that it looked like they thought it was a fix.
Yeah.
Because they didn't think that Ali hit him.
Right.
And when you see it in slow motion, you could see he did hit him, and I think that he actually lifted his feet when he hit him. Like, he hit him really hard.
Right, here it is.
The Phantom Punch, yeah.
We're tweeting all this shit out today, so. It's in slow motion.
Oh, wow.
That's not it. That was the first one. Where's the Phantom?
Yeah, that's not the Phantom.
Go to the Phantom Punch.
There's the Phantom. Is it the same thing?
Is it?
I killed the audio. Come on. He rocked his chest.
Oh, wow.
It looks like he didn't really hit him.
But that's the same.
That was the same thing in slow motion.
Maybe.
That was the same thing in slow motion. He absolutely fucking hit him.
I love this
with
slip.
a right.
Look at that. Boom.
Yeah, that would do damage. Of course it would.
Such a quick right.
And then the left missed because he was already falling down. Right.
Have you seen the one with where he dodges 21 punches in a row? That's a hell of a video.
I've done that.
With his hands down.
Hands down. Yeah, he's in the corner of the ring. Just
I saw that over the weekend, too.
That was a great one.
What fight was that?
Couldn't tell you.
Who did he fight?
Boxing fight.
I think it was a black guy.
This was taken from an exhibition match. Ali fought against Michael Dokes. Remember Michael Dokes?
Oh, my God, yeah.
That's a name I haven't thought of in a long time. 1977. This was an exhibition. This wasn't even a real fight.
Look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah,
9,
he's
10,
trying
11.
to hit him, and Ali's just moving really quick.
And watch, he does a little shake at the end just to taunt him. There it is.
Wow.
We'll tweet that out.
How embarrassing.
I know.
Trying to hit a guy who's literally Ali had both hands on the ropes. Like he was in the corner.
Oh, man.
I call that corner roping.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a technical term.
It certainly is.
Rope-a-doke.
You watch, they're all going to use it.
Yes, Ali fought Frazier 3 times, not twice. Thank you, JD, in good old Baltimore.
Yeah, he beat him twice.
Wow, look at that. Who's got the knot on their head?
Holy hell.
Whose knot is that? Now we're on the top 10 most shocking moments, boxing moments.
Scandal. That's what YouTube does to you.
I know.
It's a wormhole.
You get in a damn fucking loop.
Yeah.
Damn YouTube loop.
I love a good YouTube loop. You can just get lost on it.
Great,
yeah, absolutely.
Asian horror. YouTube loop.
So that's it on Ali. I mean, what are we supposed to do? Gerry Cooney might call in just to talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, he sent me a text this morning. Like 6:10, I get a text from Gerry Cooney. It's a cool press conference photo. Did you get the same text?
Usually, let me see. I don't know if I'm privy to the Cooney text this morning. No, I'm not.
Yeah, men of similar ilk will text each other. Just a couple of warriors, Gerry and myself. After he showed me how to throw a punch, it's...
He texted me, but it just said, you up.
Good old Cooney. Yeah, we'll have him on in about an hour. Got Dan Soder coming in today with Michelle Wolf. We got Stacy Dash.
Oh, I love her.
You love Stacy Dash?
Physically.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty smoking.
Oh, my God, as a kid. I heard she's a nut, but as a kid.
She's nuts.
Yeah.
Her latest, she wants transgender people to what?
Go in the bushes?
Go in the bushes?
Was she just joking?
Wow. Bushes.
So hot.
Look at that hiney.
Oh, my God. Come on.
Yeah, that was Playboy, too. That's some real shit right there. There's no photoshopping going on there with Stacy Dash.
Oh, so hot. She's half Mexican.
Is she?
Yeah.
Half Mexican, half black.
And Mexican. How old is she?
She's...
Maybe 45 now.
Is that really her? No.
Ooh. Yeah, she did that in 2006.
Yeah, those are the Playboy photos.
I mean the one with the legs open.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I doubt it.
Where?
No, that's not her
Okay.
at all.
Which one?
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, but she wants the transgender people to use the bushes.
Wow. That's not bad.
She knows how to get people talking.
Yeah.
So she's coming in. And Chuck D and the rest of the gang from the new band, Prophets of Rage.
Ooh.
It's Rage Against the Machine and kind of Public Enemy getting together. Bit of a super group.
All right, boy.
Be Real from Cypress Hill.
Oof, bet that's an annoying tour bus.
Sorry, I should have said that. Yeah.
Cool.
And Tommy Morello, who's not coming in today to promote, but we got Chuck D and Tim. Tim
Comerford.
Thank you. Yeah, he's the drummer from Rage Against the Machine.
He's the bass player.
Oh, he's the bass player.
He's the one who climbed up the scaffolding. He's the one who believes that ISIS isn't real and that he confronted Buzz Aldrin about the moon landing and stuff like that.
Who's this?
Tim Comerford. He's coming in.
Yeah, we've had him on before.
Okay.
I don't know why I was thinking he was the drummer. You're absolutely right. He's the bass player, and he says some outrageous things as well.
Yeah, he hung out on the scaffolding at the MTV VMAs.
How does he not? How does he not think ISIS is real?
He thinks it's all high production propaganda videos so that we can go drop bombs on people.
There's like I said, there's a safety in that. People believe that a lot of times. You know, I always feel that they want to be safe, and to them it's easier to swallow the fact that the government's so powerful that it would do something terrible like that than the fact is like, no, we're really in danger, and there's really people who would put on a fucking suicide vest and cut your head off.
Yeah.
Not in the same moment, of course.
We certainly do figure out how to get into some confrontations.
Yes, we do.
The United States definitely tries to figure that out.
Let's we mind everybody's business. Can we mind everybody's business?
He says that he confronted Buzz Aldrin at a movie premiere once about the moon landing being fake.
Yeah.
And he claims that Buzz stuttered and stumbled and said, I'm trying to remember what they told me to say.
He's probably kidding.
Yeah, he was joking with the guy.
Think?
Oh, sorry.
No, but he thinks it's serious. And whether or not Buzz actually said that, like, he thinks that he was totally serious.
We've had Buzz on enough that he would absolutely do something like that because he's just sick of hearing it.
Yeah. I remember what they told me to say.
Right.
Didn't he take a swing at a guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bart Sybil.
Oh, well, nice.
I think the guy's name is Bart Sybil.
By the way, you ripping ass?
No.
Oh, man. Somebody is letting them fly, E-Rock.
Whew. Might be my jeans.
Oh, no. Are they smelly?
They really smell,
every 10 minutes.
But they're washed.
Wait, well, then why are you sure they smell if they're washed?
I'm smelling like...
E-Rock, go smell Opie's crotch.
No. I'm getting crazy fart whiffs.
No, it doesn't smell like farts, but my jeans smell bad today, and I know they were washed and
maybe they sat in the washer and got moldy.
Yeah,
that happens.
And then they were hung, and now they're. I just want to take them off.
Please do.
Yeah.
Give us all a look at those
Fruit of the Loom.
Hughes Gams.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Kenny was on Amy Schumer.
Kenny's been on Amy Schumer all season long. How many appearances for you, Kenny?
Yes, Amy has been very kind to me. But as long as we're talking about me, there's a video I would like to share from my Facebook page that really made me LOL.
What is it?
That one right there.
No, I know, but what's the setup?
You'll see.
Really? It doesn't need a setup?
What's going on, guys?
All right.
Hey, my name is Isaiah. I'm going to show you guys a new challenge. It's called the Taser Challenge. Are you down? Let's find out. You know what I'm saying? This is what you do. You put the knife in your mouth, any type of metal object. Turn that bitch all the way up. Put it on there. Nice and smooth. Only real niggas do this shit.
He's holding it in his teeth.
My nigga taught me this shit.
Oh, the leg's coming up. He's flopping like a fish out of water.
Wow.
Wow.
That's fucked up.
Hell no. Oh, shit. Oh.
He's coming
But he's
back
okay.
Up. He's still down.
Fuck, man.
He's still down. Here, all right, now he's coming back up.
Damn. Fuck.
Good for him for putting it out.
Club Soda Kenny on Facebook if you want to see the video.
Yeah, there's some other cute videos up there also.
It's okay. This is very good, and it just sold your Facebook page.
Yeah.
So what he puts a metal knife in his mouth. He's clenching down on it, and then he tases the fucking knife.
Yeah.
And man, does he go over in an instant.
Well, he has a perfect face. So he's just like, what have I done?
Yeah.
Then he goes down.
Fuck that. Who's gonna fucking follow his lead?
There's some quick videos like of a slap fight.
Is that the two white guys up there? That was a funny looking video.
Yeah.
Keep going. Up. Keep going. Right there. What are those two doing?
That's
a fist
just
fight?
a quick knockout.
Ooh, I love a knockout.
So you got the money? Not really.
I would have. Oh,
hands in the pockets.
What you mean you don't got my damn money?
Oh, wow. You knew the guy with his hands in the pocket was going to knock him out.
Yeah, he had his hands in his
just knew.
pockets, and he was very confident.
Yeah.
If you're talking to a guy you're about to fight, and he's confident with his hands in his pockets,
Right. Yeah.
you should leave.
Yeah, that's a pretty good video, too.
I'd have thrown a karate kick right
But
there.
look at my caption. That's the moral of the story.
What is the moral? If someone is close enough to touch you, they are close enough to kill you.
Ooh.
Right.
Well, it's from your book of feel-good quotes.
And then there's another quick
is there what?
slap fight video. Keep going up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the old lady dancing?
Oh, that one with the other black guy is funny too. But
ooh, the guy covered his ear. Okay, wow, I would never do that. You have your ear covered, probably, so you can't damage it, right, Kenny?
Yeah.
This is a real thing?
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard of this. This is crazy.
Oh, fuck that.
Oh. All right, now, whose dick is hard?
I've seen him where teeth fly out.
From a slap fight?
Yeah.
I would hate that.
Well, that guy took that slap pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll tweet out all this shit. Now it's his turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus.
I would hate this.
Guy on the left's a lot bigger than the guy on the right.
Yeah.
He's thick.
But you got to watch those ears.
The big guy's ready to...
He's got to take it.
Knock him out.
Oh,
You knocked him out with a slap?
And they got a guy right there to catch you.
Yeah.
Smart.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Wow. Why the fuck would you do that?
And that guy lights his balls on fire.
Why?
Kenny's just having fun with his Facebook page. Why is he lighting his balls on fire?
I don't know. You can't tell what they say.
Wow, yeah.
Oh, shit.
His entire crotches. Oh, now they're just fucking slapping him in his dick to put out the fire.
I would hate that.
It's a perfect comedy.
Yes. I give some good advice for this video.
What do you say about this?
Let's read the advice.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Oh, well, it's a little too late for that.
Yeah, well, they didn't know because, they don't speak this language.
I see.
How do you find your vids?
I'm all about social media.
He really enjoys his time on the internet.
All right.
Yeah.
He's constantly searching for the best videos.
This is a good one at Bernie Sanders.
What's the Bernie Sanders one?
It's quick. Remember last week people got locked up? This is a different angle. There you go.
Shit.
You get what you deserve.
Wow, those guys aren't playing.
What happened?
Well, I guess they were getting a little too close to Bernie before Bernie was making one of his speeches.
You got to start from the beginning again, Eric. Just watch it right from the beginning. The guy with the asp.
Ooh, and this fucking hits him hard.
Tanya Harding them.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
Those are all Secret Service guys?
Yeah.
And they got a baton?
Yeah, those are foldable asps. They collapse.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Well, this is great radio.
Yeah.
Do they hurt?
We went one video too many. All right, we're going to take a break. Club Soda Kenny on Facebook, Club Soda Kenny on Twitter, right?
Yes.
All right.
I'm too ugly for Instagram.
Come on.
Oh, Kenny.
Take pictures of other
Too
things.
ugly for Facebook, too.
Yes.
You're not supposed to really take your own picture on Instagram, I guess.
I don't know. Paul does a lot of Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like every morning he posts a picture of buildings or clouds or whatever.
Or whatever?
Yeah.
Are you saying it's nonsense, Kenny?
I don't know. He should be focusing on pussy.
Well, maybe there's a young lady out there that enjoys his photos on Instagram.
That's a good point.
What about that, Kenny?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Great words of advice again.
What should he be taking pictures of then? Instead of buildings and clouds and...
They banned that. You can't put that stuff up.
Yeah.
What?
You got to keep it...
Pictures of pussies.
No, you can't.
Instagram will take your shit down if it's too sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
Just let him live and be well.
Thank you, Kenny. Mark Norman is here. He's playing Caroline's Wednesday. What a little special midweek gig at Caroline's.
Oh, yeah. Come on out, 8 o'clock. I need you, folks. Anybody who lives in the city, Jersey, Connecticut, come on by.
Long Island,
baby.
Westchester.
All that.
Oh, my God. If you like Mark on the show, you got a chance to see him at Caroline's locally here in New York this Wednesday in Times Square.
Yeah, cheap ticket. I'm running my hour for Comedy Central. I'm running it there. So
nice.
Tight and ready to go.
Very, very cool. And Jimmy is hitting the road again this weekend. I believe it's West Hampton.
Saturday, West Hampton Beach, 8 o'clock show. And then the weekend after, I got Albuquerque and Salt Lake City, Orlando and Atlanta, Edmonton, Fargo, Minneapolis, a whole bunch of cities, Columbus, Ohio, Pittsburgh, and Toronto. So just go to my website. There should be links. The Columbus link, I'm not sure if that's up. I tweeted it, but I didn't send that to my web guy.
Okay.
So if you have to, just it's probably Ticketmaster for Columbus, but I am going to be there.
All right. Very cool. JimNorton.com for all the dates. On the way, Dan Soder and Michelle Wolf, and then a little later, Gerry Cooney and Stacy Dash and the gang from Prophets of Rage. Stay there.
Yeah. I love them.
I was smoking cigarettes just outside.
We're back with Mark Norman, and now Dan Soder has joined the room.
It's true. Dan is spoiling the fun.
Yes,
he is.
Jim.
I teased him.
Are you old enough to understand Muhammad Ali?
Yeah.
You didn't get to see any of his actual fights, though, when they went down?
No. I was young enough that it was a bummer when he fought.
Oh, really? You're at that stage?
My dad was super into boxing, and when I was a kid, he would just bummed when they would announce. After the Holmes fight, he was just kind of like, I don't want.
That's the famous where Cosell's like even Ali, right?
Yeah.
Time has caught up with Ali.
Yeah.
He wasn't even that old. Ali made it to what age before he retired?
I don't know.
40s?
I want to say he might have made it to 40 boxing.
Who's his last fight? Was it Trevor Berbick?
Yes, it was, because I think Tyson wanted revenge for beating up Ali.
Yeah. Yep.
The Burb.
Yeah, good old Burbs.
It sounds like a kid.
It was a 10-round decision, though.
1981.
Yeah. He was 39 years old?
December of 81 when he retired.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I never saw him fight. It was always just talked about that. My dad was always bummed with the way he went out.
Right. Well,
and I grew up in the Tyson era.
Oh, yeah. Those were good years.
That was that was a good time for all.
Yeah, all that rape.
I think it was one.
One rape? Gibbons? Robin Gibbons?
That was his wife.
No, Givens.
Givens.
That was his wife.
I think he raped her for sure.
You're like one of my mom's friends where you just start fucking saying shit.
Throwing out names.
Oh, yeah, I think he's dead. You're like, no, he's alive.
I think he got fucked in that whole rape thing.
I do too, and
Really?
I didn't until I heard him explain it. And then I heard him explain it. I'm like, yeah, he did seem like he got fucked by Desiree Washington.
Patrice had one of my favorite jokes about it was for eating her out. He goes, how do you eat a pussy rapey? There was that on his half hour.
Oh, yeah.
Bit. Shut up, bitch! He was doing that, spreading the lips. Shut up! That's like one of my favorite old Patrice bits.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't buy her story, which is bad to say.
No, not if you don't buy it. It's fair.
I know, but then the women get fucking pissed off, and then it's like, well, that's why more women don't come forward.
Oh, boy.
But Desiree Washington supposedly did that, accused somebody else.
I heard that.
There was some weird, strange, shady shit in there. So
Yeah, I don't know what happened to her. She just went away. I'm guessing she's married and, doing
her own thing somewhere.
That's got to be awkward if you're married to her and you just bring it up one day. You're like, did he really rape you?
Yeah, I don't really buy it.
I know we've been married for 15 years, but I just don't believe it.
Yeah, I saw his one-man show, and it seems pretty believable.
I'll tell you this, he is likable.
And he seems pretty honest. I gotta be honest.
And you're gonna be honest. I know the whole Better for Worse. Did he rape you?
I won't say anything.
Yeah, hey, it's between us, man and husband.
Look, I was mad.
Yeah, I don't know. I believe Tyson when he was telling us, and whatever. But
Speaking of rape, I had my first ever fan girl email me and say, if you want to fuck, here's a bunch of photos, let's do it. Nashville.
I wouldn't say that's rape.
Yeah, it's a segue. It's a segue.
That's a terrible
segue.
You went from rape to completely consensual offering of sex.
Sex.
There was zero tie-in, actually. You couldn't have found a more opposite example.
I thought it was going to end with, so we fucked, and now she's accusing me of rape.
Yeah. No.
Holy fuck, you might want to explain yourself a little bit.
It's a happy ending.
Speaking of 9/11, I had a peanut butter milkshake.
What the hell, man? That's quite the stretch.
Yeah. Speaking of rape, we went out to a nice dinner and we made love that evening.
Speaking of the Holocaust, I did a Jewish gig last Thursday.
Yeah, it's completely wrong.
So what? She was very forward and
very forward. Sent a bunch of photos and said, "I'll be at the show if you want to hang out after." It's 100%. I said, "Great," and we met. And pretty wild lady.
I think you're talking about our Tennessee Dick Queen, as we call her on the bonfire. Her name's
know her?
Or Leslie.
Wow, jeez, yeah.
I think she's okay with it. We talk about
What
it on
is
the
she?
bonfire.
Fuck a lot of comedians.
She sends us pictures of naked photos a lot to
Let
the
me see
bonfire
her.
on Comedy Central Radio.
Yeah,
Let me see the
you.
Tennessee Dick Queen.
Yeah, that's what I call her.
That's a great. That's like a Johnny Cash song. Tennessee Flat Top Box.
Knoxville in 1965.
Can we see pictures of this?
Sure, hang tight.
You
there.
banged her?
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Yeah! She's like, that's awesome. Good for you. It's like shaking the hand of a celebrity. You got to meet a celebrity.
Stinky hand.
Yeah.
What's he look like?
Hang on
Why are you
there.
getting Jim Norton Zanies? I'm at a Zanies.
But either way,
Wait, how do you know her, Dan?
Because she sends us dick pics and stuff.
Oh, wow, look at that, Heine.
this is the best shot.
Damn.
Hey!
Where you make it bigger.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but
That's
she's
what
a nice
she said.
pussy.
Hold on. You ruined it.
Is that a plump vag?
Big veg.
Really?
A lot of lip.
I just love seeing
Ooh, someone's little eyes light up.
If Jim was a dog, one of his ears would have gone up.
Let me see that one.
It's not too big, but
it's nice.
It's a full lip.
She's a nice asshole, too.
Oh, you're telling me.
She has a roidless asshole, which is nice.
Yeah.
You ever have a girl send you an asshole photo, and it looks like fucking Mitch Blood Green's face and typing him?
Yeah, it looks like she got fucking Martin Short and pure luck. Starts fucking ballooning up.
You hit it with a sponge and Q-tips?
Yeah, this is that's a nice pure asshole she has.
Yeah, so we met up at a bar, and she goes, "Here, take this." And I was like, "What's this?" She's like, "It's a Cialis."
Jesus.
And I was like, I don't really have a boner problem. I'll be fine. She's like, "Just in case. I want to go all night."
Do you know how intimidating that is sexually? That's like
nuts.
That's like you're going to get into a bar fight with a guy and he hands you a mouthpiece. And he's like, I'm going to fuck some shit up.
Yeah, you better take this now.
Girl only hands me Cialis the second time I try to fuck her. I remember last time here. So you take it?
Yeah, of course.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
How long did you fuck her for?
It was a while. It was a couple hours.
You wore a condom?
Oh, yeah.
How many times?
Jeez. Ugh. I don't know. 4 or 5.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of beach. She would do that thing where she's like, all right, I'm going to go. She's on her knees putting her, bag together, and I put the dick on her face, and back at it.
Yeah, that's like that's like when a tired dog doesn't want to play fetch, but then you're like,
Yeah, of course you get.
I can always go for one more.
Yeah.
Starts wiggling her ass. Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, no kidding.
Good times.
Yeah, she sends us videos of her banging dudes, so maybe you'll be one of the next videos.
Well, are they taken surreptitiously or no?
She's not like in a, I don't know if,
I want to see a video of her sucking dick. Yes, I want to see her.
I think her husband's gay. She's married.
I think they're in an open relationship.
What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, they're out there, folks. They're out there.
I'm telling you, Big J is amazing at getting nudie photos sent, and then he got us this gold mine, which also Mark.
Yeah, it's nice to be on the list.
Did you wear a bag?
I did.
All right.
I brought a couple bags on the trip.
Was it exhausting with the Cialis, or was it?
No, I'd never taken one before, and it was. It just felt like you were 18 again.
Huh?
Like you just go and go and go, and it hurt after a while.
Yeah,
there's some soreness.
Were you done with it? But you know what I mean? Like you finally had it.
Yeah, well, I mean, after she's gone, you're like, all right, you got to put an ice pack on there. It's a lot.
Yeah, you take a full one.
Yeah.
What's
how
what
long-
milligrams?
I don't know.
How long does it take for it to like subside?
Depends on what one you take. There's the daily, and then there's the ones that stay in you for a few days. Like Viagra's a 1 day thing, but Cialis can stay in there a couple days.
Yeah.
So you might have been boned up at the airport trying to leave.
I was. I woke up with a boner, then you're like, come on. Then you just to shower, it goes away, then you're just sitting there and it comes back.
It's like you're hanging out with one of your cousin's friends. You're like, aren't you going to leave? I don't want to be friends with you. Right, someone stays at your house for too long.
Yeah.
That's a great though when your dick just jumps up all the time. I love that.
I love a boner on the plane.
Really?
I love a plane boner.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know, because I'm just like, I'm stuck here. I got a boner. I got a hand in the pocket.
No, I always have a blanket over me. I always put the blanket over, and you got
guys, hold on. I feel like
Wolf. We're talking about boners.
I had one this morning.
I've never met you, but you walked in and we're talking about boners on an airplane.
I feel like my wife showed up. I'm like, guys, she's cool with it.
Yeah.
It's all right. We can keep talking boners.
All right.
Wait, a boner on an airplane?
Yeah.
Every airplane ride, I get a boner.
Mark likes having boners on an airplane.
Ride.
Pretty much, yeah. I don't know what it is. I love that.
You like flying.
He's like an autistic kid.
Yeah, he's just so amazed at the miracle of flight. Wow.
Aviation.
Yeah. This big silver ship.
Wait, every
pilot.
airplane ride.
Pretty much, yeah.
How far into the flight? Take off, or you have to be cruising for a little
take
while?
off. I fall asleep immediately every takeoff, and then I wake up with a boner, and then I just have a boner for the flight.
You know, there's at least had to have been one person that watched that happen, where they're just like reading a magazine, they just know your pants start growing.
Well, I appreciate that.
You wake up and you're like, hey.
Do you cover it up, or is it out there for the world?
I just keep it, side thigh, just tighten it up.
Yeah, you got to kind of point down and tuck it. It's very uncomfortable.
So it feels good because it's like that hot dick on your thigh.
It feels good because it's that hot dick on your thigh. That's the gayest sentence.
Yeah, don't get that soundbite.
Well, we all laughed because we totally get it.
Oh yeah,
and when you feel your own warmth on your thigh, it's kind of nice.
So hot.
It also sounds like
nice.
It sounds like a Motley Crue lyric.
Hot dick on your thigh. Yeah. I don't know. Right when I put my pilot wings on, I get hard.
They walk you to your seat.
Then they take him to meet the captain, and he comes out with a little tent in his pants.
I saw all the levers.
Do you ever relieve?
No, I never do. My friend does, but I can't do it.
There's no way. I can barely piss on an airplane.
Yeah, too much pressure.
I mean, if everyone else is falling asleep and you're just kind of playing a little pocket pool.
Yeah, but I see what you do. You get the boner. You get a travel boner.
Yeah.
That way it kind of makes traveling a little bit faster because you got your mind elsewhere.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Distracted. Plus, there's just a different air pressure. There's the vibration of the flight.
Yes.
Something nice happening.
You're relaxed. You're comfortable.
Yeah.
This is what you walked into, Michelle.
Hey, I mean...
It's all good. I understand.
Wait, I got a question for you, little lady. I have a friend who does yoga, and she gets orgasms in yoga. Have you heard of this?
First of all, I don't do yoga because that's not exercise.
Wow.
A lot of people disagree with that.
Yeah, she does work out like a mercenary.
Yoga's just stretching. It's not a real thing.
It's not a real thing.
No, I've never heard that.
They call it coregasms, and it's apparently a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
They just start popping off in yoga.
Yeah.
It's part of the experience?
That's what I heard. This is a girl thing.
Wait, but what part of yoga? Have you heard that?
Something with abdominals and their leg lifting, and it touches stuff.
There's a position called knuckle pussy where they
are they up against something? Or are they just
No, just stretching.
No, it's probably when you're doing some position where your ankle is hitting your clit or your lips. You're doing some weird stretch.
It has I can't imagine someone. I mean, that just sounds like some tantric.
Yeah.
That is what. Look it up, E-Rock. Get out. What are you doing?
He's on his phone. How about you get in there and look up some some yoga
The only thing I ever get, sometimes if you run too hard, you pee yourself. That's
oh, wow.
I think you just went the opposite direction.
Yeah.
How do you pee yourself if you run too hard?
No, that's like when I used to race, because I used to run track, when you'd run so hard, you'd pee yourself. You just lose control of your abdominal muscles, and you just pee.
Really?
Wow.
It's like a real, long distance runners, they all pee themselves all the time. Some of them also shit themselves.
Marathon
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Well, the Boston Marathon is the famous one back in the late 90s.
The shitting while running?
She shit, pee, and I think she was having her period, and she won the race.
And she won? She got the quad.
London Marathon, a year or two ago, a woman the what's her name? I can't fucking remember her name. She's
Julie Louis-Dreyfus.
She stopped to shit.
Ah.
Yeah.
Like at a 7-Eleven?
No, just on the side of the road.
What?
Yeah.
No, a lot of people do that though.
What? But that's like, what? But like
A lot of people, they'll just run behind a building and shit, puke, take a leak, all that. Yeah,
I saw number 8 before.
But I'm talking about
like the winner. Like she's the
really.
one.
In my eyes, she is. Yeah, if she stopped and took a dump. God bless her.
You can't take a dump and then actually win the race. It must have been a shitty race.
But I want to know how a woman orgasms during yoga, because that seems impossible.
Corgasm, baby. Give it a Google.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
All right, we're looking up corgasm.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's probably where her clit's hitting again. She has nice feet, too. Ooh, she's a good one. God damn, she has
Loving
nice
the
big
feet.
fucking... Nice...
Wait, is she about to orgasm on this video?
I don't know. I don't hear any sound.
I am.
What happened to our sound on this?
It's a vinyasa yoga class with Sam.
Inhale, exhale, 3.
Wow, who is she?
4.
Yeah, she's all right.
Nice
5.
calves.
Steady yourself and be calm.
Nice blue colors.
Yeah.
Oh, there looks like a little rubbing going on there.
He's got an anklet.
Her boyfriend's just pissed she puts this video up. He's like, hey, do you
And
see
last one. And lift. Exhale, lower down.
Yeah, I bet it's the way that the pants rub the crotch.
Good. So from our bridge
But it's a
thrust,
bummer because I couldn't get her off. And then she's talking about yoga.
The lower abdominals. Pressing
Wait,
your
so this
legs
is a
up to
girl
feeling
I was hooking up with.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, yoga, I keep jizzing. And I'm like, oh, thanks.
Yeah,
bitch.
tantra sex. Oh, do you know how badly I would fuck her? Oh, she would hate me.
Oh, yeah. She was a real fit, taut workout lady.
She's wonderful.
Now look up Uda Pippig from the Boston Marathon. I got to show you this. These pictures.
This is her shitting?
This is how she finished the race. I think it's UT. Yeah, there you go.
She shit behind a building?
No. This was the Boston Marathon, and it was just all running down her legs as she was competing. Here you go.
All right.
Here we go.
And her period.
Hey.
Whoa!
That might have been from
That's like a
falling.
knee, though.
Yeah, hold on.
All right, I'm hard again.
Keep going.
Oh, boy. She's happy about it, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what a mess.
Look up the story, but supposedly she lost
yakking.
She lost some functions, or she was having a period, or.
So you peed yourself, Ronnie. You never shit yourself?
No. I never did like a lot of my friends that did steeplechase. They'll shit themselves.
What's steeplechase?
It's when you it's 3,000 meters, but you jump over a couple hurdles, including one with like a water pit, like a fucking horse.
Oh wow!
And some people they'd say when they jump they would shit a little bit. Yeah.
Oh wow!
When I shit myself at Bobby Kelly's house, it was because I walked downstairs. And I think that was like
the gravity pushed it out.
And I think my butthole got a little bit of daylight, and I shit all in my underwear.
Did you really?
Wait, were you having a problem? Or
I was sick, and I was on antibiotics, and it was when he lived in Hell's Kitchen, and I was dog sitting for him, and I was at the cellar drinking beers, and I felt it, and I will never shit at the cellar because I don't ever want to shit at that bathroom.
Yeah, I don't do it.
Mark, read that line so that we can move on from this dumb thing.
Uda Pippig won the 1996 Boston Marathon in the midst of menstrual bleeding and diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
All right.
That's a double.
Thank you.
There you go.
Opie.
So what happened? You walking down the steps?
Yeah, so I took a cab back. I was dog sitting for Bobby, and I felt in the cab. I felt like I had to shit. And so I was like sideways the whole cab, like with my ass in the air, kind of.
Yeah.
And then I got to Bobby's, and he had a punch code, and I had only stayed there one night, so I got the punch code and won, which I was amazed. I opened the door, and he had the spiral staircases, and his bathroom was downstairs. And the second I put my foot on the stair to go downstairs, I just felt shit drop in my underwear.
Ooh.
And then I ran downstairs and
the dogs were like, really, cocksucker?
Yeah. The dogs were going nuts. I was like, you guys wait. Diva and Kelby were just like, just barking at me.
You weren't going for a fart?
Take you out?
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. They wanted to rub my nose in it.
Oh, man, shitting. When I was a kid, I was on a field trip, and I was wrestling with another kid, and I shit myself during the wrestling, and Eddie goes, he shit himself! It was a whole thing, and we had to ride the bus back, and I remember the bus driver put newspaper down on the bus seat, and He was like, hold on, kid. He's putting the newspaper down. And then he's like, all right, now sit on it, you sick fuck.
Were you embarrassed?
Oh, my God. The whole bus was loaded. I had to load last. I was in the front seat.
He's had it with kids shitting on his bus.
Yeah.
Wait, this was in school?
Yeah.
That's old hat for him. He's like, which one did it? I got caught trying to get rid of the evidence of shitting my pants. When I was at like an after-school program, I shit my pants on the playground, and then I tried throwing them away in the bathroom, and this older kid walked in, and he's like, why are you throwing away your underwear? And I was like, I'm not throwing away my underwear. I had these Superman underwear. And he's like, why are you throwing away your underwear? I was like, I'm not doing that. I was just holding it. Yeah. And then he came in and fished it out. He's like, oh, Soder shit his pants. I was like, oh. It was the worst.
That is the worst.
Why did that guy pick up your underwear?
Because he's vicious.
It's ball busting 101.
He was right. Yes, that's what the Superman. There was an S that stood for shit. That's what he did.
Oh God, I remember when he fucking fished it out, and then I was like, I was mortified. I was like
with a pencil.
Yeah, I was like 8 or 9, and it was like, it was kid jail. It was like after school program.
Yeah,
where your parents just leave you with a bunch of other little fucking convicts.
I was in it,
and so everyone was like, And then for like a month, I had to fight a kid to shut him up. That was like one of my first fights because this kid just kept being like, "You shit yourself," and I was going to the pool one day. He's like, "You gonna shit in the pool?" And I fucking,
you finally had it.
Fucking knocked him out.
Well, this is a fair question by him when you look back on it.
That was an irrational punch.
Yeah, that was actually a really good.
He's like, I just wanted to, I was swimming too.
Yeah.
For the sake of hepatitis.
You had a reputation.
That was the worst.
That's funny.
I shit my pants a lot as a child. I just did. I didn't like. I had some weird thing with the bathroom unless I was home.
Yeah, okay.
I always holding my duty.
You're one of those.
Yeah, it's like antisocial weird behavior.
Would you be sitting in your own shit in class?
Yeah, it would smell rusty after a while.
Oh, yeah.
Rusty.
Wow. I'll never forget the smell of rust.
And it gets hard in your pants.
Yes,
it's like
it
you're sitting on
certainly
bark.
does.
How many times have you guys shit yourself?
Oh, boy.
There's a lot.
Once. It happened to me once, and then I was like, never again.
How old were you when you?
5.
Okay.
And it was my dad used to play racquetball, and so every once in a while,
it's such a crusty dad sport. It's like when my mom used to make me go to her boyfriend's swim meets.
Yeah.
Do they even have racquetball anymore?
We would go every once in a while, me and my brothers, but I was little and I had no one to go to the bathroom with.
And your dad's like,
and yeah.
He's playing Michael Douglas in Wall Street. She's shitting her pants in the fucking.
Sell, buy, Michelle, what's going on?
I had to go duty.
He's got tiny shorts and a big phone.
Yeah, fucking tight goggles on.
If you want to make Michelle fucking shit herself, just throw a racquetball against the wall. So you just held it until you couldn't hold it anymore?
Well, I held it, but I was little. I didn't have anyone to go to the bathroom with, and I couldn't go in the boys' bathroom, and I just shit myself. And then I remember
in that racquetball, that's a boxed in space too.
Yeah, it's squeaky
we
clean.
were watching. We weren't even in the. We were just watching him play racquetball. I don't even know why we were there. I think my mom had to do something.
There's nothing worse than shitting your pants when you're far from home or far from being able to take care of it.
Yes.
That's the farthest. That's Michelle's dad.
Yes.
1977 National Racquetball Championships. Oh my God, looks awful.
Just a kid shitting somewhere. Dad, please. Hold on.
The worst sound.
Because you're making shit.
And that squeaking of sneakers.
Yes. It's so. Look, there's nothing in there. It's such a isolated, sad sport. Just in a box.
It is such an 80s sport.
Yeah, people don't fucking play racquetball anymore.
That was definitely for the cocaine generation.
Maybe a little retro action people play it, but
it is also. It's like a super gay.
Is it?
Thing. It just seems like it is.
Hey,
I don't know if it is.
That would have been you in the crowd, Michelle.
Yes.
They're all laughing at some girl.
But after that,
They're laughing at some
They're laughing at some girl who's covered in shit.
That guy had a strong mustache, though.
Yeah, he sure did.
Damn.
I was a bedwetter, and wetting the bed at a friend's house, nothing worse. You have to go the whole day, just covered in urine.
Why would you even go to someone else's house if you knew that?
I would just be like, I'll fight it. I'll get through the night.
When did you stop? I was never a bedwetter, so when did you start getting out of that?
It was late. It was like 13.
What?
Yeah, it was real bad.
Jesus.
Really developed me.
That's embarrassing at that age.
Yeah.
So when you were like, that's middle school. I mean, that's 8th grade.
Yeah.
8th grader.
But it started, first it was like twice a week, 3 times a week, and then when I got older, it'd be like once a month, and then maybe twice a year, and then...
Then when you're 30, it becomes cool again.
Yeah. She's like, I met this guy, and
you get one in every once in a while?
I get one in every now and then when I'm like blacking out. I've peed on a couple one-night stands. Which is nothing worse. You wake up and you're like, you try to blame it on her.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I've done that. I blacked out and peed the bed, and then I tried to blame it on her.
Yeah.
I just threw more blankets on it. And
Right.
I was like,
just cover it up.
Wow, what's going on in here? Why is it all wet? Do you feel wet? Why is it warm?
Right.
I've done it like 3 or 4 times in adult life, and I'm never embarrassed by it.
Really?
What?
I'm such a poor sleeper. I always felt like it meant that's how tired I was, that my body didn't even wake me up to piss. I actually don't mind it when I do it. It's very, very rare, but it's happened 3 or 4 times.
Really?
Yeah, I don't care at all.
I'm very secure. I've never, no.
No, it just means I got a good night's sleep.
Regard.
Yeah. I had one of those, I had so many bedwetting problems that I would take pills that didn't work. So my parents bought me this thing called a good night alarm. And you put it on your underwear, and when it felt moisture, it would beep.
It's electricity.
Yeah, exactly.
Shock your little dickhead.
Yeah, my dick was tased.
Hey, Mark, when you go to sleep tonight, we're going to put this Die-Hard car battery next to you and an exposed wire between your crotch.
But here's the thing. It didn't work because I peed on it. I shorted it out. It broke.
So funny. You fucking soaked it.
I soaked it.
What is that based on, the whole bedwetting thing?
I think it was deep sleeping. Your brain isn't being triggered when you have to piss. Just sleeps right through it.
It's not psychological?
Maybe it is.
I don't know. They say it can be.
Wait a minute. I just remember being molested. You brought it out of me.
No, I was wondering if you'd talked to someone about it, that's all.
No, I never have.
No.
I was always amazed. I always felt bad. I remember my friend Scott was a bedwetter, and he'd get stars on a calendar.
We did that too.
And I remember making fun of him when I was like 7. I was like, "What's up with all these stars?" He's like, he wouldn't tell me what it's for. He's like, "It's when I'm good." And then I asked his mom, I was like, "What are the stars for?" I remember being like 7 or 8 and asking.
I feel like you are a kid that got along with other moms.
I got along with adults because I was the only child.
His head was the same size.
They're like, well, this adult has a tiny body.
And he sounds like my husband.
Is Trish involved in some sort of science experiment? Hello, Sandy. But I finally got it out of his mom. His mom was like, "Oh, that's for when he wets the bed."
The mom ratted him out?
Yeah, and she goes, "Gold stars are for when Scott doesn't wet the bed." And I was like,
"Oh my God. Yeah. Why did his mom say that?"
That's horrible.
She's a vicious bitch.
That's not cool.
He was like, "Fuck you, Superman shitter."
It's amazing how you get an award for not doing something in your sleep. Like, you don't know you're doing it.
Yeah.
How can you, unless you pee before you go to bed, maybe?
That was a big one. My dad wouldn't let me have liquid after 6 p.m. We
Like
tried
you're
that.
having- like
so
you're
I'm just
having
like
surgery the next night?
Yeah, I'm just sitting there at like 9, right? My brother's chugging Kool-Aid. I'm like,
You're eating ice chips like a pregnant woman?
Yeah, right. No, that's liquid.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Oh, I know. You like Lamada? Remember that? Give me a little ice just for my tongue. No water.
They tried everything in your house.
Yeah, nothing worked.
Nothing worked.
So funny.
Did you have like a plastic mattress?
I had the plastic mattress. Thanks for bringing that up.
The telltale crinkle of the plastic.
Yes,
Oh,
the
that
telltale. Your friends would jump on your bed and it should be like a bag of Lay's.
Was there ever a friend spending the night when you pissed yourself that was like witnessed it?
Saw it on my bed because I would pee on their beds all the time.
No,
too.
but I'm saying, like, did anyone ever sleep over and then you would wake up and be like, "Mom," because it was always weird when, like, my friend had night terrors, and so when we first experienced, it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But his mom reacted like, "No, Mike does this. Don't worry about it." Like it was old hat for them.
Yeah.
So when you would piss yourself, would they come in like, "No, it's okay. This Mark just does this"?
No, I would just change it myself and do it like while they were sleeping. You know, I'd have like a candle and a night hat. You know, I would change the bed. But the worst one ever was at a big sleepovers at Steven's house. Huge sleepover, great house. He had one of those like cool architecture dads, with, like a modern house.
Yeah.
And
Mike Brady.
Yes, exactly. And we're all there. It was like 8 of us. And everybody's sleeping, and I stayed up. I was like, I'm staying up. I don't want to fall asleep. It was like Kruger, you know. If you fall asleep, he gets you. And so,
although your bed looked worse than Johnny Depp's.
So I stayed up, and then I eventually just passed out. And I woke up, and every kid was above me, and the mom was above me, and I realized I wet the bed, and one kid goes, "Why do you do this?" Like, sincerely.
Like
and the mom was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm sorry." And the mom's like, "Get up, get up."
Yeah, it's like you're a Japanese businessman and that's your fetish.
Right.
They all
can't help
talked it over when you were sleeping. Like, he's doing it.
Yeah.
They probably watched the spot getting bigger.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the reason I asked that. Because you wonder if you're like sleeping over at your house and you're a light sleeper and you just hear Mark pissing. You're like, what's that sound of water?
Right.
And it's like, yeah,
something woke him up.
Yeah.
Oh, they were disgusted with you.
Disgusted.
They thought you were just being a dick.
Yeah, they couldn't understand it. Like, what's wrong with you?
Did your mom have to come and get you, or were you able to spend the rest of the night?
The mom was British. She was kind of a cunt, and she was like, "We have some dresses you can wear or something," So they gave me something
else.
Yeah,
that's embarrassing.
God, how awful is it to be a mom?
I know, right? I'm pissing on your furniture.
Yeah, they're like first responders.
Yeah,
they just show up and they're just like, "What is it?" All right, Mark pissed all over it.
Yeah,
I'm used to pee.
Andrew Lloyd Webber designed our home. Mark, you just took a sissy right in the living room.
Yeah, your friend used the bed like a loo.
I don't want him over here again.
Go to the bathroom. No problem.
Yeah. Oh, Mark, you've gone to the bathroom.
Why would he do that?
In the midst of a dream.
And she opens an umbrella and flies away.
Yeah, my buddy had a night terror when I was in 7th grade, and I was sleeping over at his house, and I had a boner when he had the night terror.
Which one triggered the other?
It happened all the
Boy is scared.
And I love it.
What would he do with these night terrors? He would wake up just screaming or something?
Screaming, and then I woke up and I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you yelling? I'm like, why are you yelling? And I had those cheap Target boxers. You know? So I was they're like super thin, and they're just like awful boxers. And so I was in the corner, like trying to
hide your boner?
Yeah, I was trying to box him out so he wouldn't get and he just kept he would grab me. He'd be like,
holy shit.
Wait, he was sleeping and you're rock hard.
I was dead asleep and I had a boner in my sleep, and then I just woke up to him yelling, and I was like,
grabbing you.
And then I got out of bed, and then I got out of bed. He saw me get out of bed, so he got out of his bed and grabbed me and was like, just yelling.
What the fuck?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, his parents came in and were like, "No, this is fine," and I was like, "No, this is not fine." And finally,
here's what happened. He was being brutally raped, and he fucking mind went, if I scream, whoever's fucking me won't come in because they'll be too scared that I'm going to scream. Yeah. That's probably what that is.
Mm-hmm. You didn't go back to that house to sleep over, did you?
He was like my best friend.
Yeah, you
had to deal with this shit.
No, it only happened once.
One time.
And then his mom, I remember it was 3 a.m, and we're just sitting in his living room, and they were like, they might as well have put an army blanket around me, because they're just sitting there talking to me, and they're like, this happens to Mike. So his uncle gets night terrors. And I was like, yeah, I don't care. I'm fucked up right now. I had a boner, and Mike was squeezing the life out of me.
Yeah.
He just had me in the corner I just remember him yelling as he was grabbing me, like, I was just like,
how'd you get him to let go?
Yeah. I just fucking pushed him off, because it was just one of those things where I was like, what the fuck are you doing? I thought he was, because his eyes were open, so I thought he was awake. I thought he was fucking with me.
That shit in the middle of the night is just scary.
Yeah.
That's scary shit.
Yeah, night terrors are...
Yeah, did he just go back to sleep, or did you wake
Well, there was that moment where we were both going back to sleep, where you're like, so, I think we're going to sleep again?
Right.
It's like, I'm sorry.
It's weird to think about a boy sleepover. We
had them.
Had them all the time.
Yeah.
Sure.
Good times.
Whoever fell asleep first, you fucked with.
Right.
You would try to
I bet you guys didn't do that. Did you guys fuck with each other when you fell asleep?
There was one time we had a sleepover. There was a bunch of girls, and we fucked with the girls that fell asleep first. We messed with them, but that only happened once because they got really pissed at us, and then we were like, oh, okay.
Can't do that anymore.
What do girls do to mess with each other?
We did that. We stuck one girl's hand in hot water.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then we put some bras in the freezer.
What? Oh, boy,
yeah.
crazy.
You tie the labia to a heater and you scream fire.
You put a firecracker in the snatch and lit it? We used to fuck with all the kids who fell asleep first, and one time we invited our black friend Tony over, and
they don't play that shit.
He doesn't play that shit. And, he fell asleep on the couch at 8 o'clock. It was crazy. He had like a family to raise and shit. He had a long day.
I love that 10-year-old black kids sleep like 50-year-old black men.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm tired. Hey, none of y'all make no noise. I'm gonna go sleep now.
He fell asleep with a newspaper on his chest.
Yeah, a cigarette.
Loretta, get the fuck in here.
But he fell asleep first, and we're like, here we go, Tony. Welcome to our world, baby. Yeah. And we took his hand, and we put it in water, and we're all standing above him, waiting for him to pee. And he just woke up and went, what the fuck? And flipped. They started hitting all of us. Flipped out. He knocked over the lamp and ran over the coffee table. He thought we were killing him or something. Yeah. He flipped.
Wakes up, there's a bunch of white people just staring at him.
As he's sleeping, is it happening yet?
Right.
Oh, dude.
Just staring at his crotch. Yeah.
Fuck.
Good times.
We got to go to Vince in Delaware. Another bedwetter checking in here.
All right,
let's say hi to Vince. What's going on, Vince?
How you guys doing?
All right, buddy.
Hey, so when I was in college, I used to get kind of blackout drunk quite often, and I had this girlfriend, and we were in my apartment, and we're laying there, and we're spooning, and she was pretty drunk, too, and I wake up in the middle of the night, and I realized that I pissed myself, and I was really embarrassed because she was really hot, and we had just started dating, so I kind of just scooched out of bed without her waking up, changed my boxer shorts, kind of got back into bed, and gave her a little bump, and said, Jesus Christ, you pissed the bed.
Oh, my God.
Not bad.
She starts freaking out and crying and apologizing and taking the sheets and going to the washing machine and, cleaning them up. And, I'm so embarrassed. Don't tell anybody. And so that happened that night, and I didn't really tell anybody except for my buddies, of course. And then it happened again, another 2 weeks. The exact same thing happened. I got too drunk, and I pissed the bed. And, the relationship kind of took its course, but I'm pretty sure to this day she thinks she had a problem in college.
Oh, you never told her?
Oh.
No, never told her.
You owe her that at least, just to send her an anonymous email.
An anonymous email?
You've never pissed yourself. Who is this? Just a friendly stranger.
This is God.
Make a post to her Facebook page.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, that was me.
Right. It's been long enough. You're fine.
Exactly.
I mean, are you doing well now? I mean,
you're not. He's in prison.
You don't get that drunk anymore, and you're fine. That was pretty much it. As long as I don't get blackout drunk, it never happens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
You probably should let her know.
I wonder if old people that piss themselves as young children, the elderly. When you're an old man, I wonder if you're going to start peeing yourself again.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Have a good day, guys. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Did your friends used to film you?
What?
We didn't have video.
No, we didn't have video.
Really?
Fuck, we're
in
old
college?
now.
In college.
Oh, God.
Even then, that was still a...
Oh, man. I had...
You're from a different time.
I know.
But you had, phones didn't have cameras then.
We had, fucking, like a
shoulder
RCA.
camera?
Yeah, big VHS.
Guys, hold on. You rolling? You got the boom mic in here?
Yeah, it was...
Hanging out with fucking Robert Blake in that David Lynch movie.
We had that one friend who was the Tucker Max guy. He was just this crazy guy in college. And one time we brought home this heavyset gal from the bar, and he was hiding in my closet, and I was banging this gal, and
wait. We brought home.
It's a long story. We used to ride the drunk bus, which is this bus that would go around after the bar, so you wouldn't drive home and pick you up, and it was just open game to get laid. It was just drunk chicks on a bus who were just woozy, and so we brought this girl home, and I was banging her, and I went soft because she was pretty big. And so I remember I tapped her. She was on top, and I tapped her on the thigh, and she waddled up and sat on my face. And my friend was laughing so hard, he fell out of the closet, dropped the camera, and she goes, ah! And jumps up, and she's all naked and fat, and it was hilarious. And he picks up the camera, and she's chasing him around the house while filming her, holding it like that, and he's laughing. And so we watched the video later. It's just a big lady naked chasing you, 2 inches from the camera,
like Paranormal Activity.
Exactly. And so then we burned the tape. She's like, "I'm going to press charges." Blah. We're like, "All right, sure, no problem." We burned the tape, but of course he didn't burn it. And every day I'd come home from work, and it'd be a long day at Blockbuster, and I'd come home, and they'd have that playing on the living room TV.
Oh.
Just the face sit, on loop.
That's a true story?
Yeah.
Is that tape still...
No, it's gone.
Is it?
Whatever happened to the tape? That's something you would keep forever.
No, it was a pretty rough tape.
Yeah.
But I thought that'd be amusing. You guys seem concerned.
There's just a lot of questions I have. Number one, the lighting. An old camcorder. Did he have the light on the camcorder? Was it night vision?
No, the room was not dark.
Okay.
Yeah, I had the light on in the room.
You had the light on in the room?
Yeah.
The falling out of the closet.
And he was
closet was dark.
in the closet, prepared for you to...
Yeah.
Did he have like a setup the way hunters have like little pockets?
He smelled of deer piss.
Yeah. He covered himself in fat girl pee, so she was like, I feel comfortable.
Is it a duck whistle?
Yeah. And so she just chased him around, and then how did she get out of there?
She was like flipping out. He's like, all right, I'll burn the tape. Don't worry. And then she's like
she's gassed.
We put a blanket over her and gave her a Snickers, and she was fine.
But the guy in the closet had only one job, not to fall out of the closet.
I know, but he couldn't. The face sitting, it was such a sad moment in my life.
Right.
Especially because you were soft.
Yeah, and I didn't know he was in there. It was bad.
So she got off you, and there's just your fucking soft dick in a condom.
And a wet face.
Oh
God.
Yeah.
Gross.
Good times. College.
Good times.
But we had a big screen TV, and I'd come home every day like, pulling that blue polo off, and then there it was, and I'd walk in, I'd go, fuck, and they'd all laugh.
I want to see this tape. I think this tape still exists.
I feel like it probably does.
No one's got a VCR anyway.
I'll buy one.
I'll buy one just as
fucking fix one.
I do have a VCR DVD
combo.
Yes,
the tranny.
I kept it because I have so many old.
The tranny of electronics.
I have so many old Comedy Cellar sets from like the early 2000s. I want to maybe watch them someday or whatever.
Right,
but I'll never watch them. We all know that.
Well, I'd love to see some of those.
You wouldn't.
You would.
Some of them are actually good. Yeah.
Yeah. We should take a break. We got Gerry Cooney calling in, talk about Ali for a couple minutes.
The Coon.
He rules. He's a very entertaining guy. And what do we got? We got Mark Norman. He's playing Caroline's this Wednesday.
And come to Rooster T. Feathers.
Ooh.
Lord knows I need you.
That's Sunnyvale, California.
Oh, yeah. Not to brag.
Thursday through Sunday. And locally here in New York, Caroline's this Wednesday.
Please.
We got Dan Soder, and for the first time, Michelle Wolf on the show. What are you guys promoting?
You can watch our web series, Used People, on YouTube from Comedy Central. And then I have the Bonfire, 6 to 8 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays. Comedy Central Radio with Big J. Okerson. Michelle? Daily Show?
Yeah, you can watch me on The Daily Show.
That's the best credit of all. Why you sound down?
You could say the other day.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a reruns on this week. Next Monday, we're back. We're back live.
And Jim Norton this weekend will be in West Hampton Beach.
Yeah.
Saturday night, one show.
West Hampton Beach Performing Arts Center. And then next weekend is Albuquerque and Salt Lake City. Just go to my website. There's a bunch of uneventful dates.
Tuesday stories.
JimNorton.com. And on the way, Gerry Cooney next, and Stacy Dash a little later on.
Ooh.
Got a busy room. My God. Jim Norton, of course. Mark Norman. Dan Soder for the first time and doing great. Michelle Wolf from The Daily Show. And now Gerry Cooney.
What?
What's going on, Gerry?
Hey, it's great to be with you guys again. Listen.
We decided, Ali, we'll get our friend Gerry Cooney to talk about Ali a little bit.
You know, he was the greatest guy. He was always on. I remember watching Muhammad Ali when I was younger. Walk down at the airport, he had a glow about him. It was really a glow. And he drew people to him, and he never begrudged an autograph, never a picture. He transcended the game. I mean, he was really the whole package.
Yeah.
He could fight, and he could, listen.
He was very confident.
Well, listen, he's 22 when he fought Sonny Liston. Now, I'm way young. I was too young for that. But people had to think that Sonny Liston was going to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
He stops him. He goes on, has a great career.
Was Liston at the peak of his career at that point, or was he on sort of the downside? Where was Liston?
Liston was on sort of the downside, but he was still the champion.
Right.
And he knocked out Floyd Patterson. He was a killer.
Yeah.
Would that type of a psychological game have worked on you? Like, because, he drove Sonny Liston nuts. He really did. He tortured these guys. Would that have gotten your head, or would you not give a shit?
Well, Sonny Liston thought it was crazy. I think it was a way for Ali to deal with his nerves. Keep that personality going, kept him alive.
You think inside he was falling apart?
Oh, yeah, listen, Sonny Liston.
Especially early on when he started all the shit talking?
Well, here's a story, right, that I heard. Boy George. Remember Boy George, the wrestler?
Oh, they meant the singer. Modeled my life after.
I was like,
do you really want
not
to
Boy George.
hurt?
The rest of
Gorgeous George.
Gorgeous George.
Boy George.
And,
Remember Curious George?
Listen, it was close. Hey, listen, guys, I took a lot of shots. It was close. And so he loved what Gorgeous George did, and he kind of started his career that way. And listen, it worked out very well.
That's what we were talking about. He understood wrestling and how those guys knew how to hype up a match.
But he could do anything. He was like a Ray Robinson would win a title, he'd retire, get bored, spend all his money, come back, win another title, quit, spend all his money, come back and win another title. That's how great he was. And, the only problem is that when you're going in with Kenny Norton all those times, when you're going in with Joe Frazier all those times.
Foreman.
I mean, listen, the third fight with Frazier, they were sitting in the corner. Ali was going to stand up and say, I can't do no more. The only thing is that Frazier stood up first. Both guys in their corner, they were talking about quitting. And Frazier stood up first, and obviously Ali won it.
Right.
But the real fight, that was all those shots you take along the road. Like when the ball joints go in your car, you change the ball joints, right? But when you take those shots over and over and over again, and as he got older, his legs got tired. He couldn't run so fast, couldn't move. So he was laying on the ropes and taking some shots. When that happens, you can't recover from that. And then the fight with George Foreman. Now, I was just with George Foreman yesterday for a bunch of days, and Foreman thought that he was going to knock Ali out in one round, not realizing that Ali was never knocked out before. But the shots that Ali took in those 5 or 6 rounds, whatever it was,
8 rounds, I think, right?
Whatever it was, I can't remember. I got the
You think that was it? That he never came back from that particular one?
All those shots
that added up, obviously.
And I asked.
And now we understand that as CTE. Back then, they didn't have all that.
None of that. No, that's a funny
all that
story.
Knowledge.
But I was with Foreman. I said, George, did you ever? You're a puncher. I'm a puncher. When I hit somebody, I know if it got through, right? I said, George, did you ever hurt him? He said, Jerry, I hit him with a great shot in the body. He said, he looked at me and said, is that all you got, George?
That's terrifying.
It's got to be so deflating.
And then a couple of rounds later, he's telling George, "You're getting tired, George. You're getting tired," and that was the psychological part.
Right.
And I was praying that Ali did not get in the ring with Foreman. Meanwhile, he had it all figured out.
Unbelievable.
How's Foreman now? He always stayed very strong. I guess he didn't take as many shots.
No, the punchers don't take all that many shots, but he's a great guy. He's a very successful guy. He sold a hamburger machine, right?
Grill.
Hamburger machine, Joey.
That's a great way. What a great description.
Hamburger machine.
Imagine if they would have just called it that. Buy my new hamburger machine.
He sold a hamburger machine.
George, we have 2 ideas for your grill. We can call it the Foreman Grill, or we can call it the hamburger machine. Go hamburger machine.
Who wouldn't buy the hamburger machine?
Yeah.
But
you should rename that.
But what he really did to the game is he brought a lot of attention to his opponents. He brought a lot of attention to the fight game, which is keeping it alive today. It was him.
Were you a shit talker when you were boxing?
Nah, I used to
you were pretty humble in general?
And they would yell and scream right before I would leave. I'd walk over and say, "I'll see you tonight." That was my scream.
Well, that's pretty good though. That's like that's one of those things. It's like an under thing. It's like
subtle.
I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of sportsmanship in general.
You're not a fan of sportsmanship?
No, because it gets boring after a while. These guys want to be saying some stuff.
Well, I wish I was a little more lively, but I came from a really rough background. A lot of negativity. My old man was a big drinker. So I didn't feel comfortable with all that. But if it was today's time and I grew up and I figured it all out, man, I'd be breaking their ass. I'd be breaking all their asses. And you make 3 times the money, and it's, I'm going to fight once the bell rings. Once you climb up those stairs, you can't wait for the bell to ring.
Yeah. And, what was your dad's thing? Did he abuse you?
He drank, and he was physically abusive, and not a lot of negativity. You're not good enough. You're never going to make it. And my whole life trying to prove him wrong. And, and what happens is it builds in a sort of sabotage inside your body. So when I came to the big fight, I threw it away. I knocked out Norton that night. I could have beat anybody in the world. That night I started drinking. That night I started messing around with some recreational drugs. And 13 months later I fight Holmes, and I get stopped in the 13th round.
So did he ever see you get that far, or did he die before?
My old man saw me fight the last time I fought against the United States against Russia. And I fought the 3rd-ranked Russian in the Garden. And he got to see that fight.
Wow.
I knocked him out in the first round. Thank God, because I wasn't training too well.
Oh, really?
I just got back from
But
Europe.
you made it to 13th round with Holmes. That's pretty impressive.
It was okay, but if I had 5 or 6 more fights, if I had this, I could be dead too, right? So I got what I have. I got most of my brains.
Right.
And life is so good, bro.
You remember
Serious
the first time you hit your dad back?
You know what? That was a great story, but he built a ring in the backyard. He used to box me, and I could never hit him, you know? Years later, I always wished I would have kicked his ass, because I could have. Years later, I ran into a guy about 2 years ago who told me he did that. And he says the worst thing he could have did, so I'm glad I never did. I got chills telling you that.
Why did he say it was the worst thing you ever did? Because you never saw his father the same after that?
Because he beat his dad up, you know what I mean? He just... It didn't pay. It was no payoff like he thought it was. It didn't heal anything.
Didn't change anything.
I guess good when I did it.
I guess what I'm saying is if you come from an abusive household, do you remember the day where you kind of stood up for yourself just in general?
Yeah, I left.
That was it. All right, there you go.
17, I had to leave. I just couldn't take it no more.
Then you had control of your own life at that point.
I'll tell you a really kind of sad story about it. My father came down with cancer from asbestosis from working in construction. And I used to come home after I left to bring him to chemotherapy. One day, he called me into the living room after we got back. He said, listen, if you can't live in my house under my rules, I was 17. Get your hair cut, get home, and I want you to get home. He said, I would rather crawl to the hospital on my hands and knees. That's my father told me. That's how sick he was.
Jesus.
Angry guy. But listen, you know, I could have passed that on, or I could have changed. And I changed. I love my kids. I can't wait to get home and see him.
Right.
Got a great wife. And I want to hopefully when we get to a Nick game, you won these.
We're going to figure that out.
Or the ring. Maybe we'll go in the ring.
I think you gave me the invite with 3 games left, though.
I know. Well, that was at the end of the season.
Next year we'll do it.
You bet we'll do it. It's a great time.
Did you come close to fighting Ali?
You know, there was talks about it one time, but I was young. I was a young kid. I was 21 or something like that, you know, just coming up. You know, I really needed some more work. Don King owned all the heavyweights except for me. So he kept them away from me because he didn't want me to get the experience. So when I fought Holmes, if I beat him, he'd be out of the picture.
Right.
You understand? That's how the boxing game worked back then. Now it's different. Now you see the best fights eventually.
Right.
They still make you wait too long.
Yeah, wait too long.
A little bit. I mean, you know, Pacquiao, Mayweather, 5 or 6 years.
Is Triple G Canelo going to happen in the next 2 years?
I think it has to.
Okay.
I think it has to. I think that Canelo, listen, Mexicans are very proud. They're real fight fans. They love him. But by giving up his middleweight championship, how do you give up your middleweight?
Just give up the belt without even a fight.
What's his reasoning? What's his reasoning?
I'll tell you what. I think his reasoning is, De La Hoya says he wants to let it marinate. Right?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I think that, to be honest with you, Canelo's scared.
Well, he gave up the belt, saying I wanted to marinate. That was his reasoning.
No, well, he said that before. He kind of tried to lead into it, but realistically. He can't put Canelo in there with him. He just can't do it. So
just take the loss.
Well, that's the thing about Mexican fight fans. Like, if they watch him lose again, he does. You know, like Canelo sells out stadiums.
He's lost already.
He does, but you know, with this news, I don't know.
Yeah,
you know, what I mean?
You think that's
I'm gonna tell you something. The Mexican fans in California love Triple G.
Yeah,
I don't know
because he's a Mexican style fighter. Right. He just keeps coming forward.
Right. But more so than that, who's Mayweather going to fight? He's got to come back, right?
Do you think Danny Garcia?
I think that's what's going to happen, but that's a ridiculous fight. I think he needs to fight a guy if he's real. If he's a Ray Robinson, if he's a Colin Basilio, he fights Triple G.
You think he fights Triple G? He'll never fight Triple G.
I said if he's
one of those guys. That just made me.
He'd get a catch weight at 54, 55 and fight.
Never going to happen.
Oh, as a boxing fan, if that happened.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something about Mayweather. Tommy Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, knock him out. There's no talent. He had no one to fight. No one could make him come up to be great.
Who, Mayweather?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll never fight Triple G. Never.
But, you know.
He gave a nice tribute to Ali, though. I always find him annoying, but his tribute to Ali on Instagram was actually really moving.
What did he say? I didn't read it.
He wrote some real things about Ali and how I think the other day in the gym. It was really nice.
When he died, but before that, about 6 months before that, he said he's the best fighter.
Yeah, he's just an asshole. And he said Ali was 5th, and he ranked Ray Robinson 2nd, and Roberto Duran.
He had him in 5th?
He had himself 1st. I think he had Ray Robinson 2nd. He had Roberto Duran 3rd or 4th. Ali 5th, and I forget who else was 3rd 3rd or 4th. Who
Well,
else
that was on
that
ESPN,
list?
right?
Pernell
Was they-
Whitaker. He put Pernell Whitaker on that list, which was odd.
Yeah, wasn't it like that board that they were moving around?
Yeah. It was stupid. He put himself first. He's a pompous.
Boy, look at these guys. You guys got some life over here.
I didn't even know. Yeah, I
That's
didn't
like a
know.
half gallon of coffee.
I don't know why. She wanted a coffee.
You guys must got a lot of money going on around here.
That's the biggest coffee I've ever seen.
And
in my
Roland's
life.
trying to shut down my kidneys.
What the fuck? He wants you to wet your bed later. How many people would watch your fights, Jerry? The world has changed, obviously. When you think Ali, when he fought, it felt like the whole country was watching at the same time.
When I fought Holmes, it was the largest watched fight, 150 countries.
150 countries.
Right.
Jesus.
Right.
There's only like 180 countries.
What 30 shitty countries didn't watch that fight?
You got to go North Korea. You probably can name a few of them.
Listen, it was a great time.
But how many people? Did they ever give you a number how many eyes that is?
No, I don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
Listen, it was a great experience, great time. I wish I had a couple different things in my, a little more experience. But you know what? I could be punch drunk. I could be struggling with Parkinson's. I could have those things. I don't have a great family, great life. I come and go. I'm here at Sirius XM.
Who hit you the hardest?
My wife.
How hard was his jab? Holmes' jab was supposed to be fucking horrible.
Listen, I was jabbing him well too.
Ooh, all right. Enough about Holmes' jab. That was enough about Holmes' jab response by Jerry.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for. My kid's going to Lehigh. It's 70 a year, 65 a year.
He looks like he could still fight, Gerry
Listen,
Cooney,
let me tell you something. Last week on Tuesday, I boxed 12 rounds with 3 guys. Wednesday, I boxed 15 rounds with 6 guys. And Thursday, I boxed 8 rounds with 4 guys. I can still fight.
Nice.
I still stay in shape. I got away from sugar. January 1st, I lost 25 pounds.
Yeah.
How hard do you hit them when you're boxing them? When you teach them more? I prefer you didn't. You basically just kind of showing them.
You know what it is? It's not the power. It's the timing. Like I've seen every move about 3 million times, right? So when a guy moves a certain way once, I see it. Next time you get there, that's where you're open. That's boxing. That's world-class boxing. When you can create that opening and then get that shot in there, and that's the greatest feeling in the world. And the problem is, as we get older, we can't hold on to that too long.
Right.
But as me now, I can still make that work.
You guys need a seniors league.
I would like it. I'm like,
That would be
I had enough fights.
insane.
It would be insane.
That would be ridiculous.
I would be such a dick if I could fight. Like you're such a nice guy. I would be such an asshole if I had the ability to do that.
No, well, you're a nice guy until the bell rings. When the bell rings, the guy who's got a big sword, he wants to stick you first, right?
Oh, there. I mean, in a bar or anywhere.
I'm the same. Like if I knew I could punch, I would be. I mean, I'm already a total bitch all the time. But like if I could punch, I would just be like. My mouth would just.
Yeah, fighters are always nice. Like UFC guys are always nice.
Always. Well, what happened to your nose, bro?
What happened?
You had a little broken nose, didn't you?
No, thanks though. No.
Listen, I work with troubled kids, right? I work with troubled kids.
Mark's checking his nose now.
What the hell happened to my nose?
Looks like you had some work done on that nose, baby.
What's the problem with his nose?
No, but I'll see you at the senior match.
Well, you know, fighters can tell another fighter through his nose. But it looks like he had a broken.
I fell off
fix or
a
something.
tricycle once.
There you go.
I was young.
Did you?
Yeah.
There you go.
Hit the handlebars.
Oh no, you okay?
Good eye.
Wow, he's going after Mark's nose.
Yeah, and they were talking a lot about Ali and Ali, like all fighters, he's not. You know, we're all the same. You know, I don't. No one get excited about this fighter, that fighter. You hang around each other. You know the struggles we go through, the fights we go through, and so you have that camaraderie and that love for each other because it's a hard game. You get in the ring, someone's trying to break your brain. And so I spent a lot of time with all those guys. It's so much fun that I always remember. And I realized I did a 2-hour show on Ali. Then the next night we did a 3-hour show here. And when I left that night, I realized I was like sad. Like I'm so hyped up to be on the show that I was mourning this guy who was a great guy. He had the smile. He had a smile that just was like, wow.
Yeah.
And,
movie star smile.
Yeah.
So. I was going to ask you something about. Did you ever actually meet him and talk to him?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Just all the time.
Yeah, I just sent him a picture. I was with him and Michael Dokes.
Texting me. Oh, is that who the other guy was? Michael Dokes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he sent me a photo this morning.
Michael Dokes is the guy that couldn't hit him. We played the video this morning.
Yeah, Michael Dokes
in that exhibition fight where. Huh?
He died.
Of what?
Drugs.
Jerry does a lot for the ex-fighters. You try to help these guys out, Jerry.
Well, listen,
You're a good guy.
99% of fighters end up broke. That's a sad story about it. Hopefully that's changing.
How many of them like Don King?
Well, he's got that rap. He's got that rap. But Don King is...
We fell in love with Don King. We've heard the stories over the years, and then he comes in here, he wins you over.
He does. He's
Don King wins you over.
Really?
Listen,
yes.
he was in Bermuda once in an elevator, and he got mugged.
Good.
Everybody was happy about that.
Of course. They mugged him violently or just pulled a gun on him?
Huh?
They violently mugged him or just pulled a gun on him?
They violently mugged him.
Wow.
Tyson tells a story. He kicked the shit out of King and threw him out of his car. Remember that one, Jerry? Yeah. Here's the Michael Dokes trying to hit Ali.
Look at the shimmy at the end.
And Ali shimmies.
He prided himself on how well you couldn't hit him when he got older. It was how well he could take a shot. And we just know through football now, you can't take shots.
Yeah, he didn't know at the time that this would be...
No one knew that.
Everlasting damage.
Although there's been a lot of fighters through time, especially in the old days, that would been shot from taking someone else.
So he should have seen the older guys thinking, wow, maybe there's a connection here.
Yeah. He was so loved the world. He so loved... the press, he loved that whole part of it. He stayed in there.
Right. They said he had the start of Parkinson's when he was still fighting.
Well,
for the last couple of fights.
I was with a girl yesterday who said her father was a doctor, and he recognized it probably like 7 years before Ali did.
Wow.
And maybe Ali knew it and didn't say anything, but,
Right. And it's definitely from boxing?
Well,
you think?
Yeah.
Have they made that connection?
Well, NFL has. Same thing, taking hits from 300-pound guys. You get hit in the head,
and your
brain can't take it.
Right? So fucking bad.
That fight.
I just want to tell you, don't get in the ring with me, bro.
Yeah. So how hard do you hit these guys when you're just kind of training them? Because you're showing them how to fight.
Listen, here's the deal. I get in the ring. It's all good and fun. What happens is they think they can get into you. And they try and hurt you. Like I'm boxing Governor Cody in New Jersey, June 18th at the W Hotel in Hoboken. His son was with him when I went to to train him. We boxed for television. His kid was looking at me all nasty. I said, "What happened?" He said, "Can I box you?" I said, "Yeah, you can box me. Get dressed." And he was trying to kill me.
Really? How old is he?
He's 26.
And how old are you, Jerry?
I'm 59. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So what happens when that happens to me and the guy's trying to hurt me, that makes me angry. Because now you're in my house and you're trying to hurt me. And so, but, I let it go because it was the governor's kid. But
did you hit him at all? Did you give him a couple of shots?
Little body shots, a little bit in the body. But
did he feel it?
The body's a great place. I'm a big body puncher, bro.
You are.
That slows everything down.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes, it do.
It would slow me down. I can understand. It's imaginable.
Can you imagine taking one of those lefts from Jerry to the body?
Well, it's one of those things, too, where... Did he get the message?
Sure he did. They all do. They all do.
There's gotta be nothing better than punching like a spoiled kid. I
had a
governor's kid.
Yeah. Just like, no, you idiot.
I had a guy come to the gym. He was a carpenter. This is when I was young. I was like 23 years old. I'm in Gleason's gym on a Saturday. He said, "I've been a carpenter for 20 years. I ain't making it. I came here. I want to fight you." So I think he's kidding me. They're going to be serious. So my trainer comes in. He was a hot-headed Puerto Rican guy. And he gets on my trainer. My trainer says, "Okay, you want to get dressed." So my trainer comes to me and tells me, "Knock him out." So I'm thinking, maybe this guy's got something wrong with him, and I'm going to hurt him. And so I'm playing with him. He's charging me, trying to kill me. I hit him in the body. I drop him to the ground. He gets up. He comes at me again. I hit him in the body. I drop him to the ground. Now I'm getting mad. I hit him on the chin and knock him out. He gets up. Says, "Thank you very much. I'm going to go back to being a carpenter." That's a true story.
That's all we need.
That's a true story.
Look at Jerry. That's a true story.
Listen, I'm at Gilly's bar in Texas. I'm fighting the disc jockey. He's 6'11". He's breaking my balls all week. I'm breaking his balls. The night of the fight, we get in the ring. He's moving around. I'm moving around. I swear to God, I went like this, just like that. Hit him on the chin. Out cold him.
Well, it's just supposed to be a little celebrity fun match,
right? But I didn't really hit him. I just tapped him like that.
Right. You didn't think that was going to knock him out.
No.
Did you start DJing after?
Did you ever hit anyone in a bar?
No.
Oh, damn. We got to wait a few more years and then you'll tell the real story.
The problem with that is it's usually a small guy, and he's usually sitting on the other side of the bar and he's talking shit to me, and then by the end of the night he comes over to me, and it's usually a small guy. And thank God I always had people with me. But I never had to do that.
Well, people just want to challenge you because you were a fighter?
Well, they're drinking. I haven't had a drink in 28 years, so I'm not even around it anymore. But back in the day, people are angry.
Right.
At themselves, at their life, and so they want to take it out on me. You know what I mean?
How do you handle that? Because it's got to be tempting just to knock him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do it. You can't do it. You get in trouble. Yeah.
So what do you do when you're on the subway and you see someone making eye contact with you that they probably shouldn't be making? So what I do is I sheepishly pretend I didn't see it and look away and stare out the window.
Is it a man or a woman?
Great question. I believe me, and that's a question I've asked many times.
He knows the answer.
Yeah, I always go through it.
He knows the answer in his head.
But so if something like that happens, what do you do? Do you know you can alpha the guy, or do you just kind of like, this idiot?
Listen, if you have to, you can handle yourself. I mean, listen, if I have to, it comes down to that. I'm going to bang him in the body. They don't think I hit him in the body. When I hit somebody in the body, they break their ribs with bare hands, and they're not going to breathe for 5 minutes. So I just, that's what I have to go to.
The body. Yeah. So you wouldn't go to the head, you'd go to the body.
I spent a lot of time training the rookie police. Mm-hmm. And a really nice move is you step to the right, you pull your head down, and you throw the right hand, knock him out. Because the guys, I'm right here. I just step to the right, turn the right hand in, sit him down.
Sit him down.
I know, but I'm going to try. Jerry showed me how to throw a punch once, and I'm going to try that one time. I'm going to really get beat up.
Because he gave you confidence, right?
I know. I'm going to say, sir, stand there, because Jerry told me I have to go to the right. And
I'm about to put you down.
Well, I don't know if I told you guys, but the story, Richard Pryor, you guys know Richard Pryor. Did I tell that story?
No.
Heard of him.
He said he boxed as he was a young kid. He said he's in the ring there, he's fighting. Some guy starts the shot out in Missouri, gains speed, and then he knocks you, and you're laying on the ground. He says, you always get one of those assholes out in the crowd saying, "Get up!"
Right.
He said, "Fuck you. That's how I got here."
Are you watching the basketball?
No.
So you're a Knicks fan, but
I love the Knicks,
but you don't care about the championship.
Not really. I mean, I'm not really that enthralled with the rest of the basketball.
It's supposed to be better than it is.
That game last night was terrible.
It's a bust.
What was the final score?
They lost by
77-101 or something.
110.
110. Jesus.
Yeah, it was 33 points they lost by last night.
That's quite a deficit.
Cavaliers.
Cavs.
LeBron James and the Cavs lost.
And Steph sat for a lot of the game because he was in foul trouble.
So they had a lot of three-pointers going on last night, I guess, right?
They're just a deeper team. They got so many guys. Golden State has a lot of fucking guys.
They're going to beat LeBron?
Yeah.
Well,
probably.
I mean, you're supposed to win your home games, but losing by 33 points, that's rough. Yeah. Now they go back to Cleveland Wednesday.
Well, those teams are so evenly matched, really.
Not really, though. This is Golden State has a much deeper bench.
Maybe, but maybe you fall asleep once.
We'll see. LeBron has to play much better.
We miss Michael Jordan.
No kidding.
Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, two close guys.
And Jordan was a guy that just top of his game said, "All right, I'm good. I'm going to go play baseball."
Right. Well, the only difference between him and Ali is Ali stayed out there. Michael Jordan, we don't hear from him at all.
Well, he wasn't a good.
Didn't he go through a big divorce afterwards? That usually fucking shuts you up for a little while, I guess.
He's got a new wife. He's in love, and everything's good with him. But he wasn't a target like Ali.
That's right.
I hear he's a bit surly. I've never met Jordan, but no one I know who's met him has said he was terrific.
Yeah, I've heard the same.
Did you see the picture DJ Who Kid put on Instagram of Jordan high?
No.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Did he take it, or?
He was. Maybe you weren't here that day. He was in here and he was showing us all a picture of Jordan. He doesn't really want to say too much about the picture, but certainly looks like it's Jordan very high at a party.
Oh, okay.
Good for him.
I'll tell you something. You guys got some life here, the whole lot of you.
What the fuck, Jerry? You're doing all right for yourself?
Unbelievable, bro.
You got a boxing show on Sirius XM?
Yeah.
It's a fun show.
Yeah, I got to do that still. We'll do that. And then we got to go to a Knicks game,
I'm surprised you missed the Rangers game. Those guys
I'm an Islanders fan. And I'm not, but I'm not even watching the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Man, Penguins fan.
Are you a Penguins fan?
Yeah.
What is it, 2-1, I think?
2-1. All three games have gone to OT.
I heard. Yeah, well.
It's a good theory.
I might start watching.
Let's go to a Yankee game. Take me to a Yankee game, Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the most hopeful.
I do.
That was the cutest face over Jerry's shoulder. That was the cutest I've ever seen Jim in my life. He was just the fucking pie-eye look. He just said it twice, like, take me to a Yankee game, Jerry.
Take me to a ball game.
He's looking for a dad.
Maybe he can make a home run for me.
Can he catch it in his hat?
We got the connection up there at Yankee Stadium.
I've never taken her up on it.
You haven't done it
yet.
yet.
I'm sure Jerry has a better connection than we do. He probably gets his tickets from
we get
fucking players.
We get it from the ticket lady.
Yeah.
Oh,
there it is. There's Jordan, nice and hey,
oh wow, that's Jordan.
Good times.
Good times.
So yeah, we'll
look like he was in Jamaica. Was he in Jamaica there?
Yeah, live it up.
Look at that picture.
Well, what else is he gonna do?
The greatest basketball player of all time.
Do you get good seats at Yankee Stadium?
You like that, Dan? Right?
We sit in a very good friend of mine, Timmy O'Neill, works for Joe Torre. Great guy, and we sit in one of the boxes. David Combs, as a matter of fact. I think he manages a couple of the boxes up there.
So do you have bettors, because they have that one thing where you can go get shrimp and all this food. I kind of like the idea of doing that.
Let me tell you something. I was fortunate enough this year to go to the season opener with Mitch Modell.
The sports guy?
Right behind home plate.
Yeah, you get better seats than I would get.
He's the greatest guy in the world.
Oh, cool.
Wait, Modell is in like Modell
Mitch
Sport?
Modell.
Yeah.
Mitch Modell. He's the greatest guy, most charitable guy.
Yeah?
And he's a superstar in his own right.
It's easy to be charitable when you have more money than you know what to do with.
You're Mitch Modell, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't even notice what the money's given out to charity. I'm sure he's a good guy.
He's a real good guy. We used to go to every Sunday. He had a party at his house, cigars. He had Nubu supply the food. He had masseuses, manicurists in his home every Sunday.
That's awesome.
Every Sunday.
Do you know how fast I would have gotten thrown out of Mitch Modell's house? There was some masseuses would have come out. Jerry, he's trying to get me to jerk him off. While she talked to Jerry, she would talk to Mitch.
He's trying to get a finger in his ass.
Yeah, Jerry, he's making that sound and pushing his hips back. Who's your dumb comedian friends?
I forgot, what kind of show is this?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go to a Yankee game. Do you eat bad at the Yankee game? I'd probably want to have a pretzel, some Diet Coke, right?
Pretzel's not even that bad.
Huh?
Well, that place you're talking about, the down right by, that's a great, every kind of food you can imagine.
That's what I want to do. Go down there and eat cookies and shit.
Yeah, does the box have a hamburger machine?
Yeah. You go into that restaurant, you don't even want to leave the restaurant when it's game time.
That's fabulous.
Carving station, sushi fucking station, pasta, everything you can imagine. Just top of the line stuff.
Love the Yankees. It's so hard to get there.
Why?
Take a train.
Take the D.
D train.
You don't do the train?
I drive.
Why?
I drive because I want to get right in my car and go home.
Good point.
Well, where do you live?
I'm in the witness protection program. I could tell you, but I have to kill you.
Mm-hmm. All right, but the audience would like you to tell me. Okay, I see. You're not okay.
Well, of course it's a pain in the ass to drive there.
It is.
That train ride back is sad if they lose.
But they're great guys. They always have a dozen Yankees on hand, going through all the suites, and it's a great time. Mitch Modell was just the greatest experience I've ever had. That restaurant there where you eat.
Yeah, I want to do that.
I take it right down. I'm going to talk to Mitch for you, bro.
All right, yeah. Tell Mitch I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll meet you. I'll even sing the theme song. Go to Moo. Whatever he wants. Yeah. I'll hum that. So they're like, this guy's a fan.
I like that. That's a lot of advertising right there, guys.
I just went there and bought something.
A mitt. You bought a mitt.
No, I bought weights.
Oh, you actually went and bought something.
Yeah.
You look huge.
Oh, thank you
really
very
funny.
much.
I thought I was thinking you look a lot bigger.
Oh, come on, guys.
Very solid.
All right. Anything else on Ali there, Jerry?
Listen.
Just really sad.
It's
because we all grew up watching those fucking fights.
Very sad, but he did so much. My co-host, Randy Gordon, said he's just like God. I said, that's a little extreme. I said, he was a gift from God. And his whole life was that way, even up to the end. He never stopped signing autographs. As sick as he was, he signed autographs, took pictures. I mean, we haven't seen him in a bunch of months. And, I guess you want to forget that he's sick, and then you hear this news.
Yeah.
So, but there was nothing better than
I feel like he was the most famous person on the planet.
For a long time, yeah.
No. Every corner of the world, in the deepest dark huts in the corner, they had pictures of him up there in Africa.
Yeah. I bet ISIS is bummed that Ali died.
I don't know.
They were bummed. I'm serious. They were bummed when Robin Williams died. That was a real thing.
Were they really?
Yeah, even terrorists were like, we're sad Robin Williams is dead.
They're big fans of Jack.
Yeah. Well, they like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Well, I mean, listen, Ali came out.
Hope is on the way.
Ali came out and talked about what really
Oh, I'm not talking about the whole Islam thing. I'm just saying, like, everyone loved Ali.
Right.
Like, even the bad guys liked Ali.
Right.
I can't think of someone more famous on earth than Ali.
No, I know.
Most famous.
In a lot of the world, Pele at one point would have been, but again, in the U.S., never as big as Ali.
Well, also, that's where fighting's still really big. Is like, fighting's still big in, like, Central America and, you know, like, poorer countries, they still love boxing, and that's still, you know.
Right. The UFC is just so much more exciting. Sorry, Jerry. Sorry, Jerry.
Uh-oh.
Jerry.
Oh, boy.
Why would you say that to Jerry?
Come on, that's like telling us you like improv.
No way.
Nice.
It's boring.
We like the UFC.
Some exciting fights, but mostly
they always give you the fight.
I prefer UFC.
They can't box. They stay running around trying to box. They can't box.
Well, they can't because there's the threat of a takedown too, and there's also the threat of leg kicks. Like you got so much more to worry about.
I know, but that to me is not really.
I think boxing.
Listen,
can learn,
those guys are tough,
but they can
tough.
learn from the UFC. Like make the fights happen quicker and give us the fights we want. Dana White's always turning around the fights you want to see.
Yeah,
always.
It's exciting, and you always.
Opie, I can still reach you from here.
But this is coming from a guy that grew up loving boxing. I couldn't get enough of it in that.
Well,
era.
let me just tell you something.
Ali's Foreman, Frazier, Norton, Gerry Cooney.
You watch this year.
Who's
Sergey Kovalov, Andre Ward, Turviev.
I don't know any of these names.
The
I'm not even going to make
Anthony
believe.
Joshua,
no idea.
Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder. This great talent.
I just threw out one name. It's the only
Triple
one.
G. You talking?
I don't know any of these guys.
Well, you know.
Chocolito, pound for pound, best fighter in the world.
Well,
Chocolito?
How dare you?
That's my nickname in high school.
How dare you? You have me on the show and you didn't do your homework, bro?
No.
I'm glad that I'm standing behind him, but I agree with everything he says.
Who's the heavyweight champion?
Tyson Fury.
No. Stop it, guys. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, and Anthony Joshua, who's the guy from England who just won the heavyweight championship with about 15 fights.
It's really hard to imagine a British guy fighting.
Good fighter.
Yeah, Lennox Lewis was a good champion. They're always very polite.
Yes,
but they're brutal. Henry Cooper was a good fighter, right?
Yeah.
Chuck Webner?
I met Henry Cooper.
Did you really?
Yeah.
How big were his hands? Did you shake his hands?
He was a very big guy. You know, I only saw pictures of him when Ali beat him up, cut him up.
Did Ali say he hit him harder than anybody? That was Henry Cooper?
Well, Henry Cooper dropped Ali.
Yeah.
And well, he was a handsome guy when I met him in person, but through the pictures, he looked hard, like a really beat-up guy. But, listen.
Is he still alive?
No. We all have a tendency to move on it from time to time.
Except LaMotta.
Except for Jake LaMotta, who's 94.
94.
Wow. He was in here. We had Jake.
Slowed down a little, right?
A little bit. Yeah, he tends to tell the same joke a few times. You laugh every time. What are you going to do? That's Jake LaMotta.
We've had Sugar Ray, Jake, Tyson, of course. Who else?
Gerry Cooney. Joe Frazier.
Wow.
Roy Jones Jr.
Oh, yeah, right.
Bernard Hopkins.
We've had a lot of the guys in here.
That's a good.
Not bad, right?
Oh, yeah.
Joe Frazier was making fun of Ali in here, though.
Yes, he was.
He would not let that go. He had it on his answer machine.
Here's a story. Right?
He had it on his answer machine where he was just making fun of Ali.
Quick story about Frazier.
Yeah.
Ali has got his license taken away. He can't fight. Joe Frazier helps him get his license back.
I know the story.
Loans him money.
Yep.
And then Ali starts calling him Uncle Tom, and he's a gorilla.
Ooh.
Punching the gorilla. So, and Ali was fast-witted.
But that was a dick move on Ali's part. Don't you think?
I do.
Because he really did go to Frazier. He needed help coming back.
But he's also a publicity superstar, you know?
Right.
But then he apologized to Marvis. He told I was just for the fight, and Joe's like, I wish he would have said it to me and not my son. Like he said it to me.
But also, it was already. It's like a piece of press comes out that's wrong. It doesn't matter. It's already out.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
I would love to fight you, Opie.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I think we set it up. I think we set it up at the old Taj Mahal in Atlantic City.
No, we got to go to Long Island.
Oh, yeah, Long Island.
We're from the same town.
I know. I'm aware.
Huntington.
All right, then it's going to be the
Huntington boys.
The Huntington Brawl.
When I was growing up, I said it to him, but in Huntington Village, there would always be a Gerry Cooney sighting, and everyone would get so fucking excited. We saw Gerry fucking Cooney. Holy fuck.
The 70s.
Or at the Walt Whitman Mall or something. He knows.
Those were crazy days. I wish I could have enjoyed it, but I never believed it. I never trusted it. You know what I mean? From that background I came from.
That was your dad, yeah.
Wow,
you could have been a comic.
Right.
Your background.
Yeah.
With that father.
But
don't you feel like the dad kind
of... I'm a comic, but I'm a fighter, so watch it, big boy.
I know. That's why I'm standing behind you.
Oh, boy.
That's why I'm making jokes behind you, away from those hands.
As Jerry just turned to look at Dan, You're a broad-shouldered man.
Hate to fit a suit for that guy.
You think Dan has a big target?
Yeah, I got a massive head.
He's got a big head.
Like
what would you do with that, Jerry?
I don't like the way they look at it.
Oh, my God.
I like that. I was like, no.
You can't miss.
I always tell the guys I'm going to make you look good for a little while.
Okay. That would scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you look good for a little bit. I think. Can you make me look good
You
the
get
whole
like a
time?
little confidence. You're like, I got 2 punches in.
Yeah.
And then you just get knocked out. Real.
Do you have big hands for heavyweight, or do your hands average size for heavyweight or big?
I got a lot of
that's
hurting
a hand.
hands.
That's like that's not a...
I have a puncher's hand. Usually they're smaller. But I snapped this tendon off in the middle finger. I broke my thumbs, and they ache me today.
Oh, they bother you. But so you, if you're a puncher, you have big hands for a puncher?
I have small hands.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
For a puncher?
Yeah, and then, so they're
really?
Never going to fight... Never going to fight Joe Louis.
These small hands.
Well, they're small unless you're getting hit with them, big boy.
I said they're big.
We're setting it up. Huntington Brawl.
Oh, Jesus.
Much
the
better.
Man on the microphone versus Gerry Cooney. Long Island's going to come together. People pay good dollars to watch Gerry Cooney.
So racist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to do my promoter voice, but yeah, you're right. When you say it like that.
A cartoon in the early 1920s.
Do you remember the carnival used to take place in Huntington by the fire department?
Sure. Yeah.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Whole beat up little place over there.
Yeah.
It was like
the Huntington fairs and the carnivals and every town had that shit, right?
Crazy time. Crazy time.
We should break. What else you doing today, Jerry? You got other interviews to do.
Hey, wake me at George Foreman. Can we interview George Foreman? Can you help us with that? Tell him we'll be really nice to him.
I can. Talk to Josh.
Okay.
We met him once.
Hooked you up.
We'd love to have him come in because I think he thinks we're probably going to be dirty or idiots, but we would be very nice to Foreman.
Well, he's a great guy.
I know he is.
And if he's in here, you better be nice to him.
I love him. I would never be rude to Big George.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll come. He loves talking
What
about
did he make? A hot dog blender?
Hamburger machine. A hamburger machine is going to make me laugh all day.
Hamburger machine.
And that's how the other fighters would probably talk about George's grill. He just get that fucking hamburger machine.
Hey, George, they're going to be nice to you.
Oh, yeah. I love him.
Yeah, we definitely love George Foreman.
Good old boy George.
Yeah.
See, here you go. What does Jerry think of top boxers fighting only once or twice a year, but UFC fighters doing more? That's the problem.
No. Listen, boxing is...
I don't want to wait a year for a fight.
I don't either.
I hear that. I understand that, but if you're a real fan...
And if you're lucky, it's only a year.
Well, if you're a fan, you'll wait.
I think that has more to do with the promoters.
It's
though.
all promoters.
Yeah, partly, in part, whatever it's from.
Have they cleaned up the boxing game a little bit?
Listen, the funny thing about it is De La Hoya came out and said he loves putting on the next best guy against the next best guy, and he was doing that for years until he got Gennady Golovkin and Alvarez. He's got to let it marinate. He said, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, it's going to come together. Something's going to come together. There's going to be some great fights coming up. I'm telling you, bro. It's a very exciting boxing game. So. Listen, we're going to go to a Yankee game.
I want to.
Call me.
I will.
We'll go to some Knick games.
I'll go to Yankees.
Next time there's a fight, I'll come and break your balls a little bit.
Sounds good. You like that?
I always got the gloves in my suit.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
And Jerry, everybody will probably come over and say hello to Jerry. So that'll be nice.
Yeah, listen, you don't go back to Huntington every night, do you?
Yeah, I was just there last weekend.
Were you staying in the city during the week?
I was walking around the pond.
Wow.
Checking out all the snapping turtles. You know where the pond is, right?
Great places down there.
Yeah, Huntington's, it's all right.
Cooney's East Side was unbelievable.
Oh, Jesus. That was on Jericho Turnpike?
Yeah. That was a lot of fun those days. It ruined my career.
It went belly up.
Oh.
He opened up a bar during... Yeah.
Oh, Jerry, you did?
When he was still a fighter.
Cooney's East Side, yeah.
Cooney's East Side was legendary, but you were in there a lot.
I had a nice little ring in there. And I had a tendency to stay a little too late.
As he was still an active fighter. That was the problem.
So there was another LaMotta thing after he retired by then.
Well, listen, Jake LaMotta is a funny story. We brought him, we first opened the place, and his wife had just happened to be turning 50. His ex-wife. He wasn't even with his wife. And she called me that week for something. I don't know what it was.
Who, Vicky?
It's Vicky.
Oh.
So that week passed by, and Jake LaMotta comes out to my restaurant for, fundraiser or something, and he says, Jerry, What do you call my wife for? That's how jealous he was. He was a jealous man. He was crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wow. And she called you.
I mean, he's still jealous. He's 94. He's still jealous of Denise Baker, who's with him.
We've
now.
had Denise in.
Did you fuck my wife?
Jake.
Did you fuck my wife?
Yeah, it's a great scene.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Vicky was in Playboy when she was 50. She was really lovely at that time.
Really?
That was right when he came out to see me.
Oh,
right after Playboy.
juicy.
Was she good looking?
Nice and juicy.
Pull it up.
Yeah, look at Vicky LaMotta when she was 50 in Playboy. It's Vicki, but I'm sure it will come up if you spell it. It's okay.
Listen, that's the pound for pound toughest guy right there, Chocolito.
Count Chocula.
From Nicaragua, where...
All right, I'm going to start taking a peek at boxing again.
There you go.
It's not good fighters.
I truly don't know what's going on in that sport.
At 50?
Wow.
Damn, she looks great.
She was phenomenal.
I also want to tell you guys.
Real milfy. Look at the stretches.
I also want to tell you guys, there's a lot of, touch-ups in that work. 50.
There were some too, yeah, but she was still smoking. Wow, look at that
She's
picture.
gorgeous, and Mark is still like, look at the stretches.
I'm into it.
They probably should have, fixed that up a little bit for her.
Look when she was younger, though. Like in that middle picture, but next, look at that when she's kissing Jake.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
To the left, right there. How fucking hot was she?
She was unbelievable.
Very.
Wow, is she?
And by the way, Opie, Chuck Wepner, the Bayonne bleeder, Rocky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rocky's based on Chuck Webner.
Is coming out with a new film. Liev Schreiber's playing him. It's coming out in September.
Right.
That's fun.
It's called The Bleeder.
Did you hear Chuck Webner on the phone talking about Ali?
Bleeder. Had a few of those.
Chuck Webner was on the phone talking about Ali, and his wife started screaming and crying in the background. And she said that a butterfly flew into the shower while she was taking a shower or while she was in the bathroom. And they thought that was a sign for Ali or something.
No, it's not.
She's got to close the window.
No, it's just the fucking window's open and there's a butterfly.
CNN was polite to Chuck Webner.
Well, you know the story about
It's polite. If you could find the audio, it might be out there. It's definitely worth
Listen,
playing
the
today.
day Ali's Wepner's fighting Ali, Wepner went out and bought a nice negligee for his wife and said, tonight,
great story, yes.
Tonight you're going to sleep with the champ. He said, tonight you're going to sleep with the champ. So he goes out and fights, and obviously he gets his ass kicked, right? He gets stopped in the last round. So they come back to the suite, they're hanging around, and his wife looks at him and says, hey, is he coming here? Wow. That's a great story that Chuck says all the time.
All the time, because I heard it 3 times this weekend.
Did you?
I've not heard that.
On 3 different channels.
Wow.
Chuck went to his go-to story.
Oh, yeah.
His blue negligee story. And the female anchor was not too pleased, by the way. Whatever.
I got a whiz.
Yeah, well, let's take a break.
All right, guys, listen.
What do you got, Jerry? What's the plug? You got the big boxing show on Sirius XM?
Big show. Got some great fights.
You're on twice a week, I think?
Mondays and Fridays.
Right.
6 to 8 p.m. Channel 93 Rush.
Right.
And we do fights as well.
Yeah.
And, listen, I love you guys.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you.
entertaining,
Thank
Gerry
you.
Cooney, always.
I'll see you soon.
All right, why don't we take a quick break? We'll get plugs in a little later, right?
Yeah, no
rush.
rush. Break whenever I want. I think I'll take a break. What the fuck?
What?
What?
That's how we are here. We just kind of we take a break whenever we feel the need to break.
I gotta bleed this into my show because we don't get that, bro.
You guys are very regimented.
You're on a clock?
Yes.
It's tight.
That's not good. That's not good, Jerry. The good stuff happens when you're just hanging.
I'm working on it.
All right.
Stacy Dash is next.
Yeah, we got Stacy Dash coming in. Hey!
What is this, in honor of Gary Glitter, I hope?
Yeah.
In honor of Gary Glitter's hard drive.
Busy room. We got Mark Norman, who's checking his nose.
Hey.
Every chance he could get.
Very self-conscious now.
That's right. He just looked at you and said, I guess he assumed you had a broken nose or something.
You mashed it into a man's belly button, you should have told me.
Gerry Cooney was a trip. We got Michelle Wolf from The Daily Show, and Dan Soder, and Jim Norton, and Stacy Dash is going to be in a couple minutes.
Where is she? Well, until she's here.
She's got a book called There Goes My Social Life.
There's no way she wrote a tiny bit of that.
I don't know. I think she's brighter than people give her credit for. She gets a lot of shit, too, for being conservative.
Oh, yeah. Now, I'll tell you this. Michelle's all jacked up.
I can't.
Oh, good.
I'm all.
You don't like her?
She's all jacked up.
Hey,
why?
She's clearly crazy.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Why?
Oh, come on. This is all for press.
What?
All this,
book?
Yeah, all this conservative stuff.
You're wiping your face like an old fucking plantation owner. The fields are coming in.
I want a mint julep.
I got a stud running in this race.
I do declare. No, I popped a zip.
Michelle, don't.
Sorry, Jim.
She's coming in. Don't hold back. If you want to ask her.
Trust me, as a friend of Michelle's, I'll tell you.
If you want to ask her a thing or two, that's fine. I mean, she created some controversy recently when she said that the transgender people should use the bushes.
Yeah, well, that's out of context, clearly, Michelle.
But her gun stance, people give her shit for her gun stance, but then you read why, and you're like, yeah.
She wants to protect herself from an ex-boyfriend, right?
What is her gun stand?
Well, she's just very pro-Second Amendment.
Oh.
But I mean, a lot of people don't like that, you know?
Yeah.
People want you to toe their company line, kind of.
But then it's the thing, like, everyone that's like, no one's trying to take anyone's guns. They're just trying to make it reasonable.
Oh, she's right outside.
Well, here we go. Wrestling. Michelle Wolf.
Yeah.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get that pool of applesauce. This is the 70s.
I'm sure she's lovely.
Stacy Dash. Wow, you look great.
That's it. You look wonderful. How are you, Stacy?
If I wasn't gay.
Wow.
Welcome.
It's nice and warm in here. I'm really happy.
It is. We were all complaining it was cold, so I put the heat way up.
In really cold television studios, so this is awesome.
Yeah, it was cold, and then we turned the heat up. So
thank God.
You got a new book out called "There Goes My Social Life."
That's right.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
Right on. How's your morning going?
Very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did Fox and Friends.
Right.
At 0 dark 30, so.
First thing in the morning, huh?
Yeah.
We got Michelle Wolf over there.
Hello,
Dan Soder.
Hi.
Jim Norton,
Hello.
Mark Norman, a whole bunch of comics in here.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Intelligent comics.
Do you think you get a bad rap? You think you get a bad rap?
Absolutely.
You do, right? Because
Yeah.
people say you're crazy, and it's like I've never seen you behave crazy. But
No.
you do that. She's crazy. Why?
You should just go full out crazy.
No, but I mean, it's like, you know, why?
They don't want me to go full out crazy.
That'd be
Somebody
fun,
might end up dead.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. What did you say?
People say, "Oh, she's crazy," but is that just because they don't like your views?
That's exactly why. Just because I don't agree with them or because I have beliefs that are contrary to theirs,
Right.
then I'm crazy.
And they dismiss it. If it's a smart point, they dismiss it as you just being nuts.
That's right.
What is the one that you think started the ball rolling? Where everybody was like, they started to go, "Hey, how come she's saying that?"
Me saying vote for Mitt Romney.
That was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what started it all?
That's what started
That's not
it.
unreasonable.
Why'd you like Mitt?
He had great, great temples.
Yeah, he did. He was a handsome guy.
Why did I like Mitt?
Terrible jeans.
I like the fact that he's a Republican.
Okay.
Since I'm a Republican. I like the fact that he had a good economic plan. I like the fact that he wanted a strong military. I like the fact that he wanted a smaller government. And I like the fact that he wasn't Obama.
Uh-huh.
Do you think people think because, well, she's supposed to like Obama, so if you don't like Obama, all of a sudden there's something wrong with you?
Right. That was exactly what they thought. They thought because I'm black, I have to vote for the black guy. Which is ridiculous.
Did you vote for him the first time?
I did.
Was it because you liked him or because he was black and you wanted to say it?
No, I was blacked into it. I did it. I did it because I wanted a black president. I thought, you know what? What a wonderful thing for us to have a black president. It'll make the country great. He'll unite us in a very profound way.
Mm-hmm.
And he did the exact opposite.
When did you realize, oh boy, this isn't going to be what I thought?
About 2 years in.
Oh, 2 years in?
I was like, wait a minute.
Right.
Hold on. This isn't what I thought it was going to be.
Wait, what do you think he did that wasn't uniting?
I think he made every single solitary thing about race. Everything. Everything is now about race. Anything you say is racial. Anything you do
Wait, how do you
is
think
racist.
he did that?
Because that's the narrative that he was putting out there. That's the narrative that his administration was putting out there. And I believe that that's not a positive narrative. I believe a positive narrative is, you know what? Everybody should be working hard. Everyone should be equal. Everyone should be able to accomplish the American dream. And what he was saying was Republicans and white people, the 1%, are evil and want to keep you down. They don't want you to get where they are. Meanwhile, he is part of the 1%. And being a complete hypocrite.
Do you come from a place of privilege?
Oh, no, I don't know. So, here, you read that book.
Guys, hold on. Jim's going to read the book.
No, but I mean,
I'll get back to you in 8 hours.
Well, you're very big on work for what you want and work for what you have.
I'm from the South Bronx. I grew up in the South Bronx.
So do you drive or take the train to the Yankee Stadium?
I don't get on the subway anymore.
All right, what happened on the subway?
MTA overpriced. Got it.
Bad experience happened on the subway.
What happened on the subway? Because I got looked at wrong once.
I was on the subway during, traffic. I mean, rush hour, and we were like sardines. And some man was doing something very nasty to the back of my shirt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, she's looking at me like she recognizes me. Did you confront him?
By the time the train got, even the men next to me were trying to help me, but we were so tight they couldn't. So he literally ran off the train, and a bunch of men ran after him because the back of my dress was completely wet.
Oh, that guy's quick.
Yeah, that's
wow.
Yeah,
damn.
So all the men on the train, because we are united in New York, they did not like that. They ran after him.
Yeah, get him?
I don't think
you don't know.
I don't know if they got him. I hope they did.
That's a short,
I hope they
short
did.
penis to be able to. If you didn't feel a stabbing. You know what I mean? If you're that tight in.
We were so tight that, it must have been pushed up against his body. I mean, I don't want to get too graphic.
No, please do.
But, I'm sure there was like some friction going like that.
And then one guy's like reading his book and he's like, what's this guy? Oh, shit. It becomes like, for a different guy, like for you, it's traumatizing and awful and terrible. And then a guy's like minorly inconvenienced and he's like, what is, oh, Jesus.
I'd be like, oh, they must know each
I don't know
other.
if it was trauma, but yeah.
I mean, you're getting jerked off on.
I was pissed.
Yeah.
I was very angry.
Wow, there's probably a rainbow of feelings that go along with it.
Is it a little flattering?
Flattery? No.
I mean, the orgasm.
I get enough. I don't need that kind of flattery.
I could use some of that.
Anybody,
Please, if you're on the train, jerk off on Mark Norman.
I could use it. I need it.
Yeah.
He needs it.
Help me out, will you?
It's very rarely considered a compliment.
Yes.
Multiple
Please, I'll give you my album.
That's the director's cut where she's like, thank you, man. I'm flattered.
You don't need to make me wet to flatter me. Thank you.
Good to know.
Stacey, you had a tough upbringing, huh?
Yes.
You had parents that were addicted to drugs and sexual abuse, and how did you get out of there alive?
Grace of God. The grace of God.
Where did you think you were going to wind up? Like when you were in that situation, do you think it's going to go someplace terrible, or do you say, "No, I'm going to act and I'm going to do great things"?
I had dreams and I wanted to pursue them. I was a ballerina. And my mother put the kibosh on that. And after she did that, I shaved my head and became a punk rocker, moved to the city, ran away from home, got into drugs pretty heavy, which my mother introduced me to. And
how old were you when she?
16.
16.
And so my life started going on a bad course. But I worked as an actress. I was able to work and make money and get jobs and do all that. And then I got pregnant, and I considered abortion. I was on the abortion table, and I was so far along that they were going to have to put me under. And I was crying, and I could not stop crying. I couldn't make myself stop. I couldn't wrap my head around it. And I said to God, God, listen, please, you got to give me a sign. You have to tell me what to do. I need more than a sign. Don't even give me a sign. Tell me what to do. And he did. Like I'm talking to you right now. God said to me, Stacy, keep your son. He even told me it was going to be a boy. So I ripped the IV out of my arm. Blood went splurting everywhere. Jumped up off the table. People were like, calm down, calm down. But you get that panicked feeling if you have IV. They're going to knock me out.
Right.
They're going to knock me out. They're going to take my kid. So that's how I felt, And so I jumped up, and the doctor said, let's do a sonogram, make sure everything's okay. We did. And I saw my son's heartbeat. And I just thought, oh my God, how could I have even thought of doing this? And I just thought, it's you and me, kid. That's it. It's you and me.
Do you look at your son now and think of that?
Never did another drug.
Do you look at him now and go like, wow, I almost isn't it amazing to you now when you see this like a real person?
This 25-year-old strapping young man. Yes.
Well, thanks for keeping me.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. But he saved my life. He did.
And you told him that story, obviously.
Obviously. Yes.
Yeah. So for him, is it like a kind of like a? Wow, I'm really glad you didn't.
That'll get you to do your homework.
Yeah.
I wish that were true, but it's not. He's like, yeah, I saved your life, Mom. Good, great.
Yeah. There's got to be at one point where
I'm still going to hang out with my friends.
Yeah, kids always get shitty to their parents, so that eventually had to where he's like, I've heard that story before, Mom.
Right.
Exactly. He's like, I'm still going to
tell the story again,
be
Mom.
A teenager.
Yeah. Did he ever use it against you in an argument? Did he ever use it against you in an argument?
No.
Yeah. Okay, because people use anything you can against your parents. I use like the one thing that happened when I was 10.
I think that's pretty major.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
What about the sexual abuse growing up? Was that from family members or?
Well, one time was from a family member.
Ixnay on that? Well, it's in her book. I'm trying to sell her book.
Well, Jim's still reading.
I'm trying to sell her book.
It's in the book.
That's some heavy stuff.
It's in the book.
Mark's giving me the Ixnay on the
You can
gag.
get details about it in the book, but yeah, it was. I was 4 the first time.
Wow.
8 the second time.
Jesus.
Were they the same person or no?
No, 2 different people.
Oof, that Bronx.
Yeah. Yeah.
4.
Family member?
The second time.
And you have a gun. Do you carry or do you just have at home?
Yes.
It could be both. I'm looking up and down to see where it is. Shoulder holster, probably.
The ankle.
She goes for that shoulder. I'm gone.
The shoulder holster.
I'm from Colorado. We know what happens in the public.
Well, you're one of those cases.
You might not want to check if I'm wet.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're getting somewhere.
I don't know which way this is going. Yeah. I'm like Mark on an airplane right now.
Man.
And it didn't it save you like having didn't you have an abusive ex or something? Can you talk about that? Because having a gun really helped you.
Yes, it did save my life. Had I not used my gun, I would be dead probably.
Ooh, what happened?
Did you shoot someone?
Yes, I shot at someone. It's in the book.
What happened?
The details
he was an ex.
He was an ex, and he'd been stalking me. He had abused me for 5 years, and then you know what? I got sick and tired of it, so I bought a gun. And with the intent of, if he comes back, that's it. I'm finishing it.
Nice.
And he came back?
Yep.
What would he do? Would he come back drunk and knock on the door, or would he just catch you when you were out?
No, he didn't have to be drunk. This time he came and broke the door in off the hinges.
How long was after you broke up that this happened?
Oh, a while. A very long while.
He's just one of those people that won't let go?
That's right.
Did you have a new boyfriend at the time?
Yeah.
How did he handle it?
He was a punk.
He's like, can you get your gun? Go get your gun, please. Stacey, can you go get your gun? I think your ex-boyfriend's here.
No, I had a gun.
What
No
part
one
of your
knew
life
I had
is
a
this?
gun. No
Is
one
this
knew.
like...
This is when my son was about 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was still pretty young.
Wow. That was a long time ago.
Damn.
Yeah.
What kind of gun was it?
It was a little 22.
A 22. Okay, still do some damage.
Oh my God!
Wing somebody.
If you're close.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially that movement right there. That was pretty
Yeah. In your
So wait, even an air gun, that kind of.
So he breaks the door down.
I get it.
You hear the knocking on the door, and you just know that you're going to go grab this gun. That's got to be a great feeling.
Well, he kicked the door in. The door hit me, and I knocked out. And he punched. He beat me up.
Jesus.
We fought, and then I just went. Went upstairs and did what I had to do. It's in there.
Have you heard from him since?
No.
Wow. That really is the trouble ender.
Right. What, did you just shoot above his head? Or were you trying to shoot him?
Yeah, I was trying.
And you missed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then he ran and said, fuck this.
That's right.
And that was it.
Yeah.
And the new boyfriend came out and said, everything clear?
Is he gone? Sorry. It's just
Let's see what kind of boyfriend you are.
That's an awkward thing for a guy. It depends on how long you're dating a new girl.
I paused the movie.
Right.
He was in a closet shitting himself.
Yeah, I probably would have been too. It depends on how long you're...
Wow. Wouldn't date any of the guys in this room.
No. I give really great oral sex, but I'm an absolute coward.
Yeah, once that boyfriend's gone, I'll have 5 or 6 takes good zings on him.
Well, hold on. How long were you dating the new guy though when this ex creep came back? Was it like a brand new one or like a real relationship?
It was a real new.
Did you break up with him after?
No, I didn't. I should have.
You stayed with him.
Yeah, but I should have broken up.
Because you saw like this is not the guy who's going to look out for you.
Did you bring this up when you broke up with him?
Did I bring it up?
Were you like, listen, it's not working out for multiple reasons. The main one being...
Remember that time?
You should probably pee sitting down.
What kind of men do you date now?
Now, I've been married 3 times, but now I'm dating a Marine.
Okay. He's probably, he can bring his own gun.
And he doesn't take any mess. You know, he's a very strong guy. Yes. And I say thank you, Brandon, for your service. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brandon.
So you like dating someone like that you don't have to worry about?
That's right. I don't have to worry.
Because you don't need to be protected if you have a gun, so you're not afraid for yourself.
No, but I also want my man to be strong. I don't have to protect my man.
Yeah, that would really, we'd have a very doomed relationship.
I got that. I got that.
She figured that out.
I'd give you very supportive words, like I'm a good guy. Hey, don't let it get you down.
Jim, here's a rattle. Get the gun, please get the gun.
We'll give you a binky.
Yeah.
You would send her inspirational quotes and stuff like that.
I would say I'm a great texter.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really good at a lot of things.
Some nice emojis.
Yeah, just the whole throwing fist thing. I'd probably be like, look,
some good poetry.
No, I'm not I'm not good at that either. I'd say I'd just give you a nice inspirational.
What happened to your parents? They still around?
My father is dead. My mother is still around.
Do you guys?
We don't talk.
Okay.
How long since you spoke to her?
It's been about 9 months.
Oh, recently. Okay, so as an adult. Okay. Well, did she not like your public statements?
She doesn't like the fact that I work for Fox. My family doesn't like the fact that I work for Fox. So, and she's just a negative entity.
Right. So she think that
I don't want that entity in my life.
Right. Who does she think you should be working for, like CNN or MSNBC?
I don't know. Maybe she thinks I should be selling my body on a corner. I don't know.
But did she like more money? Great movie. I'm a big fan.
Good pull.
I loved Mo Money.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you so
much.
Good. Thank you.
That's
Thank you
very good pull.
Hey, come on.
That was a good one. Thank you.
You got some heat. You got some heat recently about the transgender issue. Telling them
Oh boy. Yeah.
Oh boy.
What did you say?
No, it's not what I said. Here's the thing. It's not what I said. It's the ridiculous question I was asked.
What was the question?
Okay. I said, transgenders make a choice. If you're a woman, you decide to become a man, you use the men's room. You're a man, decide to become a woman, you use the ladies' room. She said, what if they don't know what they are that day? Okay, what is it
even a thing?
Yeah, no one's confused.
I've woken up and not knowing where I am.
Taken out of context.
Right. Thank you. Because they cut it, so it made it seem like I just said going. But that's not what happened. When she asked that question, I looked at her like, what if they don't know what they are that day? I'm like, I don't know. Well, then go in the bushes.
Then they take that.
Actively trying to trap you.
Exactly. She tried. Right. Exactly. And
so
I
what if
didn't
they
think
don't
she'd
know?
do that. I really didn't.
Because your answer is reasonable.
Right. If you don't know what you are that day, but that's not
a thing a human.
No, and I don't think transgenders are like that. That makes them seem like they're mentally challenged.
And you also hear it here first.
Not.
Michelle Wolf said that transgenders should go out in the bush. I just take it out of context. I got you, Michelle. I've been waiting. This is all set up.
I mean, like, how often do you feel like you're taken out of context?
A lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
What network did it to you?
It was E.T. Entertainment Tonight.
Wow. I've always thought that they were a very fishy journalism outlet.
Are they a journalism?
Those birthdays, I don't know if they're real celebrity birthdays.
Wait. Are they a journalism
No, not at all. It's garbage.
Outlet?
No.
Exactly.
Well, that's why. See, that's more interesting.
Except John Tesh, he can do no wrong.
You making a lighthearted joke is like that's not interesting, but you saying something that they can cut, that's right. It's just really. Shitty.
I like hearing the answer because I really thought you just said it out of nowhere.
I didn't. No,
I really did.
True.
I didn't. I did not. No.
And we're a bit more aware than the average person.
Yeah.
Who was the actual person?
Was it Mary Hart?
No.
Was it Mary Hart? Brooke Burke?
Her name was. What was her name?
I guess it's not that.
I can't remember.
Michelle.
Nichelle.
Nichelle.
You're okay, Michelle.
Nichelle.
Black girl, yeah. Nichelle Taylor.
Did she say
Turner? Nichelle Turner.
But then the story is, oh, you said this, and now there's no way to get people to unthink that you said it.
That's
Because nobody listens to the explanation. Because even when you explain it,
doesn't
they
matter
don't give a
anymore.
shit because it's more fun to be angry about something somebody said.
Right,
Of course.
And did she do it like? What if they don't know that morning? Like that stupid, like bubbly,
Yeah,
like.
she did.
What
She
if they
did.
don't know that
Kinda
morning who
leaned
they
to the
are?
side and went, well, what if they don't know what they are that day?
But that's that question is more offensive. It's like
To them,
because
right?
like you know what you are. You know, like that's their whole point. They're
Thank
like,
you.
I am like
A woman.
they're like, I am a
They've
woman.
taken a lot of time to make
Yeah.
that choice and change themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So for her to say that, I thought, I don't know, go in the bushes.
Right.
You know?
Ah,
'Cause
then they
that's a
fucking-
ridiculous question.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. Especially since I hang out in the bushes. But yeah, you were giving a kind of a sarcastic, silly answer to basically a dumb question.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, they do it all the time. Fox gets a bad rap. I get it. People don't. They do slant very conservative, and they deny it. But of course they do. But so what? CNN and the other ones slant liberal. But I don't know why it's so. Everyone's so afraid to acknowledge that. Yeah, that's what they all do.
And
That's
they
what
got the
we
big
all-
audience
that's what
over there.
Right.
Their audience is much bigger than CNN and MSNBC.
That's right. Ours is.
Where you at with Trump these days?
I'm with him.
100% still.
100% with him.
Nothing
In
is
fact,
making you a
I'm
little
now
shaky in
part
the
of-
knees.
I'm now part of Women for Trump.
Women for Trump.
WFT.
Wow.
Yep.
What,
Yes, I
what do you
am.
like about Trump?
I like the fact that he wants to make our government stronger. He wants to make America great. And best of all, he wants the world to be afraid of us again.
But that's not good.
That's not a.
I think that is good. To me, see, I think that is good. When you're dealing with the world as it is right now, which is a world at war, you want to be feared. I mean, you don't want to be the country that everybody says, don't worry about them. We can bomb them in a second.
You
want to be the country that everybody says, maybe we shouldn't mess with
Well,
America.
I think there's a difference between being feared and not messing with it. Like, I don't think there's like, you have to be completely feared to not be messed with. I don't think it's like, everyone has to be terrified of us, but to not fuck with us. I think there's like, you don't have to do that.
It's like the difference between being like you can be a good parent without being like a feared parent. Like that's.
Well, if your kid's in ISIS, it might be a little bit different.
Yeah.
Well, fuck ISIS, because that's a terrorist group. But I'm talking about the rest of the countries. I don't think have
like
to.
Russia and China.
Russia and China have obviously done things to go directly against us. Korea, but you're saying the whole world, everyone should be afraid of us.
Not afraid of us, but there should be a level of fear, and we should be the superpower. In order to
That's
be a
how it works with
superpower,
a global
for
hegemony.
you to be a superpower, you have to be feared. I mean, you can't. People aren't going to, respect you if they walk. I like
what about
that
our
country.
enemies should
They're
fear
such
us?
a nice country. I'm going to make them the superpower.
Yeah, well, that's
I like them.
Yeah, but I was just saying, like a total. Usually, empires fall when they just try to be feared all the time.
Well, no, but we're also a giving, loving country. I mean, we've got men, like I said, my boyfriend just came back from Iraq fighting for their freedom.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that we should fight for the less.
Yes,
for
absolutely.
people who are weak.
Absolutely.
For the meek and the people who need our help.
Mm-hmm.
We should fight
I completely
for them.
agree with that.
And
So we
But
should be
we've
the
always
ones,
been doing that.
and we should continue to do that. We should not apologize for doing that, which our president right now is doing. He goes around the world apologizing for us, and I don't
How
think
do you
we have anything to apologize for.
What do you mean he's apologizing for us? Because I've never heard him say
Obama.
Yeah,
he's gone to many countries and said, he's sorry for any conflict we've incurred or
He's literally
or anything
never said
we've
that.
done. He has apologized for America.
I just want to say sorry. Started off by saying my bad.
He just went to
has-
Hiroshima and he specifically did not apologize.
He went to Hiroshima and what?
And specifically did not apologize.
He didn't apologize for Hiroshima. I'm surprised he even went to Hiroshima. I don't think he should have even gone there.
The movie's he was on a tour of Asia.
He asked to skip. They're like, we have you going to Hiroshima tomorrow. He's like,
he went to Japan and it was
well, you know what? Japan did bomb us and did get us involved in World War II, where we fought a very terrible evil called Nazis. And we fought for the rest of the world, not just for Americans. We fought for everyone. Mm-hmm. So I think we should point that out. As opposed to pointing out the fact that, whatever else it is that you'd like to point out.
But I don't think there's any evidence that he's ever apologized for anything we've done.
You see, I wish I could pull some stuff up on that video thing right there, and I wish I had some notes video, because I do know there are specific times where he has apologized for this country doing anything. Yes,
there's times, I'll be honest, there's times we probably owe an apology, but not in the case of Hiroshima, we don't. And I also think that one thing I don't like about Obama is that he just refuses to say Islamic terrorism. That's a little irritating.
Yeah, that is very irritating.
That's a little irritating that he just won't acknowledge it. It's like, come on, dude. It's like, you don't have to stop worrying about being used as propaganda. But the Bin Laden did say, as far as being feared is concerned, Bin Laden did say that after where was Black Hawk Down in Somalia, that America was a paper tiger because we pulled out as soon as there's a couple of dead soldiers, and that really inspired them to attack us. Was the fact that they thought, and that was his
was
word,
that they pulled
paper
out
tiger,
well, yeah.
and they thought we were weak.
He didn't enforce the status of forces agreement, which left a vacuum for ISIS to grow. Well,
I'm saying crush them. Like, I want ISIS to be afraid of us. Fuck yeah.
Can't they find them? Just whoever's buying orange jumpsuits. How many of those fucking things are sold?
Or carrying a black flag. Yeah,
there's got to be some manufacturers shipping orange jumpsuits.
Yeah, we just got a huge order of black flags.
Orange jumpsuits and hat boxes. We know who those guys are.
And machetes. These machetes are flying off the fucking shelves. Where are they going?
Although we did inspire that one, though. That was the whole Lindy West Iraq abusing prisoners thing. That's why they're all dressed in orange jumpsuits and they're beheaded.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
That's
because of at Gitmo?
Because of Gitmo.
I didn't know
and
that.
They were all wearing jumpsuits.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pointing at the penises picture?
So we've asked for, what I mean? In some cases, though, our phone, we've been a little bit too nosy and a little, we're full of shit, too, though. Like, Make America Great's a wonderful sentiment, but we don't acknowledge when we're full of shit. And we are sometimes, and it's okay to say that we are.
Right.
I still love America. I love being an American, but half the times we're full of shit.
I think that's just
the whole world's full of shit.
I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
But I think that's just humanity. It's just both. You're going to fuck up sometimes. You're going to do great things sometimes.
Right.
That's why I was just saying, overall, in general, the whole world fearing us. I don't really know about that, but I am for ISIS and the places, Russia, China, those places that are fucking with us. Yes, I'm
Sweden. We fixed that whole banking thing.
Yeah, Finland. Those goofy Scandinavians.
If you're our allies, no, you shouldn't fear us. You should feel like they've got our back.
Yes, right. That's what I meant.
Yeah. But don't you feel like when Trump says "Make America Great," it's like he never says how he's going to do it.
It's like Walmart with their discounts.
You know what? I actually agree with that, because I feel like why does Obama always feel like he has to tell everything he's going to do as national security wise or any other wise, because then you're telling the world the plan. Keep it to yourself. You don't need Joe the plumber to tell you what to do in your national security.
Right.
You have advisors for that. There are some things that should be kept top secret. That's why we have a secret service, because it's secret. It should be kept secret. Keyword, secret. That means don't tell the country. Don't tell everybody. So I respect Trump for doing that, for not telling everything that he's going to do.
Plus, he doesn't have to, because he seems to be doing well without it. So it's like, why even give someone, just from a strategic point of view in a political debate, why give somebody else the fodder to hit you with?
Right, and because I think his supporters get it. They get why he's not telling everything.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't have any plan. I think he doesn't know.
So you're afraid that because he's not saying anything, he just doesn't have anything.
I don't think he has it. I don't think he knows what he wants to do. I think he says, I want to make America great, but I don't think he knows what that's going to entail.
Right. It's like the wall.
Yeah. It's like I'm going to build a wall. I'm going to make them pay for it. Okay. How? How are you going to do that? I'm going to, he wants to... He keeps saying we're losing to China, when in reality,
in trade,
he says there's a $500 billion trade deficit. It's like, no, we're getting something out of that. It's like we're paying for goods. Like, that's not, if he wants to bring all that back to the United States, our iPhones will now be $10 10 times the amount they are.
Yeah, but people
no one will be able to afford anything.
But then people will have jobs. People will have employment, and then people will be able to have education.
But they won't,
for those jobs.
There's not going to be. We can't afford.
That's because the jobs aren't here. If the jobs are here, then we'll be able to afford it. Because then when you have jobs and you make money, it makes more money. Making money makes more money. Spending money makes more money. You ever heard that? You got to spend money to make money? So that's what we have to do.
No, I've heard you got to spend money to touch me. You're very interesting because it's weird how if you're black and conservative, there's this weird expectation that you're supposed to have one political view. Like it's like when black people have conservative views.
Yeah, it's like finding a four-leaf clover.
Yeah, it's like, wow, she's crazy, or she's kind of talking against the,
it takes you off guard a little bit.
And you're dismissed kind of like as being.
That's good, I think.
But it's not fair.
It's not fair, but I like being considered the unicorn. That's all right.
Okay.
Unicorns are white.
It's a fair point, too.
Not always.
And let's not forget, you're going to be in Sharknado 4.
Hey!
All right.
Well, they're closing in on their 5th.
So wait, nudity?
Up to 4.
Nudity?
No nudity.
She's playing the mayor of Chicago.
Ooh.
Mayor of Chicago. It's really funny, and it's fun. It was fun. It was a fun job.
Let's plug the book. It's called "There Goes My Social Life: From Clueless to Conservative." And there's so much. They gave us the wrap up sign. There's so much more that we would love to talk to you about.
Yeah.
You're really interesting.
Yes,
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
All right.
You're much nicer than I expected you to be.
Oh.
I'm excited to watch Mo Money again.
Yeah. And Clueless.
Yeah. But Mo Money.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, we should take a quick break. We're going to continue because we got the guys coming in from...
Chuck D, DJ Lord, and Tim Comerford.
Yeah, from Prophets of Rage, of course. Supergroup. So, quick break. We'll be back. Oh, yeah. Let me do this.
I can fuck off.
There you go.
Do you want me to?
Oh, yeah.
When they come in...
Go fuck off. No, it's fine.
What do you get a bag of?
It's a burrito.
What?
I don't get any coffee. I go burrito.
Fuck.
Michelle Wolf, Dan Soder, Mark Norman.
Hey.
And E-Rock saying, what were you saying during the break?
You were saying Stacey Dash hates Michelle Wolf?
She was not happy. Had a little bit of a blow up outside.
What? Seriously?
And said she would have punched her in the face.
Whoa! Check out used people. Used people on YouTube.
Wow, Jimmy, you missed a doozy.
Holy hell!
I didn't think it was going to be that bad.
What happened?
Wait,
say it again for Jimmy.
Stacy Dash and Michelle should piss in the bushes.
She walked out of here. She had a little bit of a blow up and said that she would punch her in the face.
Wow.
Michelle?
Yeah.
Did she like me?
I wasn't even that mean to her.
No, I didn't think you were.
I've seen Michelle be mean, and that was not even.
But you know
close.
what? Maybe she could just see in your face that you didn't like her, or maybe she sensed it.
I also feel like I mean she's maybe not used to being pushed.
You
a
were
little.
bullying her, maybe.
I was.
I didn't think you were bad at all. I was hoping for a little more, to be completely honest.
Here's the thing: if someone's going to punch me in the face, it should be because I deserve it. You know, like was.
I've seen her deserve. I've seen Michelle deserve it multiple times.
Yeah. I wish I knew this.
You should see how she treated the crew on used people.
Oh, I was nice to them.
They definitely.
She's coming back in. No.
So she didn't.
So wait, she had a blow up with her.
Well, we walked outside. She took a photo, and then she went over to, I guess, her publicist or something, and then she was just getting all annoyed about the questioning and mumbled something as she was walking away. I couldn't hear her, but she was referencing that she goes and coming at me with the apologies. I wanted to punch her in the face.
Whoa! I heard ginger cunt.
That's what I heard too. She goes, I heard.
Wow!
And E-Rock
what a
said
great
this when
drummer
he walked in.
is.
Yeah. When he walked in, she goes, I will knock the freckles off her.
Did you say that?
Wow.
Did she say
Did she say that? Hey, what's up, Tim?
Wow, Wolf, what a great feud you have.
DJ Lord.
Wow.
And Chuck D.
How you doing, Mark?
What's up, guys? How are you, Chuck?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good.
Huge fan of Public Enemy and everything else you've done. Hey, guys. How do I get everyone's...
Are we over here or are we over there?
You guys...
Why don't you guys
pop
take
up.
my seat? I'm not going to
No, pop up and
jump
then...
over here.
Yeah, switch.
Yeah, we're sharing a bunch of mics.
We got a lot of people today.
We were just talking about Trump. The hat.
Go ahead, take a seat. I've been running my mouth all day.
Come on, let's...
sit, Chuck. We're on there.
Yeah, let's get into this.
All right. Hot seat.
Make America rage again. There you go. Make America rage again. I like the T-shirt, the Cookie Monster fucking T-shirt. It's all right, man.
Do we have another?
Yeah, we just got to
get you another mic.
Okay.
What's going on?
I can hold the mic. I'm used to holding the mic. I'll make this go over to Timmy C.
We all have mics.
Greatest bass player in the world.
What's up, Tim?
How's it going?
The last time we saw you guys were doing the Audio Slave.
Oh, really?
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah.
We had all you guys in with Chris Cornell.
Yeah, it's been an incredible journey, and that's part of it.
Yeah. No, you guys came up with some great songs.
Yeah, I'm proud of that shit.
It was really good.
I'm not a big fan of country music anymore, but I'm proud of it.
You guys don't talk anymore, huh?
Who? Us and Cornell?
Yeah.
No,
you guys all right?
Chris right now is at an all-time high as far as I'm concerned. He's there, he's present, and obviously he's a fucking awesome singer and great songwriter, craftsman, musical craftsman. I love Chris.
He did an amazing version of Nothing Compares to You. He did it in this building.
Oh, wow.
It was unbelievable.
I saw him play at like Disney Hall and his acoustic show.
Right.
Pretty neat.
Right.
And he looked super comfortable, and it was crazy because he knew I was there, and he was like sort of talking to me from the stage. And Tim, I'm going to play this song. I told you I might play it. I'm going to give it and I was like, wow, he's just, I love Chris.
Right
it's
on. Cool. I have to ask you about ISIS. You don't believe it's real? The ISIS thing,
man. I don't believe in any of that. I think it's bullshit.
Are you all in with conspiracies?
I mean, some of them, but that one. I don't believe that there's a round table of terrorists like planning their next attack. And I definitely don't think that it's like, okay, today we're going after Paris, tomorrow we're going after Riverside or wherever they attacked. It doesn't work like that. And I think it's people that all hate America and rightfully so, hate the powers that be, and they're in an apartment with 4 or 5 guys here and there, but are they all together wearing the ISIS uniform? I don't think so.
Well, you mean rightfully so that they hate us, or that I'm not sure what you mean.
No, I'm saying rightfully so, like if planes were flying over my hometown and they were bombing and killing my family members and they were from some country, I would be the first one to be hiding out in a street corner with a fucking machete looking to cut some motherfucker's head off.
That's true. They do kind of suicide bomb each other, too, though.
They do, and so do we. I've been to 105 countries, people, and I go on the regular. And I know that I've been in places where, they have situations here, but, East St. Louis is bad, too. Anything could happen to you at any time. Chicago is really rough.
Yeah.
I've been in Lebanon and Beirut, so.
I hear they're actually more fun than you think they are.
Who you mean they?
Lebanon and Beirut.
Who you mean they? The people?
The countries. Being in the countries. They are actually more fun places to be than you think.
First of all, guys, I'm an earthicist and a culturalist, okay?
Wait, what's that Earth?
I know what those mean.
I'm a citizen of planet Earth, and I try not to be a citizen of one damn country at all. It's not a pep rally, a football game and shit, Super Bowl. Oh, we're going to get, you have the Olympics, which is one thing. It's a sports competition. It's great to, wave a fucking flag for sports. At the end of the day, you have sportsmanship. But all this war, football rally, rah, my country is some bullshit.
Right.
Let's create an enemy so we can get everybody riled up. It's an old fucking trick for robotic people, which they benefit off making humans robots. That's it. More than ever. Fabricated enemy.
I'm kind of with you. I think we really need to get on the same page, or we're in trouble as a species.
You got to define we. Got to define
we, the world.
We as human beings. The world gonna be here.
Well, yeah, of course.
The world gonna
I'm
be
talking
here
about
regardless.
us. If
Yes.
we don't
Human beings.
get on the same page, I don't know. The future does not look good.
Well, that's why I say I'm a culturalist, because culture brings human beings, the human race together for our similarities as one, and knocks aside the differences. The institutions in all these particular situations corrupt our humaneness. So, I mean, how far are we away from getting to a utopia? We don't fucking know. But it damn sure ain't gonna come from no damn government.
Yeah, probably not.
That's true.
But Anthony Bourdain came in, and Babe Ruth is such a bad. It's like known as this war-torn place. And I think when we were in Lebanon, he was like, "No, it was fun, and the people were great." And it
Food
was,
was great.
Yeah, he just had.
Hey, we got a foodie right behind DJ Lord, the greatest DJ in the world. Greatest DJ in the world.
Yes, sir.
And greatest bass player to my right.
And you're a foodie?
I am.
What's your one that you can't live without?
Monkey brains.
Chill monkey brains.
Have you ever eaten that?
I have tasted it.
How is it? It's awful, right?
It's interesting.
What's it taste like?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's the texture of like a gelato, but
man.
Surprise. He was just going to drink his coffee and he put it back
down. There's not enough Franks in the world to take care of that.
No.
Oh, God.
Now, did you not want to eat it and just say I have to because I'm kind of a foodie, or you wanted to try it?
I'm past that point, man. I've eaten crickets and all kind of stuff, trying to look cool in suits. But at the that's crazy. At this point, man, you travel the world. I do a lot of events with Taste Network. My partner Brady Lowe just did a Rioja Fest in Cali. Different wines, chocolates, seafood is my thing. I actually try food for the actual experience, man. Past the picture. A lot of people just pose with the freaking food or whatever. I'm eating so-and-so. I'm eating at this high price, blah, blah, blah. But some of the best food on the planet is, street food in Beijing, street food in Shanghai, street food, in Thailand. So
what if you had high hopes about that was awful? There must have been something you're like, I know this is going to be amazing, and it was just shit.
So many different foods like that look one way and then taste another, and you got to play it off because there's cameras all around, or some super chef that made it looking at you like,
the eager.
Yeah, you got to be like.
How about the craziest thing you ate in the world?
Monkey brain.
I know that's up there. Does anything beat that?
Top 3.
Yeah, that's the top.
That has to
at
be the
this
top.
point. Other than when chill monkey brains, when you start getting into freaking suede bull nuts and all kind of stuff.
I could never get that past my chin.
If you could have something right now, what would it be?
Me?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
Sushi. I mean, that's our go-to food.
Nice.
That scares me before I fly, though. I don't like eating sushi before I fly because I'm so afraid of getting food poisoning and then getting onto a plane. Have you gotten sick?
I've gotten sick a few times. I got sick in Australia. It's weird because I can, I eat seafood. I started eating chicken again I do martial arts, do Muay Thai, and I was shrinking because I was a vegan for about 5 years. A broke vegan. Peanut butter's like $5. Everything was more a broke vegan trying to play it off. So my supplements were ramen noodles and my old concoction without the packet. So I started eating chicken again per my doctor. So now it's, seafood and chicken's my thing, turkey.
Yeah.
But I've gotten sick. I can eat shrimp, but I can't take the tail. If I touch the tail of the shrimp, if I touch my face will whip up like what's the guy?
Chuck Wepner.
Yeah.
The go-to.
My face will go crazy. So
wait, the same shit happens to me, but I could eat the shrimp. I'm not allergic to it. But
my mom's allergic to
is that a
shellfish,
real thing?
and my brother. But I can eat. I'm not allergic to shellfish. But if I touch the tail of the shrimp and touch my face,
that
I will
happens
whip
to me.
up like freaking Shrek or somebody. What's the Hutch?
Yeah, I completely understand.
Hitch.
Because I was confused. I'm like, I must be allergic to the fucking shrimp, but I'm allergic to touching it and then touching my face.
Same thing.
Same exact fucking thing.
Did it again in Australia. Had a big cookout after a festival we did.
Yeah.
I had, all the shrimp you can eat, all the oysters. I'm talking, hanging out, had a napkin. Shrimp, cocktail sauce, wipe my hands. Shrimp, cocktail sauce, the napkin, wipe my face.
And then all of a sudden you're itchy
All of a sudden
everywhere.
it was like, Nate, your face, Nate. My whole side of my shit was like, I am not an animal. I had no Benadryl, so I had to do half the day, man, with the freaking puffy face, like Two-Face.
That's the last thing you want to hear at a barbecue. Mate, your face.
Everyone was avoiding me like the
plague. I could totally relate to this.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Is that really, when you open a shrimp, the little black trail, is that really the shit of the shrimp? It really is.
Trash.
God damn
I
it.
get right in there and eat it, though.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't go for it.
I don't devein them. I just go all in.
I mean, you start dealing with those type of particulars, man, and
yeah. I gotta ask Chuck D something from the past. Do you remember you were at one of our live shows with Flavor Flav?
That's right.
Oh yeah,
I probably didn't say much.
No, but we were so confused that day because Flavor Flav completely took over our broadcast, and I want to know if he told you guys something different than us.
What do you mean, that day?
Yeah, he. What happened?
Sorry,
okay.
You have seen this.
He introduced his entire family and you and everybody else. I think he made people think that it was like some huge record release party or something.
I don't know what it is. I still don't know what Flavor is talking about. But, I mean, there's times if I done like 15 interviews, sometimes I say, all right, go ahead and do your thing, so I don't recall.
He used to do our show a lot, and we invited him just to do this live show for like 10 minutes.
I know.
And all of a sudden there was a massive entourage, and he took over as he introduced every single person, and none of us were brave enough to stop the thing.
Next time, here's some advice: be brave enough to stop it.
You got to. If you don't,
I just saw Flav in Las Vegas. I went to see Tyson's one-man show.
Yeah,
and he was there with Ali's grandson, actually. Flav brought him. And he was just, Tyson's in the middle of the thing, and Flav was just like, Tyson! And he gets up and he hugs him on stage. It was so bizarre. Just walked on him.
Yeah, he invites himself quite often.
Yes, he certainly did.
Wait, he walked on during the actual show?
They had said hello in the beginning, and then he just in the middle was yelling Mike, and then he just walked on stage and he hugged him.
Fuck it. That's great.
Every family has one.
By the way, Brock Lesnar versus Mark Hunt is what I just got, and I'm a big Mark Hunt fan. That's the fight at UFC 200. Mark Hunt, for anybody out there, that's the heavyweight fight.
You guys UFC fans?
Yes.
Yeah, and Mark Hunt, it was a dream too good to be true that Mark Hunt was going to be fighting, and I fucking, you know him, right?
Of course.
That little New Zealand, what was he, an ex-kickboxer or a K1 guy?
Yeah, he's out of control, man.
Yeah.
Still.
I love him. Little short, stocky man.
Stocky tank.
So that should be a pretty good fight?
No, I think Lesnar will put him on the ground and kill him, but I want Mark to fucking knock him out.
UFC 200.
Yeah.
It's just announced, as we talk to these guys. We haven't even mentioned Prophets of Rage. I can't wait to see this thing.
I'm telling you, I got the best seat in the house. I'm the weakest link.
Get the
for real. I lie to you not.
Being all humble.
For real, man. I'm telling you, I'm not being just humble to be humble. DJ Lord's the best turntablist in the world. Best bass player in the world. Timmy C. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm even telling y'all. You have Brad Wilk, right? Mm-hmm. Best drummer in the world. You have Tom Morello, right? Mm-hmm. Got that. And then you have the lyrics of Zach De La Rocha.
Right.
Where myself and also a hip-hop god, Be Real of Cypress Hill.
Right.
Happily share the roles, on doing those songs and rageifying Cypress Hill songs, Public Enemy songs. And
awesome.
And new songs. I'm the weakest link. I come off the bench. 6th man of the year.
Yeah. So do you like that, though? Do you kind of like the less pressure of that?
I love that. I've been heading up a group for 29 years, so. Damn. And it's still on tour. Flavor better be on that plane and go in the room on Thursday. But this is like
to make it clear, you guys are doing Rage Against the Machine songs, Public Enemy
songs, Public Enemy Ragefied,
and Cypress
Hill Ragefied songs,
wow.
And then new songs which are Ragefied with Cypress, it would Be Real and myself and DJ Lord. So it's like it's an all-star game.
Which Rage song was a little tough for you?
Tough for me?
Which one was that where you're like, oh wow, okay, this is gonna take a little time?
All of them are tough for me because Zach embodies a lyrical and a fire and a fury with some logic that's unmatched. So I come from a different aspect. I come from a power aspect, and I could get passionate in my power. Nobody could sound like me ever, and I could yell But, you know, you have to get the inflections right. You have to, like, match the faces and the voices of the audience who believe the songs 150%.
Sure.
So one thing is learning the song, but then the belief in wearing it like a sport jacket. And I'm next to Timmy. Understand, on the right side of the stage, I'm looking in his face. So if he's got his eyes closed and is jumping, I'm good. If he opens his eyes and looks at me, I gotta get on that wavelength and getting the head nods that you're getting it is the greatest feeling.
Wait, is that the signal? If it's not going well, you just open your eyes and look at him. He's like, oh shit.
It's always going well.
It is going well.
Fucking Chuck D, man.
Whose idea was this? Because this is a great idea. I can't wait to check this out.
A couple years ago, we did the Grammys. The Grammys performance. LL Cool J, Tom Morello, Travis Barker, Z-Trip, and myself. We did one of these songs that LL had. And Tom, it stuck in Tom's mind and said, this is a good thing. And it'd been floating around in Tom's mind, and he kind of approached me with it, like, you know, I mean, Rage had played in 2011, and sort of like everybody was doing their thing, and said, look, how about this as an idea? But it was just too much of it couldn't be Rage Against the Machine. And I have, my group moving, and I was like, it sounds good, but, I don't want to step into anything. And that further matured into, DJ Lord came around, and then the Be Real idea. That's what really made it go like, wow, I can see this. And so on paper, it's a beast. And that's what we compete against. We compete against the paper. So rehearsals for 3 months, trust me, it was like, the show is easy. Being flogged and doing the show 3 times in rehearsal, you're leaving like drained out, and it's what it takes to beat the paper. Our only competition is the paper of 3 situations coming together. And the meaning and the time that we're at right now is more than ever. Like, have artists speak to songs that mean something, that move the world and move people, and not so much listen to politicians, not listen to your lawyer or your agent or your accountant. Listen to the general public, and also try to give them some courage and some ideas on how they could be more themselves and less of a robot. And that's what made me say, this is good.
Right.
This is good.
And you guys aren't Trump fans by any stretch of the imagination.
Less of fans of the people who are fans of Trump. It's not Trump who's the fear. The fear is the 49% that almost put Sarah Palin in office as vice president 4 years ago.
Trump fans are getting a bad rap because I'm being lumped in with a lot of Klansmen. It really bugs me. There's a lot of bad people who are Trump fans, but some of us are okay,
Do you like
Trump? You mean Trump employees?
No, I'm voting for him, but it's more that I just dislike the rest of them.
Do you believe in politics in general, or these politicians?
Do I believe? I believe in culture. I believe that music and culture brings us together as a united spirit, and government split us up. They categorize us. They compartmentalize us. And to me, give me the right to make songs and to battle laws if they're unjust and lopsided.
Is there any government that you think does it right? Or is there any that you think, like, all right, they kind of have a system that I like, or you think just the idea of it itself is, like, kind of flawed and fucked up?
I think government ideas are good, but people sometimes are fucked up. Human beings are flawed. So you can't ask me what I think is the best government. I know there's places that we go around the world. I've been to 105 countries. There's places. Well, I'll tell you this: the planet Earth as a planet is just it's unbelievable, and the United States as a territory geographically offers everything. That's why I was taken, because you can't match the terrain is from east to west, ocean to ocean. North, south, gives you all, the beauty. Go check out, Ken Burns National Parks is a great thing. And then I've traveled crisscross across the 48, and, we've traveled the world in different terrains, and the whole world is beautiful. Tim, he can speak for himself when he goes into the riding and the bikes and stuff like that, man. You could see why governments want to just snatch it, but to misuse it and abuse it. Let us write songs to counter that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Let us write songs and say, you know what, really appreciate what is here. Because when it gets screwed up, which is starting, even the average person is starting to see like, something
is not right.
Tim, where do you like going?
I enjoy, I get that a lot, because of my conspiracy ideas. People go, well, America's the best place and blah, blah, blah. And I hear that a lot. But, I like Australia. I could live there in a second. I could live in Ireland.
Are there really more women than men in Australia? Is that like that's what attracts me because I do so poorly here.
You know where if you want that? Iceland.
Really?
Definitely
Iceland. You go to Reykjavik, Iceland. If you're a dude and you want to hook up with like a blonde,
perfect, right? They're all lovely. I've seen photos,
and they're all drunk. It never
that helps.
The bars are open all day. It never gets dark, and they're drunk.
It
and
never
beautiful.
gets dark, right? I hear they're all like really Nordic, lovely,
they're beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, I'm never going to Iceland.
Why? You'd stand out. People would love you in Iceland.
Yeah.
You'd be different.
I want to back up because we were mentioning Zach. Have you talked to him lately? And what is Zach up to these days?
Both Chuck and I speak with him, and he's working on a record, and he has an open invitation, like Chuck says, that, we're just keeping the seat warm,
right?
Kind of. And I've spoken to him about it. He's into it. He thinks it's great what we're doing, and it feels good to not be doing it without his blessing, for sure.
Yeah, and how beautiful is this? Is that we keep the seat warm, right? Whenever Zach wants to be Rage Against the Machine, we have Rage Against the Machine. With Prophets of Rage does it, the songs live on. The songs are always bigger than us as individuals anyway. And these songs needed to be heard more than ever. It's paying homage, and we say, Zach, there's nothing to stop myself, Zach, and Be Real from doing an album of songs together. So the world is open, man, and life is short, man. If life is short, and why not as opposed to why?
Did you feel like you had to have a conversation with him before you started this project?
No question. And then talking to Tim, and talking to Zach on the phone, and he was blown away. He said, it's an honor, and it was necessary, definitely. And I'll call him once a week and tell him I'm at the University of Zach De La Rocha Lyrics, and this shit is fucking hard as hell.
I'm really excited about this. So you guys just announced a 35-day tour on sale beginning this Friday. You're playing everywhere.
Yeah, where does the tour actually start?
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Cleveland, Ohio. I'm looking to see which one I'm going to. There you go, August 26th.
Is there a game that night or no?
PNC Bank Arts Center. July 19th now. They'll be
Game? You mean Indian game?
No, he said I wasn't sure when the tour started. The finals, I was wondering.
Yeah, July 19th. So
it'll be long and over. I hope they're champions by that time.
It's not looking good.
It's not looking good, Chuck.
It never looks good in Cleveland.
It's been 50. What are we up to? 52 years without a championship. But
64.
Golden State was supposed to win at home, but not by 33 points. That's rough.
No, loss is still a loss.
True.
Whether you lose by 1 or whether you lose by 60 in the finals, it doesn't matter.
Look, I'm pushing for LeBron. I think that would be a great story if he could pull this off.
I'm pushing for LeBron, Ohio, where we have a lot of, fans and people that we know. And, it just needs, I'm a Knicks fan.
Right.
So I'm, Warriors won last year. So, hooray for the Bay Area and Oakland and San Francisco now. Let's do it for Cleveland.
But you're pretty much saying fuck those guys, right?
No, not really. We got our own, we got our own thing. What we do is more exciting than the NBA finals anyway. Last night, we had the Governor's Ball.
Yes.
But,
it got rained out.
It got rained out. Yeah. So, and my thing I was saying, because, growing up in New York State, and I've seen so many people get locked up with the Rockefeller laws, having weed on them, serving 15 years. Now you see, all these corporations setting up this, medical marijuana, and they're going to make a boom. And I remember people have caught, locked up for like decades, man, on the same bullshit. So, I was like saying last night was my personal protest. I call it Governor Balls. These nuts concerts. So that's why I dedicated that inside, because that's how I felt. And and then Kanye was supposed to headline, so he couldn't say. I opened up my phone today. It's like, it was unbelievable spectacle, Kanye, in Manhattan. but we were spectacular in Brooklyn. He was a spectacle. We were spectacular. And I'm the weakest link here, and I could brag about my guys.
So you're saying he was a spectacle and you were spectacular. Do you enjoy him, or do you think that he's overrated, or is he a guy you really love?
He's great. He ain't as good as us, though. I mean, people ain't even as good as Public Enemy. So, I mean, Prophets of Rage, it's not even a question.
Do you see
can't
guys
fuck with Public Enemy?
Do you see guys trying to be like Public Enemy or trying to capture what you guys did?
They can't be like Public Enemy. Public Enemy has too much shit coming at you. It's a group. It's not individual.
Right.
You get Jay-Z or anybody, so there's nothing to fuck with Public Enemy except for groups like Cypress Hill is comparable. They're our peers. They're a group. You can't come at a group as one person. It's like I hope that Cleveland becomes more of a group against the Warriors. One person can't even hold, unless you're Stevie Wonder. Unless you're maybe, you got to be like Elton John or, one guy's in that world. They're in the pop world. One guy can hold your attention with pop songs.
Golden State's a group, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm talking musically.
Yeah, they're a deep group, too.
Musically, to hold your attention at a concert, you got to be panoramic. And when you look at Prophets of Rage, you're looking at stage left or stage right and going like this with your head. Same thing when you had classic rap artists. You had groups that you look at one person, that person, we call it the 15-minute cliff. You could have songs, but after 15, 17 minutes, people pulling out their phone.
Oh.
You better start eating fire or flipping lawnmowers or some shit to get people's attention. Because I don't care who you are, one person ain't cutting it after 20 minutes. Then you got the 33-minute cliff. But when you have an act up there, a group, there's nothing to fuck with it.
So who did you look up to when you guys started? Like, what were you guys in mid-'80s? Who were the guys you looked to that were right before you?
Grandmaster Flash Furious 5, Run DMC. I mean, you couldn't take your eyes off. You still can't take your eyes off Houdini. I mean, it's like, and then growing up with Sly and the Family Stone, James Brown, he was the one guy you could not take your eyes off. I mean, but it's already documented like that. Tina Turner. I mean, come on.
Did you know Africa Bambaataa, or do you only know him as a legend, or did you actually know this? Because he's having all these problems now, and it's like, was he a guy that you looked at or you knew well?
No question. I didn't know well. I don't know any of the people well. I'm from Long Island, Roosevelt, so people I knew well is who we came up with as Public Enemy. But yes, the Africa Bambaataa Zulu Nation set a precedent for what hip hop could do. And in this city, they were all gang members that said, we got to do better for our community and ourselves. So, there's things that are said about it now, but we didn't know any of that.
Of course.
We're from, Long Island.
Yeah, they came out and apologized for him and for the way they handled it. I guess that they know that there's some ugly stuff there.
They're saying these guys got to go. Prophets of Rage, though. Wow. Can't wait to check this out. 35-city tour starting
July 19th.
Where do they go? You guys got one spot so people can figure out when you're coming to them?
Man, the world is asking for us. I got, hit up from South Africa, Jakarta, Argentina, Chile. And I heard about, Rage's stories of Chile. And Timmy and Tom were talking about Chile yesterday. And then we got crazy stories from Chile, too. So when we hit Santiago and then Cyprus, all of South America, and it's going to go down. So the thing is, the paper doesn't even come close to the real thing. And even when we rehearse, the show is easy.
Yeah. Cool.
What a fun life.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Being a musician's got to be awesome. You do, like, if you want to do some Rage stuff, you can do it. As a stand-up, you can't go out and do somebody else's act.
Yeah, but you got a fun life. I mean, this is great, y'all. How many people want to sit on Opie Radio and just hang out like you guys? You guys really got it good, too.
It's fun, but I mean, as a performer, to go out and be able to do, to cover songs that you like has got to be so much. And to know you're doing them well.
They're not covers. They're Rageified. They're flipped. Not mashed, but smashed.
Just going to have that.
It's just the real deal, man. It's
Chuck
not a
D
joke.
just really gave me a fucking glare, too, by the way.
I didn't give you the glare. I used to get accused of getting the glare, the Michael Jordan glare. I'm like, no, if I didn't like you, serious, I said, I just don't fucking like you. But I wouldn't have a reason not to like a person. So I've usually,
You always had a good look when you
like
this.
Yeah, that's the look,
Yeah,
my looks are not in the top 10.
Okay. Let's have some monkey brains and calm down. Yeah, I want to try monkey brains now.
No, I would
gelato
never.
and
gelato. Fuck.
He's going to look. I'm telling you, he's taking Timmy out to eat. When they all talked about food and all, I haven't had coffee, so Timmy could sell. Let me tell you, Timmy could sell sand in the Sahara and he could sell water in the Indian Ocean. He's, I've never had coffee in my life. So he said, you don't know what you're doing, dude. So he's already sold me on 2 things.
Coffee?
No, not coffee. These other things would be undisclosed. But right. when he believes in something, you look, right? Am I lying, Lord? You lying. Stare at him. You don't even blink, and you listen to every fucking word he says, man. It's like, yo, he could suck. Yo, man.
All right, really fast. The moon landing. Has he convinced
let's
you?
get going on that. You want to talk about that?
Sure.
Let's talk about what they call the Van Allen belt. It's a 20-mile thick belt of radiation that surrounds the Earth, and not one manned mission to space, no Soviet or American space shuttle, nothing, has ever gone into the Van Allen belt except for the Apollo missions. They went in their 1/8-inch thick aluminum spacecraft. They traveled through the Van Allen belt with their Hasselblad cameras, with regular film that they had on their chest when they were on the moon. They took pictures. They went through the radiation and came back. Nobody got cancer.
See, it's amazing. You're right. I'm glad you feel that way.
Neil Armstrong never spoke, ever. Never went on Johnny Carson. Never did anything. The only one that ever spoke was Buzz Aldrin, the guy that's plastic surgery, fake tan, the whole bit. And I actually had an opportunity. My dad worked for NASA and for Rockwell and worked McDonnell Douglas. And I had an opportunity. I saw Buzz Aldrin. I was at like a movie premiere. I waited. People were around him. And I had an opportunity to talk to him. And I finally get a chance. I go, Buzz, my dad worked for McDonnell Douglas, blah, blah, blah. And I got some questions for you. Okay, yeah, what do you want to know? Well, you guys brought some flags up to the moon. Yeah, we brought 6 of them up there from different lunar missions. Blah, blah, and I was like, how come there's no pictures of those flags? How come there's no satellite that ever took a picture of that flag? And that would be on the front cover of like National Geographic and the newspapers. It'd be really cool. Well, those are probably highly degraded by radiation and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. Well, I have another question about the flag. Why was there a metal rod in the top of the flag when you planted it on the surface of the moon? Like, why did you have a metal rod in the top? Why wouldn't you just pull it out and let it do its dance? Like on the moon's surface. And back in 1969, that would have been an incredible thing for us as Earthlings to see. Right. The dance of the flag.
Just floating.
It would have been killer.
Right.
And he's like, oh, man, and gets all like flustered. And he's with his wife. He's like, oh, and I swear to God, I have people that saw this and heard this. This is exactly what he said. I'm just trying to remember what they told me to say.
Wow.
That's what he said.
You don't think
That's what he said.
Let me ask you, is it possible he was being sarcastic?
No, he was pissed. I mean, you seen the one guy that brought him the Bible. There's
Bart Sybil,
brought him the Bible.
He apologized.
Swear on the Bible that you went to the moon. All he had to do is put his hand on the Bible and say, I went to the fucking moon. I swear to God. But instead, he punches the guy in the face. It didn't happen. It really didn't happen. And, there's a bunch of shit left on the moon. There's the lunar rover, and there's, all kinds of stuff. And where's the pictures? Where's the pictures?
Has that ever been explained why we don't have a picture
Everything has been explained about the moon.
No,
landing. I know what you're saying, but I'm not smart enough to explain the NASA point of view. Like, I can't do it.
Well, how about this?
But I've heard it explained.
In all the pictures of the fucking astronauts on the moon, why is there no star in the sky? Why are there no stars in the sky?
Because I'm a high school dropout, I can't answer that. Okay. But I have seen it answered. I'm just telling you, I can't give you the answer. But I've seen it answered.
There's no stars in the sky. Why?
Well, do you think that's just?
Stars? It's a black sky and there's no stars. And then if you're going to go to the moon,
if they were going to fake it, wouldn't they? I mean,
they didn't fake it.
They make it. They wouldn't. I don't think they'd leave out a detail.
Do you really think Russia and China would let us get away with that?
Okay, but if they were going to go to the moon in '69, what would be the first thing you would bring to the moon? You would bring a telescope. That seems like what you would bring. You would bring some sort of telescope so you could look further out than you had ever seen before. They didn't bring a telescope. Like, I asked Buzz about that. Why didn't you bring a telescope?
He's probably not the guy that packed up the ship, but I know what you're saying. But there's a lot of weird things. But I've heard it all explained because I got caught in that too. I thought, man, this looks suspicious.
What about this one?
Who explained it?
Right. Let me ask you this: when the fucking thing's coming down to the surface of the moon, okay, and we've all seen Neil Armstrong's boot print in what looks like what he said when he was coming down to the moon. He said it's like a fine talcum powder. Those are his words. He stepped off of the thing that's got the giant booster rocket that's coming down to the lunar surface and it's shooting. And if it were, in fact, talcum powder, wouldn't the rocket be spreading it away to where there would be no boot print right at the door of the thing? It would be gone. The talcum powder would have got blasted away.
That's right.
And why was there talcum powder there? That doesn't make any sense.
To be honest, I don't have an answer for that.
No,
I'm not a space scientist. I'm just saying I do believe the moon landing happened.
There's pictures of the lunar rover on the surface, and you can go on the internet and see it all. Pictures of the lunar rover, no tire tracks behind it. It's just sitting there. So what, Buzz just like picked it up and fucking brought it over there and
would you be open? Let me ask you this. Would you be open if it was, like, because with conspiracy theories, there becomes a point where, fuck, I'm so married to the idea of the conspiracy that any information coming that disproves it, I resist. Would you be open to it if someone explained it to you honestly and all the way through to hearing it and changing your opinion? Like, or are you saying, like, there's no...
But somebody who wasn't there?
Well, there's only a couple of guys. I mean, look, let's be honest. Neil Armstrong was shy. Buzz Aldrin talked, and Michael Collins, no one knew who he was.
He was shy.
Neil Armstrong was scared.
More like it.
No, I don't think he was scared.
He was scared. That's why he didn't. Scared of fucking the same thing. The one guy, Grissom, or whoever, the one guy that burned up in the thing, he was about to come out and talk about it. He was going to say, "We can't go to the moon. It's not possible." So and then the one guy, there was the one like senator or somebody, I forgot. I wish I could think of his name. He was about to speak on the whole thing, and him and his whole family got hit by a train. You know, those guys fucking. You want to talk about it? You're going to go down.
Damn sure wasn't possible in 1969.
No way.
Especially after Kennedy says in 1961 or 60 that we're going to be there. At the end of the decade, that was a whole agenda. And I'm not even going to get into the whole theory thing. I'm just like saying, please, we just seen just with Challenger and all the shuttles and all that, the difficulties just with that. Just being in the orbit.
And that's only going like a few hundred miles.
They did it. They went. They really did. They did go. And I've heard it explained by people. I thought the same thing because I heard some smart things. Fuck, it doesn't look right. Obviously, the flag waving, and then someone explained that to me, and I felt like a dope when I heard the explanation from somebody who knew. You know, we've interviewed astronauts before. We've interviewed Buzz. And again, Buzz is a little old and wonky. He's not easy to get information out of at this point.
He sure enough can knock somebody out, right?
Yeah, he could. But that guy apologized to Buzz. That guy, Bart Sibbel, apologized to Buzz for doing that.
After getting knocked out? Who knocked out who?
Buzz punched him. And he apologized to Buzz for doing that to him.
I feel like you would punch someone if they were like, hey, the whole thing, like your whole life's work. I don't believe you.
Yeah.
You know, like I would punch someone if they were like.
But plus, Buzz is cranky. I've been nice to him and he's cranky.
Listen, we got it. They're freaking out.
Oh, okay.
Because you guys are late.
Fuck, you guys are fun to talk to. This would be all. Yeah. Come in earlier next time.
Yeah, you guys are late to the next interview.
I'm gonna have moon answers for you next time.
Prophets of Rage. Prophets of Rage.
July 19th in Cleveland, starting.
It would really shut everyone up if they got a picture of like anything that's still on the fucking moon, and then everyone would be like,
"Oh man!" With some stars that an astronomer could look at and say, "Okay, those stars are in the right place."
Do it again.
Now the reason I wish I knew the explanation.
I want to know the answer.
They shot that on the I Love Lucy set.
I want to know the answer why they've never taken a picture of the stuff that is still, because we have the capability of doing that.
Why not?
But there has to be an answer. I'm going to look it up today. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I also want to ask a question. Well, how come they don't have probes just circling the moon, just keep going around the moon?
Their answer is there's nothing there anymore.
Nothing?
There's nothing we can learn from it. Like, they got what they needed. That's for they did a bunch of moon trips, more than one. There wasn't just that one. There's like 8 or 9 missions to the moon or whatever there was. And they got what they needed. So what else are they going to get? More dumb soil samples? Who gives a shit?
Maybe water in the middle of it.
Well, maybe, but I mean, for some reason, I think they find that there's better places for that, like things circling with ice. They just, for whatever reason, they just felt they tapped. There's no more money to go back. It was a waste of money to keep going back.
Well, they're now saying that they're gonna be new like missions to the moon. I just saw that. I actually saw that on the TV.
Maybe they might want to colonize or things like that. Maybe as a place to live.
Well, no, just like private. They're allowing private people to possibly go to the moon.
Oh, they're all yelling at us.
Yeah,
what are you yelling at us? What am I going to do? Interrupt Chuck D? He's Chuck D.
No, it had nothing to do with it. But that's the look if I do the wrong thing and Timmy's playing bass and this look, see?
And that's E-Rock. E-Rock.
E-Rock's high.
All right, we got these guys out.
Look, we tried. I mean, I'm not interrupting these guys.
Absolutely not.
Prophets of Rage. Prophets of Rage.
Prophets of Rage. Prophets of Rage. Absolutely. I can't wait to see you guys. We are done for today. Mark Norman at Caroline's. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Mark Norman at Caroline's Wednesday, 212-757-4100.
Thank you. Tuesdays with Stories and Rooster Teeth Feathers in Sunnyvale.
Nice. JimNorton.com for all his dates. And Michelle, you got anything? Michelle Wolf.
I'm in Edinburgh all August.
Great. You were great, man. First time on the show. Come back and see us. All right, we're out.